$5 silver unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
When you get a call from a top NBA player who was injured in a car crash by a drunk driver and faces a career-ending injury, you know you must bring your A game. And you also feel grateful that your reputation as the world's largest injury firm with hundreds and hundreds of verdicts and billions in recoveries for our clients has been recognized. Results matter, reputation matters, choices matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, or thepeople.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Gordon Christensen, and if you're a dentist as I am, or you know a dentist, please take a moment to listen. When I became a dentist, I learned how quickly poor oral health can lead to other serious health problems. And for people without access to care, these problems can spiral very quickly. I wanted to help, but I wasn't sure how I could until I joined Dental Lifeline Network. It's a nonprofit that has helped us literally change the lives of people in our communities. DLN asks dentists to volunteer to see just one of the many patients in need in your area. It's very simple. DLN screens those in need and coordinates an initial appointment that takes place in the comfort of the dentist's own office and on their schedule. Right now, there's a wait list for patients in need in your community. I'm asking fellow dentists who will join me in seeing one patient per year.
Learn more about Dental Lifeline Network at willyouseeone.org. That's willyouseeone.org.
It's cuz thinking about getting an engagement ring? If you're ready to pop the question, you got to go to Golden Nugget Jewelers right now. Largest selection of certified diamonds and engagement rings. Your perfect ring is at Golden Nugget Jewelers. Major financing options, unbeatable prices for name brands such as Veragio and Tacori. Online today at goldennuggetjewelry.com. Golden Nugget Jewelers, where Philly gets engaged.
There is a place outside of Philadelphia where the aroma of freshly baked bread brings you back to more traditional times. The era when families join together to enjoy an authentic old world taste with traditional recipes and fresh ingredients. That time and place still exists at Corpali's Italian Bakery and Deli since 1924. Now 4 generations and 4 locations. The Corpali's family has been bringing you back to a more nostalgic time by sharing their favorite recipes and consistently adding new flavors for new traditions. While Corpali's Italian Bakery and Deli is well known for their famous tomato pie, voted best in Philadelphia, nothing compares to their fresh baked bread and strombolis, handmade pastries, cookies, pies, and a wide range of custom cakes. For a list of locations and all your party needs, explore more at corpalysbakery.com.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
Yes, it does. You start your work week with us, or a vacation day, or an extended 3-day weekend, whatever it is. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Welcome in on this Monday morning. 6 a.m. hour, as always, is brought to you by our friends at Bradford White Water Heaters, because Bradford White is here for the pro. And Coach wants you to know that according to Realtor.com, nearly 40% of people in a survey would skip buying a house with this on the outside. He asks, what is it? Coach, I'll take the first guess.
Do it.
It's a pool.
Nope.
Wow.
Connor thinks he knows.
Connor?
A Dallas Cowboys flag.
That would be a reason I wouldn't want to buy a house.
That's not it.
A head on a stake like Piggy and Lord of the Flies.
No.
That would scare people off, though.
I would think, yeah.
The significance
How
of...
big of a like what are the school districts good?
Yeah.
Garden Gnome.
Nope. The significance is today's date.
Flag Day.
Today's
tomorrow.
Date.
Okay,
13.
June 13th.
40% of the people surveyed would not buy a house if the house was number 13.
Okay, that's just dumb.
That's dumb. I bet you in this housing market they would.
People are dumb.
In this economy?
Yeah, if they could get if they could get a house at the price, yeah, they absolutely
I was thinking
would.
again, tomorrow's Flag Day. So I was like...
They're waiving home inspections, but they won't waive the idea of the house being number 13.
By the way, too, people are waiving home inspections. How stupid are you? I mean, Connor, you've been in the mortgage. You've been in the mortgage business, though.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous not to have your a home inspected that you're going to buy. To spend $900
That's the
on
market,
a house,
though.
$700. Yeah, but it's stupid.
But if you don't do it, somebody else will waive it.
That's fine. Someone else can go do it. You're letting them buy a house,
and then you're homeless.
It's more the norm than it isn't these days.
That's incredible.
We were asked to, and we were like, no, we're getting a home inspection.
It's incredible.
But a lot of people, that's part of their offer now.
I'm going to spend $700,000 or $800,000, $900,000, whatever it is, $600,000, $500,000 on a house, and I'm not going to have it inspected.
Yeah, it's a tough market right now. I would.
Yeah, but that's stupid.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're losing out on your dream home because someone else is doing that,
but it's not going to be your dream home if you find out you have $200,000 worth of repairs to make.
Sometimes you just got to gamble, Johnny. Sometimes you got to roll the dice.
That's ridiculously stupid.
You ever see the movie The Money Pit?
Yes.
Get your home inspected.
Yeah, get the home inspected. And Coach had air conditioning this weekend thanks to our friends at H&H Heating and Air Conditioning.
Unbelievable.
They bailed you out yesterday.
My air conditioning failed yesterday, and within a matter of an hour of the owner from H&H, Joe, calling me, I had a technician out there.
What's up, Joe Hoke?
Brian, the technician, came out, and the customer service that this place provides, H&H, is like unbelievable.
Delco HVAC. Tell you about it all the time. And I always say, Coach, I don't want people to meet Delco HVAC in an emergency. I'd rather have them get the system maintained. So from now on, take advantage of the $99 maintenance, and then that never would have happened yesterday.
I know.
Okay.
And I got a little talking to from Joe.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Do the maintenance program.
Set me straight.
There you go. We get started today. Pat is in Jamie's seat. Jamie's in Bob's seat. And Connor is in Pat's seat. So we're all shuffled around this morning. Bob enjoying a 3-day weekend. Phillies win another series, which is great news, versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. And the streak that saved the season, to me, is of epic proportions. Even though now, do we have curse kids now? Because we have young Paige went to her first game, and young Cooper went to his first game yesterday. And the longest winning streak in like a decade.
Yeah, since 2011.
Ended.
The wife,
curse kids.
Yeah.
Now we're going to, these 11 years later?
My wife and I were walking out, and she just went, it would be fitting for us that we get the game they break the streak on. And I was like, yeah, kind of just makes sense.
Do you remember your first game? And it's just something I want to start with here. Do you remember your first game?
Not the specifics of it, but I'll never forget like walking into the section from the vet and seeing the field and just being like, whoa.
Mine was a bat day. And yes, they used to give out full-size bats.
Oh, they used to give out bats
on bat day at the vet. Full size.
Yeah, I got a Pat Burrell Acme full-size bat.
Now you got it on
back in the day.
Yeah, but you got it on the way out, didn't you?
Oh, I don't remember.
I think they probably gave it to you on the way out. They wised up because they gave it to us on the way in. And I'll just remember it was a bat day and at the old vet and all the kids having bat. You know that sound when people hit a bat onto the cement and just keep doing it? Mm-hmm. That's all you heard all day long. I remember that sound of my first game. And I remember Willie Montañez was the Phillies' first baseman that day. Remember your first game, Connor?
I don't. I was real young. I was like,
and where did your dad take you? Because your dad has been he was all over the place.
Yeah, no, we were here, though. I went to the vet. My first game was at the vet.
Your first game was at the vet. Your first game at the vet?
Yeah. Yeah, we stopped by and got the certificate yesterday for Paige's first game. And it was the first time Skylar was kind of like, realizing kind of what was happening. So it was kind of cool.
Did she like it?
Yeah, she had a good time. She really just wanted the Fanatic all the time. That's all she cared about. Every half inning, where's the Fanatic? Where's the Fanatic? So, we were on Fanatic hunt pretty much all day.
That was all, that's all Liv ever cared about. Was
he's awesome.
Going to a game, seeing the Fanatic, or seeing that if she went to a Phillies game, that's it. And she finds baseball incredibly boring.
It can be boring at times.
And I think like most 18-year-olds, Pat, they have sort of ran away from baseball.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good product in the city right now, but
it's getting better past week.
It's a thinking man's game. It's a thinking man's game. It takes a little bit. It's a long game. But it can be exciting.
Okay, I heard something yesterday, and I don't like anything. To me, a straw man argument is the worst argument in the world. And yesterday, I heard Tunis' show, and I heard Hunter Brody, and I heard that. What are you people not believing in the Phillies for? Why are you people thinking like I'm not all in? I swear to you, I do this every day for a living. I go out to the store and I'll meet people. Go to a restaurant, meet people. Go to PJ's the other night. Went to PJ's in Downingtown, met people.
All right, Mr. Popular, we get it.
I haven't met anybody who is saying that. I haven't met anybody. I haven't heard anybody going, yeah, I don't believe in it. This isn't fun. Yesterday, I heard shows on our own station telling us, come on, just have fun with it. I'm like, everyone I navigate is having fun with it. Yeah, I was counting the Phillies hats Saturday when we were out. We're out shopping Saturday. I'll tell you about that hellhole later. And it was Phillies hat, Phillies shirt, Phillies hat. People are into it.
Yeah, they are.
I'm not like Tunis did it, and then Connor Brody did it. This whole thing of who are you people that you're not into it? And I'm like, I don't know who they're talking about. So then I started to survey social media. Where the hell are these people? I don't see them.
Oh, I found one jackass.
Well, there might be one. Yeah, but it might be.
I'm with you. I think
99% of the people enjoyed the win streak. I don't know what they were talking about.
Yeah, the guy was in the minority. He was an ass.
And you don't want to give him. What do you say? You don't give him the light of day. There's
no, I tried to nicely explain to him that he was an ass, and then I hit him with a God bless.
You did the God bless.
Did the God bless.
See, I like that. Now, Pat, I've used the thanks for listening.
I'll keep you in my prayers.
The thanks for listening.
I don't know if this guy listens. He's just an ass.
Oh. But he was following you?
No, I wasn't following. He just decided to pipe off to me about the Braves winning streak and how Phillies haven't gained any ground, so what is there to be happy about?
All
right, man, cool.
That's good.
The stadium had a buzz again to it. I don't go to a ton of games anymore, but this past weekend, you could hear it on TV Friday and Saturday. I felt it in there yesterday. People want to be all in.
Yeah, they want to be all in.
We don't need much. Just push us into the deep end. And, it was bucket hat day yesterday. Pretty nice item, actually.
So you got your bucket hat?
I did, yeah.
Does it fit you?
Yeah, it does.
So is it expandable or is
No, it's just your standard.
Because you have a melon.
Yeah, I do have a
You
big
got
dome.
a melon.
It's for my big brain, John.
It's like if Pat had the same bucket hat, would the same bucket hat fit Pat?
Yeah,
that fits you.
John, we had a similar debate one time off air that.
Yeah, exactly, about the same size of things. Yeah, it wasn't that.
I don't think we can get into
bucket
it,
hats.
I'm not into the bucket hat.
I'm not either, but
I'm not either.
I'm more
sun. Awesome.
Really?
You would.
Why would I?
You wore the bucket hat a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I like the bucket hat.
Yeah, my cousin's a big bucket hat guy.
I thought you were Gilligan from a 60s sitcom.
They're back though, John.
That's $1 in the jar.
They're back. No, they're not back.
No, bucket hats are
Gilligan's
back.
Island is not $1 in a jar.
No, it's not. Everybody knows what Gilligan's
Everyone knows
Island
what
is.
you look like when you put that stupid hat on.
Put some respect on Bob Denver's name.
It sort of looks like nothing says more of just like Dad.
Yeah. Well, that's why it was the Dad's Day celebration
I understand
yesterday. Yeah.
Did you wear your New Balance 407s?
Yeah.
Or you can wear the white Nikes too.
Yeah, the Monarchs.
Air
Monarchs, which are great.
Yeah.
Dad cruisers.
By the way, though, I just saw yesterday they were doing a little story on one of the Sunday morning shows. Do you know the Monarchs sell out every single year from like Mother's Day on? You can't get them except in odd sizes because now kids buy them for their parents. They buy them for their dad because every dad needs a pair. So they got them sitting on the shelf.
Eventually, they're going to be like really fashionable.
You think it'll all come back?
Oh, 1,000% it'll come back. Yeah. I mean, if bucket hats are coming back.
If bucket hats come back.
Yeah.
They're back, John. They're already back. They're not coming back. They're back.
So you're telling me I'm going to like walk around and there's going to be a ton of guys wearing them? Because I'm going to tell you that's absolute fiction.
No, I bet.
Not at the Phillies game. But when I go to the beach, I'll be in Vegas in a couple weeks. When I go to the beach, you're telling me I'm just going to see guys in bucket hats. I'm telling you right now.
I'm telling you, look out. Any body of water, golf, whatever.
You're going to see bucket hats.
Yeah, there's golf bucket hats now. Big time.
Yeah, when I was down North Wildwood for Memorial Day.
I'm not shocked in North Wildwood that there are bucket hats.
Yeah, well, I was
on the
wearing
golf
mine.
courses. What golf courses are guys wearing bucket hats on?
Wait, I was wearing mine.
What golf courses?
We can't ignore that part. I was wearing mine.
Exactly. I said, yeah, I was wearing it. It's cool. I'm wearing it. I'm wearing these
That's
bucket
exactly how he's wearing it, John. Well, if I'm doing
hats.
it.
He said, well, if I'm doing it, it's cool.
I'm a trendsetter, guys.
Are you really?
Yeah, a lot of people at the beach with their
Because I'm
shirts
going to tell you
off,
right
too.
now, it's absolute fiction. I'll play golf. I will tell you the amount of guys. I will not find 5 guys this summer wearing bucket hats on a golf course.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, but you're talking to influencer Connor Thomas over here.
That is the truth.
At your service.
That is the truth.
GQ, May 2022. But the best bucket hats for men are guaranteed to be a good time.
Checkmate.
Best bucket hats.
GQ, 24 bucket hats built for this summer. You can buy right now.
There's 24 different kinds.
And
there's all sorts of bucket hats.
you realize half the crap, Jamie, you would not that GQ puts out there, and half the
I
look.
subscribe to GQ, actually.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, good
Are you
articles.
serious?
You still subscribe to magazines?
Yeah, I like sports.
You get them physically?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
that's-
have a lot of old school,
That is an old school.
I still send
thing.
checks in the mail for my bills.
Well, I still can't believe
That's
that.
that's ridiculous.
I use stamps. I buy
Why
stamps.
wouldn't you do online banking?
I
tell me
do,
you don't trust it.
No, I do some.
Okay,
Just not all.
Coach, you're an online banker.
I don't want
right?
to lose my roots. I like the old school
Your
stuff.
roots.
Yeah, that's how I grew up.
Why
I
don't you
don't
have, do you have a landline?
know. If it's if it saved me on the triple play, I would.
Do you have a landline
No.
in the house?
Do you have an outhouse? You don't
Hey,
wanna lose your roots,
what
Jamie.
other things don't you want to lose? Coach, you're not a bucket hat guy, are you?
No.
No. Are you do you pay your bills online?
100% of
Yes.
them. Yeah.
Jamie
Why
still,
would you? Why are you buying stamps?
Jamie still has a MySpace.
I
'cause he doesn't
write
wanna-
checks and I mail bills.
I
wanna
saw
lose his roots.
I saw the other day at the BJ's. I saw people buying the Forever stamps.
What are those?
Well, you can buy stamps at today's price, and then they're good forever.
Oh.
So they're the Forever stamps.
They're
You buy-
always good forever.
No. If you buy a stamp, let's say you bought a 50-cent stamp,
Yeah.
and then the cost of mailing a letter goes up to $55.
Tells you how
A
much I mail
a
stuff.
50-cent stamp would be returned to you. The letter would be returned.
You know, 5 cents.
You got to buy the.
No,
you have to
ridiculous.
buy it.
Just got an invitation to a wedding.
A bucket hat wedding?
No. But the wedding invitation through email.
What?
It wasn't even in
Wait
the
a
mail.
minute.
It was an email. It was really, really nice too. I mean, it was the art and everything.
Yeah,
and
it's
everything
not gonna
was
last.
unbelievable. And when you write back, instead of having the separate card that you say you're coming and what you're choosing for your dinner and stuff, instead of sending that back with postage and everything, all you do is
email it?
check a little box on there, check what you want to eat, hit send. I'm going to the wedding.
That's horrible. That's doomed.
I think
That's doomed. No,
I think I texted somebody about the wedding.
you texted wedding
Yeah,
invitations.
I don't remember. I think it was
What?
like. I think I texted him and said, "Hey, we need to know if you're coming or not. We forgot to."
Oh
put
well,
it in the
that's
mail."
different. That's
Like, all
different.
right, well, hey, here's the date.
Okay, well that's
Chicken or fish.
chicken or fish. Hey, canoes, the original off-road vehicle here in Maine. You can rent one for an entirely different point of view. Visit Maine.com. The message is sponsored by the Maine Office of Tourism. How many of us have been to Maine?
I have. Mount
I don't think so.
Katahdin.
3 out of 5.
I want to say yes.
I've been to the main line.
It's gorgeous.
You've been to the Maine line. There's an extra E on on Maine.
No, okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Maine is incredible.
I got a question for you here. I didn't find a lot because I'm not in like lakes person, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful.
A lot of good beer up there.
The trend of fizzled out young quarterbacks is something I was thinking about this weekend because I spent a lot of time out on the covered porch and was loving life. It's far different than other areas of the NFL. I was looking back at this just in the past decade. Mark Sanchez got the 2 AFC title games in his first 2 years. Then his career fell apart and he was gone within another 2. Mitch Trubisky went to the playoffs as a rookie, collapsed in Chicago. We know Carson Wentz here. Baker Mayfield can't get a team willing to take a second chance on him after he led Cleveland to the playoffs and won a playoff game in Pittsburgh. Nick Foles had that amazing 1-year run under Chip Kelly, then folded, then of course had his magical moment. Cam Newton to another extent, RG3 may have been injury, Sam Bradford to a lesser degree, but it's an amazing trend when you look at the modern era of the NFL that nowadays young quarterbacks can storm onto the scene, have success in their first 2 or 3 years, and then their careers go in the total crapper. And that is not you couldn't come up with a list that long from any other area in the NFL where a guy has success, young quarterback has success in their first 2 or 3 years, and then all of a sudden they're gone. Baker Mayfield can't get a sniff.
Yeah, that's bizarre to me.
it shows
because
you
I think he's worth the risk still.
I do.
Because his shoulder was falling off his body last year, and he played hurt, and he didn't play well, but he showed you enough flashes the year prior where you would think a desperate team would take a chance on him, but nobody even wants to sniff it.
I understand it.
You do understand
I do. I think part of it is the Cam Newton effect of like, well, if we bring Baker in to be a backup, then it's going to be big on our starting quarterback. The second part is, and we've talked about this ad nauseum, but the quarterback market next year in terms of like draft prospects is going to be really good. So if you're a bad team, do you want to trade for a Baker Mayfield, take on that cap space? He's not guaranteed past that year. And then possibly be good enough to fall out of getting one of the lead. I mean, I don't mind Baker Mayfield, but I'm not trading for him this year at least.
I find Baker Mayfield charming. Like, I think he's a fun character of the game, but I'm not in his locker room with him. I read a piece at a Cleveland Plain Dealer where they just were they asked players who were his teammates to speak on Baker Mayfield at OTAs and everything. And they had like the lady who covers Cleveland was like, there are like 8 veterans that didn't even want to speak on him. And I'm saying, okay, you either turned off all your teammates.
He's got really bad breath.
Or they don't want to get in the middle of a squabble because of Deshaun Watson being there, is what I was figuring. Because they made it out to be sort of like, well, Baker Mayfield's just really unpopular. But I looked at it as maybe they don't want to comment because they don't want to make it look like there's going to be, well, we really wish they had never gotten Deshaun Watson.
I mean, it's just kind of a mess.
It is, yeah.
The whole team is.
That organization is just a kind of a mess. I mean, $230 million to a guy you don't even know if he's playing this year. And they structured his contract, too, in a way that even if he's suspended, he won't take that much of a financial hit. They did him like a favor in terms of like potential suspensions down the line. And then you got Baker Mayfield behind the scenes
and you may need him.
Yeah,
because they're going to be there's
how are you going to ask him to I mean, I know he'll do it because it's his job and that's what people do, but it's like it's kind of messed up. Well, by the way, Baker, get out there.
Yeah, Baker, we need you.
I think they're waiting for a quarterback to go down.
Probably.
A la like Sam Bradford to the Vikings situation of a team that's good ends up losing their quarterback in preseason or something like that. The problem with that is a lot of teams aren't really playing their starters in the preseason anymore. There's only 3 preseason games, so it's less of a chance of injury. So you're kind of just relying on training camp for a training camp injury, and it's got to be a significant injury enough to
take
for
on
a guy to go down. Yeah. So and it's got to be a team that wants to compete. So it's good luck.
But think of Mark Sanchez. He gets to 2 AFC title games, and 2 years later, he's pretty much a vagabond that bounces from like 3 franchises in a matter of 4 years.
It was a pretty great defense he had behind him.
Yeah, it was the defense that got him.
Yeah,
Bart Scott and Revis Island and all that.
But I mean. I
think you see these quarterbacks get exposed. You know, like Jared Goff got to a Super Bowl, goes to Detroit. He's not the worst thing in the world.
No,
but
he's not the worst.
But he's not really a Super Bowl caliber quarterback.
Do you think that? Do you think Carson Wentz got exposed or got injured?
Injured.
So you believe it's injury?
Injury, 100%.
So you think the injury has affected him totally, completely after the fact, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was incredible that year.
He was incredible. I mean, 2017 was the most fun I've ever seen watching a quarterback for the Eagles.
Yeah,
no
he
question.
was. Yeah, I think it's injury with him. He's still not that bad.
You think it's Cam? Same thing?
I never thought Cam was that good.
He's an MVP.
I know,
but injuries definitely affected him.
Yeah, I mean, he was good, but not. I don't know. He was a threat.
I wonder how many of those quarterbacks that you looked up started right away.
Majority of them probably.
Well,
because
I
say it because.
Do you think that's sort of bad?
Jalen Hurts, I think a lot of times it's detrimental to the person's progression. Yeah, that was my big fear when Carson Wentz took over the job 6 days before the season started. Was this guy's going from 1AA, having played 1 snap of preseason football, and now he's supposed to take over, and it can really ruin your confidence. David Carr talks about it all the time.
Yeah, but then the counter of that is look at all the great ones, and they're right off the bat game 1. I think it's just. Are you great or are you okay going to be a journeyman in this league?
But I think it can help, though, if you sit and hold a clipboard.
If you have the time.
And I bring it up because Jalen Hurts obviously didn't start from week 1.
It helped McNabb to have Doug Peterson.
I mean, I guess you could say
his
it helped
first year.
Aaron Rodgers.
It helped. Well, Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years, didn't he?
It might have helped Brady. Might have.
Maybe.
Might have. Yeah, might have.
Who knows? He's great, but it might have helped him.
It could very well have been. It's just that to see the collapse, and I'm thinking, is there any other sport where you see guys like this break onto the scene, be huge stars, and then fall apart? I mean, Baker Mayfield became one of the faces of the NFL in ads.
Yeah, look at his advertising.
And then fell apart.
It's not exactly a most recent example, but like Jonathan Chichu led the NHL in goals one year and then fell off a cliff the next. He had 58 goals, and then all of a sudden he went down to 10.
I mean, Cody Bellinger won an MVP and then just fell off a cliff batting-wise.
Yeah, I was going to say baseball happens, but usually it's a shorter period of greatness.
Jason Hayward did.
Well, I mean, look at Robbie Ray.
Right,
Robbie Ray went from sucking to Cy Young to, well, I'm back to being Robbie Ray.
And you wanted no parts of him, too.
Absolutely not.
There was I saw a stat on him the other day, which is crazy. It's like his ERA in, like, say he's pitched 72 innings. 64 of his innings, he's like a below 1.5 ERA, whip, all that, incredible. And then like the other 7 or 8 innings, his ERA is like 54.5. He just has these like Aaron Nola like explosion innings. It's weird.
Are you feeling blue on this Monday morning? You won't be, but Aaron Rodgers is. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. We're getting so psyched for this year's away game trip. We're going to Arizona with Philly Sports Trips. And if you haven't joined us before, make this the year you get your big getaway with Philly Sports Trips. We're going to be with the Birds in Arizona doing live shows on Friday and Monday from the resort. It is going to be awesome. A little golf outing thrown in on Friday morning. If you want to join us for that, you can add that onto your trip. Philly Sports Trips is going to take care of everything for you. We got our own private jet. How about that? You get hotel, air, transfers, great parties, and a fantastic vibe, all courtesy of Philly Sports Trips. And even if you are going to Arizona and you are not going to fly with us, you've already got your hotel and reservation and tickets, you can still join us for the parties. Plus, they go to all these other great road trips like Chicago and another amazing luxury bus party trips to D.C. and New York. I'm going to take the trip down to see the Commodes this year. It's PhillySportsTrips.com. I want you to do it today. Go to PhillySportsTrips.com and reserve your spot with a small deposit. We'll look forward to seeing you this fall.
The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
At T-Mobile, we believe customers should get more. And with Magenta Max, our most popular plan ever, that's exactly what you get. On Max, you get more premium data than our standard plans. That's right, unlimited premium data, so you can stay connected to what matters most. And now, with Magenta Max, you get even more savings than before. Families on Max can get 5G home internet for just $30 a month. You heard right, just $30 for reliable 5G home internet. That means Max customers save $20 a month. And you get all this on the network with more 5G bars in more places than anyone else. At T-Mobile, you get more with Magenta Max. More premium data and more savings on 5G home internet. Head to your local T-Mobile store and make the switch today.
T-Mobile is America's largest 5G network. Capable device required. 5G home internet availability limited. 4G options also available. Qualified accounts include regulatory fees and price. $5 more a month without autopay. See details at T-Mobile.com.
Esports is now a bannable word. In France, that is. This week, the Ministry of Culture in France decided that the dependence on English words to discuss esports damages the purity of the language in the country. French phrases have been created for the now bannable words of esports, streamer, pro gamer, and cloud gaming. As the French say, c'est la vie.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333.
Spoil Dad with the Father's Day at Lowe's, where you'll save big on the sweetest assortment of his favorite treats. Like a Craftsman 20-volt drill kit, was $79, now $69. Or gifts that sizzle, like a special buy Blackstone 28-inch griddle starter kit, now $278, valued at $329. There's nothing sweeter than Father's Day at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, about 6/9 through 6/15.
Thanks, everyone, for baking your way here on this toasty morning. Are you all ready to jam? Excellent. Before we get rolling, let's start by hashing out everything bagel we'll be discussing. Profit margins are okay, but they could maybe be butter. Sorry, I don't mean to waffle. Next quarter, it's all or muffin. Did you have a question, sausage patty?
My name's Patricia.
When you can't take your mind off breakfast, it matters where you stay. Delicious breakfast available at our Hilton family of brands. Hilton, for the stay.
Attention locals, Amazon has a variety of jobs near you. Whether you are looking for full-time, part-time, or seasonal work, you can discover just the right role for you. Amazon Jobs offer the whole package with great pay and flexible schedules that you can choose to fit your life. To join a team of hourly associates who work together delivering smiles to customers all across the country, head to amazon.com/hourly. That's amazon.com/hourly. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Hand me that nail gun.
Here you go. And here's the fries.
Lunch. Who's hungry?
You know, maybe instead of loading up a nail gun with French fries to feed the crew, we should just order lunch through Easy Cater. Food from all our favorite restaurants.
My bad.
On time and as ordered.
Delicious. Huh. Load up the hot dogs while I think about it.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
High-efficiency equipment for lower bills, special financing, and rebates on qualifying systems.
What?
Oh, I'm trying to memorize something I heard on the radio. Peace of mind warranties.
Why?
Because our AC is on its last leg, and I need to convince you to call a Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning contractor.
No, you don't. I heard the same ad. And you forgot cleaner, healthier air.
Pierce Phelps Bryant will do whatever it takes to keep you comfortable. To find a local Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning dealer near you, visit nopaybryant.com.
Bryant.
Whatever it takes.
Hey there, casino fans. I'm here to let you know that the new BetRivers.com casino app is here. It's got lots and lots of exciting slots and table games to play, fast payouts, and a rewards program you'll love. Plus, with award-winning customer service, the excitement never stops. So get ready, casino lovers, to experience the BetRivers.com difference you can trust. It's a whole new game. Download it today. Presented by Rivers Casino, Philadelphia. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Guys, are you tired of swing and miss performance issues? Stop striking out in the bedroom and call Iron Mountain Men's Health today. This is Dr. Avi Donapel, founder of Iron Mountain Men's Health. My team of physicians will create a custom treatment plan for your ED and low testosterone that's safe, effective, and designed to treat your specific symptoms. Schedule your free consultation today so you can knock it out of the park this summer. Call or visit us online to book your appointment at ironmountainmenshealth.com. Iron Mountain Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health.
Tune in Wednesdays at 4:30 as Jason Stark goes around the league and talks baseball. Presented by Everfresh Juices and Juice Drinks. Everfresh, nature's refreshment.
Meineke is celebrating 50 years of service with 50% off brake pads and shoes. Now that's worth celebrating. For tires, brakes, batteries, exhaust, and more. Trust Meineke, doing car care right.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now. The John Kincade Show.
It's about nothing. Everybody's doing something. We'll do nothing.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Oh, man.
John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. If you got problems with your building's water and wastewater pump system, visit pumpmanphilly.com. Pump! I like that. The bucket hat, too?
Love the bucket hat.
You do love the bucket hat. You know, the pump man, he'd never wear a bucket hat, I don't think.
I disagree.
Pump Man Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow.
Do what to your flow?
To fix your flow. Coach, now you've learned. Now, if anything happens at your house with the pump system, you call Pump Man Philly just as you called H&H yesterday.
Yeah, I think Pump Man would, and H&H. I think they would both wear the bucket hat.
You think they would?
Absolutely.
You think they would?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
John Leake that came out to my house. He looks like a bucket hat guy.
You think he's bucket hat?
Yeah, I think he's bucket hat guy.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
What does a bucket hat guy look like, Jamie?
Looks like a guy that enjoys some sunshine and a cold beer.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, now
That's all I got.
Now,
That's like
Pat,
most.
Pat, let's talk Jessica Chastain.
Yeah, why don't you ask what you asked?
Yeah, you have to. And I want the exact tone that you asked it in.
Like,
I thought we were about to get asked like a LinkedIn fellow.
I said,
thought it was like a TikTok.
No, I
star.
said like who's Jessica Chastain?
I bet she wears
because
a
they were
hat.
saying is she's one of the most sought after people on the red carpet.
Yeah.
And so I said, like, who's Jessica Chastain?
You said it in a way of like, why am I supposed to know this person?
No, it's like, why is Jessica Chastain the one of the most sought after people on a
Have you seen
red
her?
carpet?
Probably because she found Osama bin Laden and killed him. Probably that's why.
That's why it is? I didn't
Probably
realize
because
that.
after that, she decided to run a celebrity poker game and didn't give up any of the names.
It's amazing. Now, I couldn't tell you anything more than she's a strawberry blonde, right?
Yes, she is. Yeah.
She's like a strawberry blonde, and I don't think I've maybe seen her in one or two things.
Oh, you were missing out.
Really?
She's my favorite actress. She's my favorite actress.
Okay,
She's your favorite actress?
Favorite actress.
She's your favorite actress.
She's incredible. Yeah.
She is
the
a good
best-
actress.
She's the best actress in Hollywood. She got absolutely hosed for Zero Dark 30. That was the moment I was out on the Oscars. That Jennifer Lawrence got it over her. She is incredible.
Hey,
She
don't
was-
bring Jennifer Lawrence in.
No,
Okay, so
she's
you say
fine.
that
She
is
doesn't deserve it
that is
year.
Zero Dark 30 that would be one of the only ones that I'm trying to think. I swear to you.
Molly's Game.
Molly's Game. She looked incredible.
Didn't see it. Didn't see it.
Interstellar.
Yeah.
Okay, Interstellar.
she's good in.
Okay.
Martian. 2 space movies, John. 2 of them.
Yeah.
I don't do space movies, so I'm out on that.
Underrated movie, Miss Sloane. You'll be bored out of your mind, and you'll be sitting there going like,
She's the door.
man, they better have a good ending to wrap this up. The ending's incredible.
The Tree of Life is one of the stranger movies I've ever seen. Like it's interesting.
Okay,
though.
I don't think, I honestly, two of the things you rattled off I've seen her in. Like, I don't.
The Most Violent Year is one of her
Horrible.
Didn't see it.
That is
saw
the
it.
worst movie I have ever seen in a
Was
theater.
that's the, you know what, strangely enough, that's the title of the Flyers highlight tape for this year.
Yeah, it wasn't violent and it felt like a year.
It did.
But
it
she's
did.
great in it. But
Okay. I just say, the most sought after woman on a red carpet, though? Really?
yeah, I mean, she photographs very well.
Well, no, that's fine, but I'm like, I was surprised that she was considered now she's the most sought after photo.
She doesn't really do it for me, but
on a red carpet.
hell of an actress. Yeah, I don't find her attractive.
Okay, so Aaron,
Yeah, I don't.
Aaron Rodgers is at it again. It shocked me if you didn't. Aaron Rodgers broke up with yet another fiance. Yet another fiance that he broke up with. Shocking. And now he's with a girl who previously, according to many, many people, and some of her own ramblings, had identified as a witch.
What, did you know why they broke up?
Who?
Aaron
Which
Rodgers
one?
and the old fiance.
Which
Most
one?
recent one.
Shailene Woodley.
Why'd they break up?
She was criticizing his bucket hat collection.
Was that really what happened?
What it was, yeah.
That's too far.
Could be.
He said, I can't do this. I can't live like this.
I was thinking more a Tom Cruise, John Travolta thing going on, but
it might be. Who knows?
The website, the Packers quarterback who just broke up his engagement, is now saying that there's a new woman in his life, and because he follows her on social media, they believe this is a true connection. Her name is Blue.
We say Blue.
BLU. Blue of Earth.
Blue, you're my boy.
Well, she is blue. And she goes, I do not identify as a witch. Yet people dug up a bunch of other social media claims and stuff from the past where she's in touch with the earth. And some of the great things that Blue can do, and Connor, I'm doing this story for you more to just stay away from these women. She thinks that rock formations speak to her.
Possible.
I can't rule it out.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know.
It
That
might.
when you go in a forest, if you just shut off all music and conversation, the forest speaks to you.
I often go in a forest with a lot of music and conversation, so I'll try her way next time.
She's the founder of a thing called Fleur Science.
Okay.
Sounds cool. She's innovative.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm gonna do
modern
that.
it's a modern mystery school for women to reclaim the magical, radically authentic, wise, wild, and unapologetic you.
So she's a teacher.
Hashtag girl boss.
She also has a podcast called Deja Blue.
That's a
I
good
get
name.
because it's like deja vu,
Yeah.
but her name's Blue.
Which will create a clean reservoir of consciousness.
That's what I go for every day here.
Seems like
Your soul thirsts for purity, relief, and love that you can drink.
sounds like she's got a lot
Yeah,
going
what am I
for her.
supposed to stay away from?
Yeah, I
here?
don't understand your hesitation here.
Yeah, so the boyfriend, her old boyfriend and her broke up after 3 years.
Oh, I hate when
he
young love
gave
dies.
and he had to explain on Instagram why they broke up. And he said the amount
Did
of
he have to?
Yeah, no,
I was
he
thinking
did
the same thing.
He
You can't
did.
just break up with
No, he
somebody.
did.
I had to take to Instagram.
He said the deep love and polarity in our dynamic was the fertile soil that acted as a profound catalyst to bring into balance the parts of ourselves that we didn't really even know needed awareness.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. Somebody smack this dude. Really, seriously.
I think Blue's smacking. That's
This
the problem.
is Blue. This is Blue now. She also, too, believes that, or she said that if you, and part of her podcast, everything, that dogs can talk.
Yeah,
Well, they can.
have
They
you
go-
seen Scooby-Doo,
Yeah.
John? Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
My dog will literally come to us and go, whoa, whoa, when she wants to be put out to go to the bathroom.
if you watch a
that talking?
dog's purpose, dogs can talk.
Oh, no, is that the one where the dog keeps
I'm
coming
not
back?
giving out the ending.
Does the dog keep coming back to life in that one?
I'm not giving out the
Because
ending.
I saw one movie in the
I think
theater.
that's Pet Cemetery.
Not giving
No,
out
that
the
was
ending.
Don't. Now, what are you doing that with? After what Jamie's just gone through,
Oh, I'm sorry.
why are you bringing that up?
Man, everybody loves to really kick me and my dead cat.
Jamie's cat
apologize.
passes,
I'm sorry.
and then you start bringing up Pet Cemetery, which,
Man.
by the way, is a spectacular film.
Look, I got to be honest, and I'm like literally nobody's cup of tea. It gets mentioned every time we put a picture up. I have a face for radio. I expected her to be better looking.
Yeah, she's a beauty. I think she's a natural beauty.
Did not.
Did you check out her Instagram? I was just doing some research.
See, I
there.
think she's a natural beauty.
She grew on me.
Yeah, I think she's a natural beauty.
All right, I mean, I'll keep checking her out.
Because you're
Go check
probably
out
seeing the witchy pictures at first.
You're finally seeing the stuff they like where she.
I mean,
claimed.
like she's not. I mean, I'm taking her Qdoba, but I'm not. I'm probably using my free meal.
You're
I'm not
using.
paying
You're
for
using
it.
the card.
Yeah, I'm not paying for it.
Okay.
And she's not getting chips and queso.
Okay. The we already know the most documented as far as craziness. My college girlfriend is in jail for murder.
Yeah, that's up there.
That's right up.
No, the big surprise is it wasn't trying to murder you.
Well, believe
That
me,
is big.
I may have. No, now I've had people in my life say that maybe I helped push her in that direction.
Yeah, no. I
But the
can see that.
New York State correctional facilities hopefully have her in, and she's well aware.
The BTK killer was your childhood friend.
No, BTK, no. Even though I've watched every single iteration of the BTK story that's been told. But that's the craziest. I don't believe you could one-up the college girlfriend in jail for soliciting murder, and then she solicited murder, and then she watched it happen. She went and watched it to make sure that it happened. So can you up that, Connor, with craziness? Anything?
No, I normally get out.
You run before
real
the
early.
Well,
even
this
when
was
they're
years
sane.
before
So
me.
if it's
Connor, you're saying you're a hit it and a quit it kind of guy?
not quite in those terms, I wouldn't use those words, but
yes.
closer to that than almost getting murdered in like a long-term relationship.
Yeah, but it didn't. I mean, it was years later.
You don't know how close you were, John. You never know.
That's what's keeping Connor from committing.
No, I've had friends of mine say you helped push her in that direction because we had a very bad, parting of the ways. Anything crazy, Jamie?
No.
No craziness? Even in your European travels? Weren't you staying in like hostels
Oh, yeah.
with your clothes on a stick?
Mm-hmm. Basically.
Like in a moving place to
Yeah,
place?
it's fun.
Jamie's going from Ritz-Carlton to Ritz-Carlton in Europe at that point. Coach, craziness?
Yeah.
I bet you'd have one.
So I met somebody on years ago before I was married. I met somebody on a dating website and told her that I didn't want to see her anymore. And she stole my trash.
What?
It was outside of my house on like a trash day is like Monday. So I guess I must have put the trash out before our date. She followed me home from from like the restaurant or something and stole my trash. My neighbor saw her go around the block, pull up to my house, open up the trunk of her SUV, put my trash bag in the back of her SUV, and drive off.
What was she looking?
raccoon?
What was she going to do?
I have no idea.
Oh, I know what she's probably
I had
gonna
to
do.
cancel credit cards and all kinds of stuff because I thought maybe I had some slips in there. Stole my trash.
Her name was Eileen Warnos, right?
Don't you have the shredder?
No.
Don't you have a shredder?
I don't know.
Come on, Coach.
I don't know what I was thinking.
You know,
back.
in Seinfeld, the bad breaker-upper?
Yes.
I feel like Coach is a bad breaker-upper.
That's me, yes.
I think
Yeah.
you are too.
Yeah.
I don't think you.
Coach breaks up with "Don't call me." And for those out there that don't know, Coach is habitual for just texting randomly to us, call me.
Yes, exactly.
And since he's in management, every time he says it, we all think we're getting fired.
It's bad stuff.
Who steals trash?
That's psycho.
No, she wanted your credit card numbers or something.
I guess.
She was going to try to sabotage you.
Or she wanted you to use Q-tips.
Or oh, yeah.
Maybe she had a kink.
It's a new definition of a dirty girl.
Yeah.
Is that kink? Because I've got the Q. Whoa. I have the Q-tip kink then.
Yeah?
I love Q-tips.
Oh, God, this just got weird.
Q-tip in the morning.
I don't feel comfortable now.
Wait a minute.
Can I switch shows?
Q-tip
Are you
in the
stealing
morning.
Coach's trash?
Q-tip in the morning, Q-tip at night.
That's a lot of Q-tipping.
2 a day.
Wow. I don't know if that's recommended by your doctor.
Oh, no. They always say is that you're pushing crap into your ear.
Yeah.
But my ears are spotless.
Huh.
How do you know? You can't see into them.
Because they're spotless, because I know, because I can clean. You can see into your ear.
You can't see into your ear. What are you
Just pull
talking
a
about?
You can stop. You can get a mirror.
You're speaking nonsense.
You can
With
get
a
a mirror and
How
look
many
at your
mirrors are you posting up so you can see into? I'm not believing this.
Don't you?
No. He's got a Patrick
You don't
Bateman
have a wife.
bathroom.
Yeah. Does your wife
Tons
not
of
have?
mirrors.
Does your wife not have the amplified mirror?
No.
Really?
No. Like the light up?
Yeah,
thing?
the one with you can.
No.
Really?
No.
Where's she put on her makeup?
In our bathroom.
In her bathroom. She doesn't have anything to.
No, we just have the medicine cabinet mirror.
Just as a medicine cabinet mirror.
Yeah. And then she has the full length on the closet door.
There's a Christmas one. There's a Christmas thing.
Oh,
She'd
the highlight,
appreciate it.
yeah.
Not like the amplifier one. She'll love you for
All
it.
right.
Pat, I know how much you love, being thoughtful like that.
Yeah, I guess.
The
Sure.
amplified
I'm
mirror.
more concerned about her nailing Father's Day gift. If we're being honest.
This Sunday?
I'll get to her later.
I keep getting asked what I want. I have no idea.
I don't know either. There's a lot of Croc talk on the YouTube
Hey.
page. I might ask for a pair of new Crocs.
No.
Yeah.
New Crocs.
You can put your Crocs on with your bucket hat?
Yeah. I mean, look out, ladies.
Congratulations.
Oh, my
You've
God.
officially become a dad.
Seriously. You don't want to have sex anymore anyway. You've already had the 2. Hey,
Crocs.
FanFest 2022 is scheduled Saturday, October the 1st from 1 to 5 at Xfinity Live. You got to be 21 to enter, and stay tuned to The Fanatic for updates on special guest events and more fun that we'll have planned for you that day. And we will find a way to give you some tickets a little bit later on in the show today to FanFest. In the linchpin, Jamie wants to know, how you liking your June?
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, the Phillies are most likely going to set the greatest month of June in franchise history.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they started it basically 8-0.
Okay.
Let me. Sorry, I lost my stat here. They started off 9-0. So this dates back to 2012. Their entire wins in these years, I'm just going to buzz through them. 2012, 9. 2013, 13. 2014, 12. 2015, 8. 2016, 9. 2017, 9. 2018, 13. Big summer there.
Wait a minute.
2019, 11. 2020, 0, because it was the short and abbreviated season. 2021, 12. And they already have 9 in 2022 with 17 games remaining.
That doesn't even make any sense.
I mean, they could potentially get, 17 or 18 wins.
They could have the best month by what, Father's Day?
Pretty much.
Because they play 8 games this week.
Is it 8 this week?
They play 8.
That's awesome.
They play 8 times.
Yeah, but just to put in perspective, we're not used to this. It's been a long decade of not great baseball, and they're on pace to just blow out of the water months of June over the past decade, which is pretty cool. And just wanted to appreciate that because it's now Schwarber season. I think they're second in the NL in home runs and slugging percentage. We all know the deficiencies, bullpen here and there, and the defense, baseball IQ in general. Like Alec Boehm yesterday, dude. What are you doing? How do you not know the situation there? But
and then swing at the first pitch and another one.
But they can rake, and it's translating right now. Can they rake enough to overcome their lack of bullpen and defensive woes? Probably. I expect playoffs.
Well, I think we expected playoffs before the year, so
yeah,
it
sure.
should be.
But,
and
I mean, you were, 12 and a half games out of the wild card? Or out of the division
a week 12
ago?
and a half out of the division, now you're 9.
Yeah.
That's a nice makeup.
Freaking Braves.
Just
winning
get
10 in a row.
11.
11?
It's terrible.
What the hell?
It's terrible. You lost ground to the Braves in a 9-game winning streak. You literally lost. You won 9 in a row.
All that matters is the wild card.
Right, exactly.
Getting there. So I'm not really even looking at the Braves so much. It's
No,
more
I
of the
want.
wild card.
I'm just going to look at wild card.
Yeah, I skip over the division standings completely.
Yeah, just look at
Yeah, I
wild
don't
card
even look
standings.
at it.
What are you, 3.5 today or 3?
Yeah,
let me just pull
look
it
at
up
your
here.
division standings.
I
is
look
like
at it right
looking
now.
at your credit card bill. Like
You're
just
three.
ignore it.
You're 3.5 today, but literally Milwaukee has dropped below the line. So now Milwaukee's the only team that is below the line, other than you. You're right behind Milwaukee by 3 games. You beat Milwaukee 3 times last week. You're fine with that. So you're climbing there. You want to at least get into that, as long as you're in one of those top 2 spots where you haven't fallen too far back.
Yeah, I feel like in years past, July and August have been pretty good, but as we just showed, June was kind of sluggish. Now they're ramping it up in June, and if they can continue with July and August being good, I mean, I think they're going to make the playoffs.
Well, last year you had the big winning streak in August, and then you had the you had a winning streak like right around Labor Day. There were those 2 streaks, so maybe that'll come later. Connor, you have a podcast called Locked On Phillies.
I do. It's a fun one. Daily podcast. I'll be putting out an episode today, right after this show.
And
I agree with what Jamie's saying, that it puts them in a great spot. I'd rather them be hot in September, because that seems to be the death of this team every year. As they get down the stretch, and early September kills them, even though they're good in the summer. But the schedule's so easy the rest of the way. This streak came against teams that are better than the teams that they're going to be playing largely over the rest of the summer. So, yeah, I like their chances.
There you go. You feeling good about that?
It's going to be interesting to see what they do at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Because it's a month and a half away.
It still is, it's still a while away.
But with the easy part of their schedule coming up, they could theoretically be very into it, if not and solidified in a playoff spot. So what are they going to do? We've talked about their minor league system before not being great, and that's never a good barometer of the fact of we can't trade for anybody. You saw that last year, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Well, you should bring Mark Appel up then pretty soon, because if you want to know if you can count on him.
You want to know what you can count on him. You can use him.
Because he could be a bullpen upgrade at the trade deadline.
I think if Corey Knebel was out longer, they probably would. I think they're just waiting for... I don't think they're sitting there going man, we can't wait for an injury, but if there's a long sustained injury to a reliever, he'll be up.
There you go. Phillies in action tonight against the Marlins. We'll have more on that coming up on the show.
Marlins.
Yeah, we'll get into more of that. So the Stanley Cup Finals are getting ready to begin.
Yeah.
I know that it's the NHL, in all their wisdom, is behind the NBA, which just does.
What's wrong with that?
Just doesn't make any sense.
It does. It's smart.
Why?
And because by the time the NBA is done, the only game in town is going to be baseball, which is in regular season, or the Stanley Cup playoffs.
And we're going to see if that pays off for them.
Yeah, I at least giving them credit for not going head to head with the NBA in a lot of ways. But yeah, Colorado versus Tampa Bay.
I love that matchup.
I hopped on.
Great matchup.
Hopped on my betting app, was looking at the numbers, and Colorado is minus 190.
Oh, I'd take Tampa.
And I was wondering, just go around the room real quick, because I know we got Zamboner over here and Jamie.
Yeah.
Big hockey guy.
But I know the Lightning are a dynasty.
Big hockey guy.
Yeah, big Palat fan.
I'll take Tampa.
Who do you got, James?
I mean, as a gambler, I'll take the underdog there.
I'll take the 2-time Stanley Cup champs.
I'm not even... Connor?
Tampa Bay.
I'm not even saying this is a better. I just think they're going to win. Because they have a goaltender and who Colorado is garbage in net. I mean, they have an incredible offense and they're a little bit banged up with Sam Girard, but Tampa's rolling right now. I mean, they had that 9-game layoff, and you're seeing Colorado have a long layoff, and that could affect them in game 1, but I think Tampa's going to three-peat. And good for Tampa Bay, because they really need another championship. Yeah, that diehard fan base down there, but...
Well, no, the hockey team gets great.
They do.
They have a great fan base. You're thinking of the baseball.
No, I'm just joking around about the entirety of Florida supporting teams. But no, you're right. They do have a decent fan base.
They figured out, though. You see, what they figured out is, though, with hockey is, first of all, they marketed that team well. They've had success. But, 2, that stadium district is freaking awesome.
Yeah, we passed by it when we were in Tampa.
There's
Emily looks
bars
cool.
and restaurants and all that kind of stuff to hang out. It's beautiful weather. You can go down there. It is great.
So, as a Zamboner, can I ask a question of a nightmare? Is passing on Cale Makar the one that's going to haunt the Flyers for 20 years?
Flyers.
You took Nolan Patrick second, and I know
but it wasn't contested at the time.
Yeah,
it wasn't. I mean. But Nolan Patrick was kind of the consensus number 2 overall pick. The reason I say no, and I know a lot of Flyers fans I've talked to say yes, is because Miro Heiskanen, the defenseman for the Stars, went one pick after Nolan Patrick. So Cal McCarr wasn't even the first defenseman taken. If you were going to take a defenseman, yeah, okay, they might have taken Cal McCarr, but they also might have taken the first defenseman off the board, which is Miro Heiskanen. And Miro Heiskanen is a good player, but he's not Cal McCarr. Cal McCarr is...
Is he better than what the Flyers have?
Oh, yeah.
So both guys that went after Nolan Patrick.
Yeah, the only thing is, though, is at that time, nobody was saying that on that day.
86 points for him
This wasn't Anthony Bennett. By the way, the 5th overall pick, Elias Pettersson, that year is a stud, too.
Cool.
You're
so that draft was just total abomination.
I think they had another second-round pick that year, and they took Jay O'Brien. And you can just say, who's Jay O'Brien is the correct question.
Is he on the red carpet, too?
He went to Providence his first year, sucked. Transferred out. Now he's at BC. He's okay, but he's like going to be at best a third pair defenseman. So they just kind of failed.
Sweet.
It's not good.
Hey, you thought that the 9-game winning streak was something for your Phillies this past week, and it was. It was great reason to celebrate. But the 8 games played this week are going to actually be more mission critical to deciding whether this team is for real or not, and it all begins tonight. We'll get to that next as we start the 7 o'clock hour. Hope your summer Monday is doing well. How many people are driving back from the shore this morning to try to go to work after a weekend at the beach? That'd be pretty fun. It's the John Kincade Show. Glad you have us on with you here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I know the AACR, the American Association for Cancer Research, partnering with our show is a huge thing for me because being touched by cancer directly in my life, it changed my life. It absolutely affected every part of my life. And you know any single person that has gone through this, whether it is your best friend, whether it is your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, you know that surviving cancer is a family battle. And one of the things that the AACR does is it supports 50,000 plus researchers worldwide that help drive progress towards a cure. And there are almost 17 million Americans just like me who are cancer survivors today because of you, because of your generosity, because of the fact that you cared. And I know that when you donate to the AACR, you're supporting not only the cancer patient themselves, but the family. The mom who gets to go home to her kids, the husband who gets to go home to his wife. You make that impact. You make that difference. And every single donation counts. $5, $10, $20. You can even donate on a monthly basis, a small amount if you will. Go to aacr.org/fanatic. That's aacr.org/fanatic. Because I'm here and living proof that cancer research saves lives.
The John Kincade Show.
Sir, one more outburst, I will strangle you with my microphone wire. You understand me?
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Wawa's always here to help you fly through your day with options that fit your life, like delivery, curbside, and order ahead options in the Wawa app. Slammed with back-to-back meetings? We'll deliver. Want to finish the song you're listening to? Choose curbside. Get more minutes back in your day by going with our order ahead option.
Welcome to Wawa.
No matter what your day looks like, Wawa how you wanna. Download the Wawa app today. Everyone's been talking about the new Wawa burgers.
Yo, got the burger! Yeah.
But ever since you showed up with the smoky barbecue bacon cheeseburger, the Chipotle charged Southwest burger, and the incredibly delicious nacho cheeseburger, no one said a word.
Yo, this is so good.
Tonight, we discover the next burger sensation. Tonight, we Wawa.
Listen up, people. Your first bet with the Caesars Sportsbook app, it's risk-free, up to $1,500. Download the app and use promo code RADIO15 and then place your first bet. If you win, congrats. If not, you'll get your wager back as a free bet.
Must be 21 and physically present in New Jersey. New users only. Bet amount of qualifying wager returned only if wager is settled as a loss. Paid as a single bet credit. Must be used within 14 days. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Caesars Sportsbook. Download it.
Hey, it's Mike Missinelli here for Landis Block and Concrete. There is nothing like having a beautiful backyard. Think of many things you can do with it. You can sit outside on a nice little patio, have a nice glass of wine, have a few friends over to cook on your Landis Block outdoor kitchen? Turn your backyard into a personal paradise with Landis Block. They're the resource center for all outdoor living. All you need is imagination, space, and a budget. Check out the photo gallery at landisbc.com. That's landisbc.com for Landis Block, jaw-dropping outdoor paradises.
And now a small business setback. Set to smooth jazz.
It's late. You're driving in the rain with only one thing on your mind. The deer about to total your HVAC van. But with Progressive's 30-plus customizable coverage options, you're covered. The rest is just saxophone.
When running your small business gets rough, Progressive Commercial is there to smooth it out. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Twinkly sound.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage and discounts not available for all vehicles or states. Policy terms and conditions apply.
Breakfast better, like with our Breakfast Baconator. Better from top to bottom bun. Savory sausage patty? Better. Crispy oven-baked bacon? Better. Fresh cracked egg? Better. The Breakfast Baconator might just be the greatest breakfast sandwich of all time. So you can keep settling for not better, or you can get a better breakfast from Wendy's. Tough choice. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Better Breakfast.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
A dad in Lowe's feels just like being a kid again. This Father's Day, find prices to treat him to the gifts he craves. Like $60 savings on your choice of a DeWalt 20-volt max brushless drill or impact driver kit. Was $159, now $99. Or an Ego 615 CFM blower. Everyday low price of $199. There's nothing sweeter than Father's Day at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, about 6/9 through 6/15.
Thanks, everyone, for baking your way here on this toasty morning. Are you all ready to jam? Excellent. Before we get rolling, let's start by hashing out everything bagel will be discussing. Profit margins are okay, but they could maybe be butter. Sorry, I don't mean to waffle. Next quarter, it's all or muffin. Did you have a question, Sausage Patty?
My name's Patricia.
When you can't take your mind off breakfast, it matters where you stay. Delicious breakfast available at our Hilton family of brands. Hilton, for the stay.
Attention locals. Amazon has a variety of jobs near you. Whether you're looking for full-time, part-time, or seasonal work, you can discover just the right role for you. Amazon Jobs offer the whole package with great pay and flexible schedules that you can choose to fit your life. To join a team of hourly associates who work together, delivering smiles to customers all across the country, head to amazon.com/hourly. That's amazon.com/hourly. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
It's a fact. Only 0.0001% of people will ever step up to the plate as a pro baseball player. For the rest of us, there's BetRivers.com Sportsbook app. Featuring same-game parlays, you can combine the excitement of different bets all from the same game. Totals? Bet 'em. Spreads? Bet 'em. Player props? It's a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you're a small business, there are lots of choices when it comes to your internet and technology needs. But when you choose Comcast Business Internet, you choose the largest, fastest, reliable network. You choose advanced security for total peace of mind. And you choose fiber solutions with speeds up to 10 gigs available to more small businesses than any other provider. That's virtually everywhere we serve. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia. A Beasley Media Group station. Home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You may not officially be one of my endless cousins, but I do consider you part of our family.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
The 7 a.m. hour of the John Kincade Show is brought to you by the all-new Bet Parks app. Sportsbook and casino in one sleek, easy-to-use app in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. You'll love the Parks app. Use the promo code Kincade for that risk-free bet up to $750. Jamie, you are on video.
Yeah.
There was a fight that broke out yesterday down at Citizens Bank Park between two portly older gentlemen.
Yeah, I couldn't make out how it started or what it was, but it looked like somebody in a row ahead of somebody else. I don't know. They had some words to say. A female got in the middle of them. There might have been like a shoulder push on the lady, and then a punch was thrown.
Oh, no.
And then next thing I know, about 5 rows in front of me, 2 guys are throwing haymakers at each other, and one's punching one in the back of the head.
Now, did somebody now the one report here? Now, again, no, this isn't reporting. I'm just reading.
I didn't notice
Is
it
that
until
one
the first
man,
punch.
One
was
man
thrown.
touched a woman on the shoulder.
It looked
Or,
like I
pushed her?
kind of a push.
Guess what? At that point,
I
don't-
hear you.
Don't
but
don't touch somebody's wife. You're a man. What the hell are you doing? If that is really what happened, and it appears that seems to be the consensus, is that
it
one
wasn't
man
like a shove.
shoved
It was like a get away from me type of
Was she pushing him?
From the video I saw, it looked like she was yapping in his face pretty loud.
Okay. You know what you can do if a woman's yapping in your face and you're a man?
Walk away.
You can walk away.
Yeah.
You can use your feet. Seriously.
So I felt bad because I was
Putting hands on a woman?
I was telling you guys the security guard in my section was great. It was section 138. The guy up there was great, and the lady up there. So he comes running down, but he's like a skinny-ish older gentleman, and these 2 guys were going at it pretty good. And I'm sitting there, and I'm shoving my daughter inside the aisle not to see it, and
That's terrible.
make sure it doesn't spill over towards us. And I see this guy, and I was just like, "Am I gonna have to help?" I mean, Philly's the staff did a great job. The cops and bigger security was there within probably a minute and a half or so. But there was a minute where I was like, am I going to have to help this security guard out? Luckily, a guy that was closer to the action, that was a big dude, kind of gripped one of the guys and threw him away. And it was dispersed quickly, and the Philly staff, interviewed, and they did a great job handling it. But it was pretty embarrassing.
Any doubt that alcohol was involved?
I would say no.
Never a doubt.
But Sunday's kind of family day.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's a day game. There were so many kids in our section. It was just a cringy experience.
Such things don't happen in Section 431.
No? 431 is peace and love.
It's
Row
peaceful?
1, Section 431 is a real family atmosphere.
That's where Blue sits?
Dude, I swear to God, I was just about to say that. That's where Blue sits.
It's serene?
Blue and Aaron, yeah. Yeah, they have moss and
the
trees.
and the cement talks to her?
Yeah, they have one of those like nice fountains that, it's just it's good for the ear.
By the way, Karen sends along a note to me. And she says, John.
Karen?
Karen. I think it's Karen. Carryn.
Karen?
No,
it sounds
Karen.
I think this is like Joe
Ryn.
I think this is like Joe Dirte.
No, I think it's Karen. And I knew a couple Karens I worked with, so that there were Karens, and they spelled them that way.
What do you say, Karen?
Usually with just the one R. Karen says, John, mock it all you wish. And by the way, I do love the show. My husband started listening and watching it on YouTube, and now I find myself putting it on the car on the way to work. Mock the metaphysical all you want. There are people who can communicate with animals and trees.
Yeah, Dr. Doolittle. I watched a movie about it.
Yeah.
And I said to Karen, I said, if I could ever see proof of something like that, I'd be glad to embrace. There's no proof that people can talk to dogs.
I believe it.
There's no proof. But you can say it. But you can say it just as defiantly. No, people can't.
No,
there's no proof people can talk to trees.
When I say J-Roll, do you want to go to the park? He knows what's up.
Now Karen says like this. She said, John, talking to plants helps them grow.
I've heard
that's
that.
true.
What?
That is
true.
No,
that one I think you can prove.
1,000% true.
That one you can
true.
You can prove that.
How can you prove it?
It's been proven by
because they grow via oxygen, so you're talking to them using oxygen.
But the talking has nothing to do with it.
You have to be close up. You can't be like across the room having a conversation about the Phillies. You have to be loving on it.
Coach knows stuff.
Well, you're a Mythbusters fan, right?
Yes, I love
I was going to say, didn't they do it?
They did an episode where they had plants growing in an environment where they had like heavy metal headbanger music and then very, very nice
serene music.
Yes, and the plants that were in the very serene surrounding grew better than the heavy metal headbanger music.
The headbanger music was keeping the plants up at night.
Cannibal Corpse?
So people can talk to them, though, which is the point we made, is because that is part. I think that was part of the Mythbusters one. I forgot about the music one. Is that it's the oxygen that you're putting in the plant's vicinity.
Yeah, they're growing better when you talk to it.
It's not that you're talking. You could just breathe on them.
They're not
weird.
Talking.
Yeah,
that's
would be
weird. If someone's just breathing on you and they're not having a conversation, it's psycho stuff.
Karen says she would love one day to take us all into a room and let us connect to our metaphysical selves.
Ooh.
I said, I think we may have to do that with Karin.
I would do it.
Yeah, I'm down.
She said her husband, more of a meathead, tends to laugh at these things too, and I'm sure he's listening to this show right now, so say hello to Jared.
What do you say, Jerry?
Jared.
What do you say, Jared?
So Jared the meathead she calls him a meathead. So Jared's a meathead and probably enjoys our conversation. Karin did not find it.
I believe people can
talk to dogs.
Sense things in.
I can talk to my dog. My dog listens to me.
Yeah,
I say, Nikki, inside.
Yeah.
Nikki runs and gets inside her crate.
Yeah, they understand English. They're cool.
Yeah, but that's not talking to your dog.
Dogs
It is. You talk, they listen.
Yeah.
They listen. Yes, there are people who talk to dogs. Everybody
Dogs are
talks to
amazing.
their
Like
dog.
in Spain, do you know they know Spanish?
It's amazing.
Isn't that incredible? In France,
In
they
China,
know
they-
French.
No, they don't.
In China, they know Mandarin.
Lay bark.
Les bark.
These dogs are incredible, John.
You've had a
Les
strong hour, Connor. I'm gonna acknowledge
Les
it.
Woof. We have so many. We have so much wildlife in our backyard. So now Nikki Foles being out on her screened-in little porch, she is just constantly. We have the gigantic raccoon that is probably, I'm guessing, 15 pounds or more. We have the feral calico cat that also comes out of the woods. We have bunnies everywhere, constantly running around the back. Rabbits everywhere, and we have the giant wolf that shows up on the that shows up in the middle of the night on the Ring doorbell.
Are you allowed a fence?
We are not fenced. No, we're not. It's a community, but we do not have a fence. No. So all the wildlife just comes and goes. My wife's like, I don't want anything that's going to keep the wildlife out. That's great.
No.
They
Well,
keep
I
them
thought
walking-
for Nikki Foles, if you
Oh,
want to
Nikki,
just let her.
no, she
you
can
know,
go for a walk. No,
King of
no,
the castle.
no.
Stroll her
Are you
yard.
kidding me? That raccoon would take her apart and like put a pelt on her wall if that was the case. Hey, welcome to the week of 8 National League East games that should absolutely define the summer of 2022. Because right now the Phillies are 6-14 in the National League East. And the red-hot Marlins are coming to town. And that's a storyline that needs to be rewritten. You've started the season against the Marlins, 1-3. You've started the season against the Mets, 3-9. So already that's between those two teams, you're 4-12. And it matters to win your divisional games matters. The Marlins are right on your backsides. The Marlins could pull past you.
Yeah.
You have to make a statement this week because if this year, if you truly, like you're confident about a playoff berth, if you continue to not win divisional games, you're not making the postseason. This is not going to be, you're 6-14 in the division. You continue on a terrible pace like this. Postseason baseball is a absolute myth.
I feel like this is an evergreen topic for us.
Yeah. Every
really
year
is.
it comes down
It
to the
is.
Marlins.
It's like, it's not hard, guys. Just win your divisional games. And come October, it's like, why
couldn't
didn't
they
beat the
just
Marlins?
done that?
Yeah, why didn't they make the playoffs? They didn't win their divisional game.
This is a big one for your boy tonight, Nola. And
It is big.
You know, Alcantara. It's really
Alcantara.
Alcantara. I'm going to stick with it. It feels right.
No, he's good. Have some respect.
I
Say
know.
his name the way he asked you to say it.
He's got a 1.6 ERA this year. He's dealing.
So he changed his name and look at the ERA.
You're getting Lopez in game 3. So this is not an easy series by any means. And Nola's got to, he's not to be a stopper because he only lost 1, but you don't want to give momentum back. And getting game 1 in a series versus the Marlins mentally, I think is just good for business to kind of get over that hump. And if you can do it against Alcantara, I'm not going to do it, guys.
Alcantara. Why is this hard?
Alcantara, because he was Alcantara for the first couple years of his career, and it's tattooed in my brain.
I don't actually think he was.
I think he was.
I think we were just saying his name.
I think we were
wrong.
saying his name.
I really do. I think it was like, hey, he pitches for the Marlins. Is he really going to be in the league that long?
Well, Joe Theismann was Joe Theismann.
Joe Theismann.
And then he wanted to win the Heisman, so he told everybody to call him Joe Theismann, and then he never turned it back.
Yeah.
Josie, dude.
But big one for Nola tonight. You know,
it is very, very big. And
you mentally have to get over this Marlins boogeyman, whatever it is, and you gotta win a series versus them.
That would be a nice change.
I'd enjoy
Crazy
that.
thought, take advantage of like bad teams.
Well, they're not bad. I mean, they're not bad.
They're not horrible, but they're still. I mean,
you should beat them.
Exactly. That's yes.
You're 2 games ahead of the Marlins.
They're not as bad as they have previously have been in the past. But yes, you still should beat them. Like that's just the start and end of it is you should win this series. And my confidence level is mixed. I want to tell myself like, oh, it's a new year, it's a new team. But then I've been burned by this logic seemingly every year.
I have no confidence.
It's like the boogeyman.
Yeah.
For Philly, at least, obviously for the organization too, but for the organization and the fan base, they are the boogeyman. And they're the Marlins.
I know.
Like, this isn't like an historic team. They're the Marlins. They trade their best player for slop
and they have as many
4
World
years.
Series as the Phillies.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
Now,
they get hot sometimes.
Did you, speaking of the Marlins coming to town, do you hear some of these stuff on now that Jeter's exited the franchise? Like some of the stuff that comes out from like
no, is he giving goodie bags to fired employees?
No, but like there were players that like approached Jeter and were like, well, what do you think about this? Can you help me with this? Is there anything you can do with this? Because Derek Jeter, a lot of these guys grew up idolizing Derek Jeter. And he said, well, I'm an executive now. You really lean on the hitting instructor. Lean on one of the coaches. Now, in Derek Jeter's defense, he may have tried to say, look, I don't want to step on people's toes.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
But during spring training, this kind of stuff happens all the time. And he said, I'm an executive now. You need to talk to your hitting coach. Talk to them. So in one way, I defend Derek Jeter that he probably was saying, hey, I don't want to be a jerk to the guy we've hired to coach these guys. But this happens in spring training all the time. Legends of the game of franchises come to town, and Mike Schmidt or whoever it is in town, and players will literally be working on the field with Mike Schmidt or talking with Larry Boa or talking with, and they're not, like, I don't understand it. Like, he didn't want to.
It seems like he was very concerned about being an executive type and not just a former great player. That's what it might have been. That's what it smells like to me.
I defend him on the fact is that, but there were players who were offended by it. They were like,
it's a little weird.
He was my idol.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It might be similar to how Billy Beane does things in Oakland of like, I don't want to get too attached to these guys. I don't want to build a relationship with them. It might be tough to trade them. Yeah, I think it's a little weird. I mean, it also depends on the messaging. Like, you can nicely say, hey, I think it's just respectful if we just go through the hitting coach. I appreciate it, but, that's why we hired him. Like, there's ways to do it. Doesn't really seem like he did it, though. Seems like he kind of pissed some people off with
it's
how he handled it.
But the thing is, though, I think he's trying to be – I can't imagine Derek Jeter not being a good guy or to a baseball player. He was so well respected in his career by guys on every franchise.
I mean, he might have that lore, though.
Yeah, he could. I kind of agree a little bit with what Pat's saying with the type of separation between a front office guy and the players is tough, and especially if you're coming out and you're Jeter and you want to start your next level of doing this, try and establish yourself as a legitimate front office person, because a lot of people might be like, well, he's just doing this because he's Jeter and he's a name and everything, but he's not actually going to be able to cut it, and trying to frame out his space in that new role. Clearly it didn't work out, but it's a weird situation. It's a weird balance to strike, being a former great player and then going into the front office.
Okay, so we got Bill, we got Sandy Colfax, who one of my favorites on Twitter, and Michael Beam, who's gone, it's carbon dioxide, not oxygen. But breathing on top of your plants helps your plants grow. But we're absolutely wrong.
Of our voices.
That is there. I don't think it's
I think that's what it is.
But they were getting on us going, and our friend Woody, too, was going, oh, my gosh, you guys. With it's the carbon dioxide.
I'm still on my first coffee, man. It's too much for science class.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Come on.
Okay.
Like, what,
I
high
didn't
school
even join
now?
that.
Like, we're nitpicking about carbon dioxide and oxygen? Remind me, what's oxygen again?
Did you hate science? Now, the thing is, I hated science.
In hindsight, I wish I didn't dislike it as much.
I hated it.
No, I hated it, and I have no regrets about hating it.
I loved it.
Okay, now what's weird is, though,
I thought it was cool.
Loved it.
My mom was a biochem major. She's worked in science her whole life, so I grew up on it.
I got a theory. I have a theory about this, though.
Did you just call my mom a nerd?
Yeah.
Is that I knew a lot of – now, I knew some smart kids that I went to school with, but I knew a lot of kids that hated science. I think it's because, like, did you ever before you got to high school, did you ever do a lab? Like, in 1st through 8th grade. Like, we never did labs.
Yeah, we had some stuff in grade school.
We didn't.
Like,
we
I think
did
7th and 8th grade you got into.
Yeah, it's like 8th grade. It was the late middle school. You got
Mrs. Balo.
What did Mrs. Balo do?
We do occasional lab work. We watched a lot of Discovery, like scientific shows back then. She was a good science teacher. I liked science.
I hated science.
I hated math, which is part of science.
Some sciences. I like the earth and space sciences, like the biology. I didn't like the physics where the math got
I took
involved.
a physics-based astronomy class by accident in high school, thinking,
awful.
Dude,
Oh my gosh.
it might have been the hardest class I've ever taken.
And
in
they
my
already
life.
let you skip out of language.
Yeah.
We learned that.
I
LaSalle
was like,
already gave
astronomy.
Jamie the.
Yeah, this should be cool.
I took an astronomy class in college, and
Was it hard?
That was dropped.
What do you mean? Was that hard?
Yeah, it's hard.
It
Why?
was.
I don't
First of all, so I signed up for it, and it was a 3-hour lab at night, and I was like, all right, like I can do it once a week. And then the Phillies, it was 08, so that once a week ended up. I have no regrets about this. My if you look at my grades from spring 08 to fall of 08,
terrible.
When the Phillies were good, I tanked. Like my guidance, whatever you call it, the counselor, the person who like oversees your career or whatever at school. It's like, what the hell happened?
So the 08 Phillies.
Well, the 08 Phillies happened. I mean, I'm not going to school because
the 08 Phillies
rolling,
kept you out of Temple.
I mean,
we can blame them.
I think I could. No, I could have transferred into Temple.
Jimmy Rollins kept you out of Temple.
I didn't try to transfer into Temple.
Ryan Howard.
I didn't try to transfer.
Yeah, but you tried to get in the beginning.
At the beginning, but
Because
the beginning, I graduated in 07. So.
Yeah, that's the truth.
No, I just
your grades
they didn't
tanked.
want me, man. I don't know what, but in 08, yeah, my grades tanked. And I
They
have
do
zero
want
regrets.
you now, though. They love
zero regrets about not going to a final. I didn't go to a theater final because
what?
Yeah, well, it was game
Wait a
one
minute,
against the Dodgers.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I took a theater class, which obviously is like this will be an easy grade.
A theater
And
final?
There wasn't a final. It was a midterm. Like the midterm, and it was like you can't skip it.
Okay, but what did you have to do?
I'm like, well, Phillies are taking on the Dodgers at 4:00, and this class starts at 3:30. So priorities, and I didn't go to the final, and I watched Derek Lowe and I think it was Cole Hamels battle it out. And
What
the
did
Phillies
you
ended
have
up
to
winning.
do in the theater final? I mean, the theater midterm.
Dude, that class was like, literally we spent 3 hours on curtains
Wait a
one
minute,
time.
there were tests
Yeah.
in a theater
Yeah.
class?
Oh, yeah.
Connor, you never took theater class, did you?
I took it in college, yeah, but I had to for an art elective. It was real easy. My only issue was one time our professor was real, like you had to get into your character, which was part of the lesson of the class, and I was doing one from like a Vietnam War vet coming back. And she asked me what years were the Vietnam War.
Oh, no.
I said like 1985.
She wanted you to be method.
It wasn't great. She put me on the
85.
spot. I was in theater class. I was zoned out.
85.
It was not good.
She wanted Connor to be Daniel Day-Lewis.
Wait a minute, I would have been in Vietnam?
Maybe.
Oh,
I
my
don't know.
gosh. Hey, the beach, the boardwalk, the boat on the bay. You can get your Bet Parks app cranked up in New Jersey. You got to be 21 if you have a gambling problem. Please call 1-800-GAMBLER. We had to do an art elective at Temple, and it was what did I take? I think I took some sort of I think it was like you could take it as like a speech monologues where you had to do like
the vagina monologues.
No, you had to pretend to be
Heard of it.
like you had to do a speech from like do speeches from like Winston Churchill and stuff like. But you had to be able to present them in character and stuff.
That sounds hard.
It was hard.
Yeah, it does sound hard.
But you had to memorize too.
There were so many pointless classes that we were forced, and I know it's all of us. You're forced to take in college. You look back, go, man, what a waste of money that was. And
Yeah.
theater's up there.
Like, why not
Well, no, but
teach
you
me about
chose
taxes?
to take that, didn't you?
But I had to do it. Like, it wasn't a situation of like, hey, you can take this class and we'll still let you graduate. Like, I had to fulfill a requirement to take it. And looking back on it, I'm skipping midterms to watch,
Well, I'm the
Phillies
person.
Dodgers.
I'm the person who believes financial management should be senior year of high school.
Sure,
Instead of
I
doing, if you want to go take a second math because your kid is brilliant and they're going to go to college to be a doctor or scientist or something, that's cool. But every kid, I think, standard should be a financial management class that is taught.
Yeah,
that people
financial
understand.
literacy is a problem in this country, and it's not taught for some reason. I don't understand that.
Because right now, I mean, honestly, you like there are people who don't understand that.
It doesn't need to be a
What a
business
loan
class. Yeah, like you could do a whole year on just loans, 401ks, taxes, just generalized
Interest.
Yeah,
How do you-
credit cards and scams.
Mr. Moynihan in Doherty did a whole finance class that I took, taught you how to do your taxes.
I think we
you
had-
have to, You have to pay somebody to do your taxes. You told us how to do that and all that good stuff.
We had Mr. Woods and Mr. Cotterall back at O'Hara that did like accounting and stuff like that. I think that should be standard math, though.
Yeah, I do too.
It should be.
Because then let people understand. I saw a thing the other night, and we're not going to get into the discussion of it, but about a presentation on network television about people saying they want their loans forgiven. And they brought on these people to speak about it. Yeah, so do I. And they brought on a bunch of people to speak on it. And I just said, oh, my gosh, these people, they have some of them have multiple degrees. And when I heard them explaining their rationale, I was like, I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand, like, what the articulation of it. I think that there's a lot of that stuff that doesn't go on. I would suggest College Ave student loans. It's always a great way to do it. But it's weird what we don't teach.
Yeah.
And what we do teach.
Yeah, agreed.
It's very strange.
What we teach and what we don't teach. And they can do now, they can give you, this is one thing we found looking at Liv stuff for college. When you know now, they can tell you, these loan companies and everything, and resource sites, they can tell you if you get out of college, you say, oh, I want an art history degree. They can tell you, this is what you can project to make in 2 years after graduation. This is what you can project to make in 5. I want to be an accountant. This is what you can project. Computer programmer blew me away. Do you realize how much?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Like, the 5 years out, 6 years out. It was unbelievable. Like, you put in the career. The kids going for college degrees now can actually go in and go, if I take this loan on, here's how long if I take this degree, it will take me to pay it back. Here's how long if I get this degree, it'll take me to pay it back. So it actually tells you, don't go get that degree. Get this degree, and you'll be free.
Computer programming is one of my regrets in life because LaSalle is a Microsoft certified campus.
It's a big one, right?
Yeah, they have a great program there, and I didn't take advantage of it. And if I could tell, 16-year-old Jamie to do something different.
Do it again.
Get into computer programming and take advantage of the Microsoft training that they had.
All right, it's 90 It's 90 days to the Eagles opener. I know, way too soon. We'll get to that coming up. Plus, it's the week of heroes and villains. And the question is what side are you going to be on? It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I love Omaha Steaks, and I love the fact that Omaha Steaks delivers right to your door. I love the fact that Omaha Steaks is a great, easy-to-give gift idea. Go to omahasteaks.com, put Fanatic in the search bar, and then order the Dads Want Steaks package. For $99, this is what you're going to be sending your dad or whoever you wish. How about those beautiful, smoky, tender, bacon-wrapped filet mignons, the gourmet jumbo franks that Coach loves, and the air-chilled boneless chicken breasts, and delicious caramel apple tartlets, plus 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers. That is an amazing, bold array of flavors. It is going to be awesome, and it's just $99, and you've got time to do it before Father's Day. So go to omahasteaks.com today and get this thing delivered. When that cooler shows up with the dry ice, Dad's going to be like, what's this? And then you are going to be the favored kid this Father's Day. Get on in, go to the omahasteaks.com website, put in the search bar, type in Fanatic, and you're going to get the 16 entrees, the 4 desserts, plus the 8 free Omaha Steaks burgers. Do it today. omahasteaks.com and put in Fanatic.
The John Kincade Show.
Listen, I like kids, but this is not a kids' environment. This is like HBO, no limits.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fingles, owner of New Look Home Design. Trying to buy things right now is crazy. It's either unavailable or it'll take months. It's twice as much or the interest rate is double. They call it volatility, and it's everywhere. Not at New Look. We make roofing easy, and we always do it the same way. A same-day estimate, detailed measure report, 3D rendering of your home, plus line-by-line pricing so you know exactly what you're paying for. And most roofs can be installed within a week. While interest rates in the world go up, New Look holds strong at 0%. And right now, save 50% on all roofing materials. 0% plus 50% off plus a 1-week install. While you have to think about everything else that you do, you don't have to think about where to get a new roof. Call 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. NewLookHomeDesign.com. It's the same way, the easy way.
Yo, Philadelphia, Anthony Gargano here with my childhood friend, Bob Marino, now president, Huntington Valley Bank. Bob, Tell me about Huntington Valley Bank.
We are a full-service, fast-growing community bank with a great lineup of competitive products and services.
Go on.
We've always done residential mortgages, but now we have built a best-in-class business banking group.
Meaning?
We are attracting business customers by offering the best business bankers and the best services to help businesses become number one in their fields.
Sounds like Huntington Valley Bank is the best bank for your business.
Right on. And great tagline, Ant. Here's another stat. We just celebrated our 150th anniversary.
Wow. So Huntington Valley Bank is a seasoned player with a history of working with a team of experienced bankers whose goals are to deliver top-notch customer service. You heard it right here, folks. That's Bob Marino, the GOAT, president of Huntington Valley Bank. The best bank for your business, celebrating 150 years as a top contender in local banking. Huntington Valley Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Dad is the smartest guy you know, so give him a gift that's just as smart. Like a battery-powered smart doorbell from Google Nest that lets him see what's happening at his door and answer it from anywhere. The Google Nest doorbell is now on special buy for only $129.99 and works on any home. Find the best and smartest gifts for Dad. Feels like Father's Day at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid through June 19, 2022 at participating U.S. stores and online, and at 5 per customer.
Something you probably do know. Progressive can not only offer you a great price when you bundle home and auto, they offer you round-the-clock protection. Something you probably don't know? A driveway basketball hoop, including the base, weighs around 400 pounds. Something you probably do know? There's a windstorm coming. Something you probably don't know. A basketball hoop tipping over can poke a hole in a car roof like a can opener. Bundle your home and auto with Progressive and get more than a great price. Get round-the-clock protection. Something you know for the things you don't know. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Beasley Media's Philadelphia digital division continues to grow, and we're looking for qualified candidates. To see the full job description and qualifications for our digital sales strategist, ad operations, and digital sales coordinator positions, go to 97.5thefanatic.com/now hiring. Positions are full-time and include benefits. Please deliver your resume and cover letter to digitalphilly@bbgi.com. Beasley Media Group, LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
Health Partners Plans wants to help you see more clearly. That's why we offer free eyeglasses and contact lenses to our Medicaid members of all ages. We know that wearing prescription eyeglasses or contact lenses can help improve your visibility, but did you know it can also reduce strain on your eyes that may be leading to other health concerns? Health Partners Vision benefits cover eyeglasses or contact lenses in addition to annual eye exams. To learn more about HPP, please call 1-800-553-0784 or visit us online at hpplans.com. When it comes to your vision, be sure to give it a look.
If you're a window installer, keep it simple. Choose Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the clapboard windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And with fewer callbacks, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows, the windows contractors trust the most. Get started at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors.
Hey, it's Cuz. Are you getting ready for a home improvement cleanup? The garage, the bathroom, big move? Let me tell you about the perfect solution, the Bagster. The Bagster, by far the most convenient, affordable way to help with your cleanup. The Bagster isn't just a great product. It's a 3 cubic yard dumpster in a bag sold at Home Depot, Lowe's, local home improvement stores everywhere, and for only $29.99. Holds 3,300 pounds of waste. Buy it, fill it, schedule your collection. Poof, it's gone. Clean it up with the Bagster dumpster in the back.
Behold, New Jersey. With the Caesars Casino app, you have dozens of your favorite slots right at your fingertips. Sign up and get your first deposit matched up to $2,000 with a bonus for slots or video poker, plus a $100 gas card using promo code Radio Casino. Must be 21. Offer valid in New Jersey only and for new users. Minimum wagering within 7 days required to unlock bonus. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Play like a Caesar with Caesars Casino.
The John Kincade Show.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Appreciate you hanging out with the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic on this Monday morning. This is the first summer morning. We're going to get into that later on today in our listener suggested segment of the day. The summer Monday. So Jamie slid over to Bob's seat. Pat slid over to Jamie's seat. Connor slid into Pat's seat. And Coach and I are in our normal seats as we hang out with you this morning. And we hope you're having a good time.
Not as low over here. I like that.
What do you mean?
It's very low over there.
It feels low over there. But you're big.
Yeah, it's probably 6 or 8 inches lower than this table right here. So it just feels different.
So Pat's actually 6'3".
Yeah.
For those of you
Huge.
watching on YouTube.
He's huge.
5'3".
Yeah.
This is a lie.
You look bigger, though. In studio, you look bigger than in there.
We have our happy hour coming up.
Yes,
and
Thursday.
We're going to the one in Bluebell.
Yes.
The first time we went to Bluebell, I walked in the door. I met some listeners. I apologize. I forget their names. But the first thing the woman said to me was, "Holy bleep, you're actually that short."
No.
And she didn't mean it as an insult. It was more of like,
no, but
man,
what do you mean she didn't mean it as an
no,
insult?
because she meant it as, I think she was surprised that we weren't talking it, I mean, pardon the pun, we weren't talking it up. You know, making something out of, like when you have somebody who's like, oh, I'm fat, and then you see him, you're like, you're not, dude, stop.
You're not that fat.
But no, like, we're brutally honest about my limitations in the stature community.
Your shortcomings.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Connor.
You're terrible.
Thank you.
I mean, it was there for the taking. Somebody had to
it was
take
it was a softball.
Low-hanging fruit.
It was a softball, and he didn't walk, so he decided to hit it out of the park.
I was just telling Coach, though, said, I've been doing the co-pair thing. And today's week 8, so I've completed 8 weeks. And it was the lowest weight loss week that I've had. I lost 1 pound. And I've let it all morning sort of bum me out.
Oh, stop, you skinny bitch.
I'm 19 pounds on to 28 is what they told me to
The more
to
you lose, the harder it becomes to lose it.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah.
Muscle weighs more than fat.
Because I did the right things. Like, I mean, it was just like...
You're still doing the right thing.
Yeah, I am, and
I
it's
learned
just
that
weird.
from Tony Perkis. Muscle weighs
Tony
more
Perkis?
Tony Perkis told me muscle weighs more than fat. You cannot
Was he the
forget
guy
it.
who did the... that's Tybo.
No, that was a guy.
Billy
Banks.
Banks. Billy Banks or Billy Blanks?
I thought it was Blanks.
Blanks.
Yeah.
Billy
you go.
Blanks, yeah.
Does he have any kids?
No, he was shooting blanks.
It's incredible.
Thanks for getting me.
Picked up on it, Jamie.
By the way, who uses it? It's Salchunas uses Gibby.
Yeah, Gibby.
On Gibson.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I might have a little bone to pick with Salchunas. Maybe it's just, we don't communicate as much as we used to. But he was there yesterday. I was there yesterday. We could have
you weren't
had
there.
a meeting of the babies and
You
everything.
you weren't there for Sunday morning show, so he was.
Yeah.
You have a lot of nerve.
I guess.
Really?
Yeah, because this scumbag over here, the amount of times where I would go to his old neighborhood, and I mean, I was 5 houses down buying donuts. I probably would have bought him one.
And
I
he
would
never
text him
would
and
go?
say, hey, I'm here. I got my child. You can meet him. And it was like, 35 minutes later, I get to, hey, sorry, I'm just seeing this now. No, you didn't.
Come on,
waited.
Jamie.
And now you're getting on Andrew
terrible.
for not wanting to run into you?
Well,
he's not a friend, Jamie. He's a coworker.
Apparently not.
Jamie, no, Salchunas likes to use Gibson. He likes to call him Gibby. Well, we got another Gibby shout out here in town this week to Patrick Gibbons from St. Joe's Prep ice hockey.
What do you say, Gibby?
He is a rising senior at St. Joe's Prep.
A prepper, huh? It pains me to shout that out.
And he makes his return to General Hospital this week. Gibby is a recurring. Now, I did not
Wait, the
know.
kid from St. Joe's Prep is a regular on General Hospital?
The thing is, as weird as that, I remember when he was a little kid and he was a child actor, I had no idea, he was here.
Huh.
And then people sent it to me the other day and go, he was a child actor, and then I guess in the summer times he picks it up again. And he has been recurring the last few summers. He's recurred on General Hospital, and he comes on for a week or two as this character. He's like a Cub Scout.
Huh.
And they had a good storyline where he was a part of something funny, and then the next year they brought him back and he did something else, and then
That's
this
got to
year's
get him
back
some
again.
dates at the sister schools, right?
And so Patrick Gibbons,
I would think that carries some weight.
he is going to, his family, I think they're going to come out to the happy hour on Thursday night.
Oh, nice.
So Gibby's going to come back. So he is on Wyatt. He plays Wyatt, and he's on this week, and they may be listening to the show this morning. So
You'd be surprised.
Gibby.
Sometimes those guys keep that pretty close to the chest. Because I
An actor, you mean?
Yeah, I went to school with the guy that in Signs, when they do the Brazilian birthday scene, he's the Brazilian birthday boy.
Really?
Yeah, his name's Kevin Pyers. He was the
And you
Brazilian
went to
birthday
school with
boy,
him?
and I went to Doherty with him, and he kept it very
Why?
hush-hush.
Why?
Because I think he was embarrassed about it, and I found out, And I'm like, dude, that's awesome. Like, you need. So I told everyone, I'm like, this is the Brazilian birthday boy. Like, to put some respect on his name. But yeah, it was like, I think he was kind of shy about it or whatnot. But I'm like, you should be proud of this. This is so cool, man. You were in an M. Night Shyamalan movie. And you were in a good M. Night Shyamalan
a good one.
Yeah. So I sometimes those guys, like, if I was a 17-year-old kid, you could probably handle it two ways. You could be like obnoxious about it, or you could probably be like, it's General Hospital. I mean,
none of my buddies are watching.
Because I'll tell you what, you said he plays hockey.
Yeah, he plays hockey, bro.
If I'm a LaSalle hockey fan and I find out that kid's
you're calling him the Ice Princess.
Oh, the signs are being made.
Yeah.
This ain't Port Charles anymore.
Is it now? Now it was weird though, because Port Charles. Yes, yeah. I had people reach out and go, "Do you know this kid?" And I'm like, because we know a lot of people in common. I'm like, I didn't even realize this. Then I realized, wait a minute, one of his hockey coaches is a friend of mine. So I reach out to him, and he goes, I've coached him. I had no idea.
Yeah, see,
he was on General Hospital.
Keeps it quiet.
So now St. Joe's Prep put out the tweet saying, watch him this week with his hockey picture, and I retweeted it for St. Joe's Prep Hockey.
I'm sure he's thrilled about that.
I don't think he's upset about it.
As I said, I mean, if I wouldn't want to be heckled by opposing fan bases about it, but it's cool. It's.
I think the opposing fan bases will be all over.
Did he get paid decently for something like that?
Well, no, he's doing
If you're in SAG, yeah.
He's in SAG. I mean, he is in SAG, so he's coming on, and he literally comes on and did, like, he had a few years ago, what's the movie where the woman ties the man to the bed?
Fast and the Furious 3.
Misery.
Tokyo
Misery.
Kathy Bates.
And they did that kind of storyline where one of the characters was holding another one, and he ended up finding the character. And he just was a very comedic kid and fun and good. So they bring him back. So good job to Gibby. And shout out to the St. Joe's Prep ice hockey program, too. That's now going to have signs. You're not in Port Charles anymore. That's good stuff. It's 90 days to the Eagles opener. Doesn't that feel good to say that, though? It's 90 days away.
Still feels long.
It does, but we have a great summer ahead of it. We got a great summer ahead of us.
Well, some people are calling it the summer of fun.
It's going to be the summer of fun right here with us. But I'm going to ask you, a year ago, take yourself to this day a year ago. Who did you misjudge during the 2021 season? Going into if I had said to you, what was your opinion on this guy going into last year on this date? We're talking about the preview of last year's season. And then we got to see last year's season. Who's a guy that you misjudged?
In a negative way.
You missed it.
Is it negative or positive?
You had a negative opinion maybe, and then they showed you, and you were wrong.
It's hard. I probably convinced myself that Derek Barnett was going to put it together a little bit more than he did. Not saying he was going to be an all-pro caliber player, but I was like, all right, 4th or 5th year in the system. He knows he needs to get his mind right and stop getting dumb penalties. Maybe he'll get a couple more sacks. No. I mean, that was dumb. He can't stop the penalties. He never put it all together. He's back again, which is hilarious. I mean, I guess he was cheap enough that it's worth a shot for depth. But, yeah.
How about Avonte Maddox?
I always really liked Avonte. I didn't think he was going to excel the way he did last year. I thought he would be solid. But that kid's just shown up. I mean, year one, they asked him to play safety. He did it great. Great in terms of a rookie that had never played it before. Year two, they kind of forced him into cornerback too. He struggled a little bit, but, it is what it is. And then year three, they put him in slot, and he ends up probably as like a top 5 or 6 slot cornerback in the league.
I mean, the ultimate one is Howie Roseman. Year ago,
absolutely.
If you're going for players, it was about this time a year ago that I made a proclamation of someone having 1,000 yards. And they didn't have any.
That fell apart.
So that was a rough one. But the guy replaced him. I mean, if you want to go with a current player, the guy replaced him, Quez Watkins. I didn't really buy into the Quez Watkins hype. I still think Quez Watkins is a nice player, not a great player, but still, it's for getting him in the 6th round, you'll take his production every day of the week. So for sure, Quez.
If I told you, Connor, a year from now, we're going to do this again, who's someone you have a negative impression of right now? that has a chance, that they're driving into they're going into NovaCare, they're going to work out? Who's a player you have a sort of a negative impression of now that could change that, you believe could change it a year from now?
Yeah, he's one of the guys we've been worried about all offseason. Marcus Epps. I think a year from now, I don't think he's going to be like a Pro Bowl player, but I think there's enough talent on this defense to cover up some of his deficiencies to the point where next year we could be like, why were we ever worried about this guy?
That's not
the way some of his teammates talk about him is impressive.
It is.
And the fact that they haven't signed anybody else at that position yet might tell you that the team believes in him.
Well, Howie, I think, does.
I just worry that they're talking themselves into him.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, their other option is what? Like, they're not going to...
I know, but
they're not going to crap talk a teammate, and they're constantly asked about him because he's the obvious question mark. I mean, other than Jalen Hurts,
he's a big
like
question
on defense. He's the guy. So it's like you're not gonna crap talk your teammate. You're gonna be like, oh no, he's ready, he's great, he puts in the work, and all blah 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 blah.
I was asked by Cross and Broad about Pat. That's exactly what I said.
See, and we know
Very
that
similar.
he has his worries about me, Jamie. So yeah,
we all do, Pat.
It's understandable. I came in a bargain price though, so but
you fit in under the salary cap beautifully.
Yeah, I was.
There's no luxury tax with you.
Not
Joe
at
Bell
all.
gave me one of those.
There's no fear that I'm going to be ever over the luxury tax. Either.
Joe gave me one of those like sort of like on ESPN.com, the trade calculators where you slide in the salaries, and it was I mean, Pat, it was easy sliding you right in there. It gave us a little more. We were able to bring Connor in.
Yeah, we got a
With the money
producer
we
to be
saved.
named later.
We were able to save.
Yeah.
Which is great. Hey, canoes are the original off-road vehicle in Maine. Why don't you rent one for an entirely different point of view? Visit Maine.com. This message is sponsored to you by the Maine Office of Tourism. Have you ever been in a canoe?
Yes.
Yes.
You've done canoes?
At a wedding in Maine, actually. We were up by Mount Katahdin.
Of course you were.
Yeah. It was beautiful.
Do you ever go to weddings like, I don't know, crazy thought here, in Philly?
Did you ever go to one in like Clifton Heights? I've been to a wedding in Clifton Heights.
I have
ever
not.
Been
Maybe Prospect Park is beautiful this
Have
time
you ever
of
been in media for a wedding? How about a Broomall wedding?
No.
Newtown Square wedding?
No.
Seems like every wedding you go to.
How about
it's like-
Eagleville?
it's like a wedding.
You go to like destination weddings. We all go to weddings like where you can easily hit the Wawa right before the reception.
Yeah,
if you wanted to make one stop in.
My buddy's wife, her family has a lot of ties up. They're like old
I'm not
Nordic
shocked.
like Vikings, and they settled in Maine, and they have like a family house up there. And
By the way, it
was gorgeous.
The golf course developers that you were talking about.
The
last
Chirons,
night.
yeah.
The Chirons. And they were in landscaping, you
Yeah,
said?
mhm.
By the way, there are landscapers.
Oh, are they really?
Christina said the other day, our landscape company, she gives the name out, and I go, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
They're friends of the Lynches.
Well, friends of my wife. I just met them through her.
Do you go to fancy weddings, Connor?
No, I barely go to weddings at all.
Anyway,
But you're available for weddings to be a escort, aren't you?
I'm a great +1. I wouldn't call me an escort. You don't have to
No,
pay
you'd be
me, but
you'd be
I'm
an
a
escort.
I'm a great +1.
You're a wedding
Love
escort.
to dance, don't drink too much, but drink just enough to have fun.
I
Great.
did some 1 a.m. canoeing in Maine that night. It didn't go so well.
1 a.m.
Okay,
How
I've never.
far into the bag were you?
I've done the rowboat. I've never done the canoe. How much more difficult is the canoe compared to the rowboat?
Well, when you don't have your balance, it can be tough.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so
that's
1
got to be
a.m.
hard, right?
Wait, who allowed you to do this?
A bunch of us went
And
out.
you were drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's safe.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, it's U.S. Open week. I always look forward to it. Part of Father's Day to me is always that U.S. Open just always sings this whole week to me that it's going to be absolutely awesome. The storyline, though, with the live golfers facing off against their PGA Tour brethren, to me, is going to be must-see TV. And I can't wait to see some of the interactions. Tiger Woods' comments on Phil Mickelson, go read them, by the way, if you didn't. I like it. Tiger's sort of not holding back on some of these guys.
Oh, Rory took a very clear dig at Greg Norman after winning yesterday. Yeah, there's contention now. It's pretty cool
because they're hurting their livelihoods.
Yeah, they're fine,
and they're going back and forth. No. There already is going to be negotiation with when you take away some of these stars. It's going to take away from purses. It's going to take away from advertisers. It's going to take away from television revenue.
I'm not crying for the golfers. They're fine.
No, but I don't. It is a chasm. And to me, it's a good versus bad storyline. And I wonder.
I tuned into the live this weekend because
you did. You streamed it?
Yeah, I turned it on YouTube.
What did you say?
So
the lady
you're part
said
of the problem
over and over. So you're supporting it?
No, we were like Bob said last week. We talked about it. We're critical of it. if I'm going to do that, I at least have to know the product a little bit. So
How was the broadcast?
Fine. The running team scores on the side was kind of weird and different. They really are trying to stress that they're not your dad's golf. You know what I mean? Like, there's kind of like a little bit of
Is there noise on the course?
Not on the course, but there's like a carnival aspect to it. Like, as you're going in, like they kind of are trying to jazz it up and have fun.
Are they mic'd up?
I did not hear the golfers mic'd up, but they might be. I only watched for maybe 30, 40 minutes. And the one reporter, it was almost like she was held at gunpoint. She was like, "We're having so much fun out here. The golfers are just having so much fun. Everybody's having so much fun. It's just so much fun." And I was like, "This is creepy. Are you blink twice if you're being held hostage?"
And that's probably what happened. If they had pulled back the camera, you would have seen one of the terrorists
like they
was
were
actually holding a gun on.
They were just trying to stress that we're fun and different, and it was very.
Because you know what?
It was weird.
Funding worldwide terrorism is fun.
Yeah, and
yes,
then
it's fun.
Was it Schwartzel took home the biggest golf prize in history already? 4.75.
4.75.
Yeah, so it's interesting.
What do they give you when you win a tournament on the Live Tour?
In terms,
what do you get?
So they said if anybody ever shoots a 54, they'll win $54 million.
Okay.
So they're really incentivizing these crazy payouts. I'm sure the PGA in the back of their mind's a little worried. I don't think they'll ever like fall or anything.
I heard if you win a tournament, they'll remove you from the no-fly list. They'll actually take you off of the no-fly list. They're going to give you that's your lifetime exemption. They're going to let you do something. These people getting into bed, it's ridiculous to me. And it is different, even though people are trying to bring it up. It is different than the NBA in China. It is different that people buy your American product in China. Is different than going and taking direct paychecks from the Chinese. There is a huge difference in that. And to me, I can't believe this is going on and that people are lining up. I can't wait to see this week because I want to see some of the pairings. And are guys cordial to each other on the course?
Yeah.
Or are they...
I think there's going to be a lot of cold shoulders. Yeah, look, it was underwhelming, the Live Golf. Like, I don't know why I was expecting something different.
Well, plus, you weren't watching it on television. You were streaming it.
Yeah, but
you weren't able to see it, like, the same way. Maybe if you consumed it on ESPN.
Was there anyone there yelling mashed potatoes?
No, there wasn't any of
None?
that.
It's not the same.
How about it's in the hole?
No, I didn't hear
Was
that
he there?
either.
Baba Booey!
Yeah,
No.
exactly. None of that stuff, so that's
I'm a big fan of Light the Candle.
Light the candle? Isn't that a hockey thing?
No, I heard it. I heard it the
Light
first time.
the candle?
The first time I ever heard it was golf, and now I say it all the time in hockey.
What's Light
And
the Candle?
I don't know. I have no idea. It cracked me up. The first time I heard it was at a golf event. Somebody yelled, "Light the candle!" after the guy shot his drive. And now anytime a point guy ends up getting the puck, I yell, "Light the candle!"
Apparently it was for Tiger Woods.
Okay. I saw charcoal candles this weekend.
Charcoal candles.
Okay. Yeah, I have my
They're like black candles inside of glass.
I like charcoal.
And it says charcoal candles. Charcoal doesn't smell, does it?
It has a little smell to it, but nothing.
It's charcoal candles.
You know charcoal smell when you smell it.
Yeah. I think it's the lighter fluid you smell.
Maybe. I wouldn't want that in my house.
I wouldn't either. Charcoal smelling candles.
I mean, they sell vagina candles, John, so charcoal's not really that far of a stretch.
They sell out of vagina candles.
Yeah, they do.
That's
By
the
way,
crazy part.
Just a note, if you want to know why I hate shopping, and many of you out there could understand why I hate shopping, it's this weekend sort of summed it up. We bought furniture for the back patio off of the internet.
Outdoor furniture is expensive.
It is. Huge mistake.
Crazy.
Don't buy it if you haven't sat in it, seen it, whatever.
That's what we did.
We've got it, and we didn't buy correctly. That you people had intelligence in the Lynch house. We bought.
That's my wife.
The cushions weren't big. They're not thick enough. It's just not comfortable. It's too small. The furniture just is too small by scale.
That sucks.
So we need more furniture. So the other day I said, well, honey, let's look for some furniture. So we decided to do that. So we went to BJ's and Costco and all these other places where you might find outdoor furniture.
I like BJ's.
And you went around. Most people do. And it was great stuff.
I prefer to swallow.
And so we went to we went around all these places.
Well, I'm a giver.
And then it was, at the end, no, I think we just keep this.
No way.
We went every freaking place. We went I'd say between other stores where we had other things to do, we spent 2.5 hours looking at outdoor furniture, all these different places. Then it's like, well, let's just keep what we've got.
I'm out. No.
I said, Christina is, I figured it out. She's now she's the mom who takes the little kid to the puppy store and goes, hey, how would you like to go look at puppies? I'd love to look at puppies. And then you go to the puppy store and you see them all and you play with them and you're like, oh my God, I just want one. And then at the end of the day, she says, nah, I think we just keep what we got. I mean, honestly, I spent my whole damn rainy Saturday morning looking at patio furniture.
I have somebody who can help you out. Her name's Michelle Ferrari.
Michelle Ferrari?
She's licensed in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. She can fix this real quick.
I don't get it. She's like, no. We got other priorities. We'll have other priorities. I'm like, but this stuff sucks that I'm sitting on. I hate it. I said, I want to be comfortable sitting outside.
Why don't you buy it then?
Because I don't want to do that, because I'm not going to be that husband.
What do you mean that husband? It's outdoor furniture.
No, who dictate?
It's outdoor furniture we're talking.
She doesn't want to do it right now, so I'm not going to dictate to her. No, I'm doing it right now. Get rid of that furniture. No, I'm not doing that.
You don't have to answer this question, but who's paying for it?
Oh boy, you're going to get the pipe down.
Well, I asked because if I'm paying for it, you're not going to dictate when I spend my money on something that I want.
Oh, Pat,
wow.
Pat, that doesn't.
Avoid,
Pat,
delete.
Pat, run for the hills.
You're wild,
Pat,
man.
Pat, she's Jamaican. She'll cut you. Pat better run. He just ran out of studio.
Interjecting in somebody else's marital affairs.
Pat'll be dead at that. Pat'll be dead at that point.
I think whenever you two work out together inside your marriage is great.
Connor,
I agree with you.
Connor, you're smart.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And you know
Connor.
what we worked out? We're not doing it. That's what we worked out. That's how it all
I would
worked
just be
out.
mad about the wasted time.
I'm mad about the waste of time.
Yeah.
I wanted new furniture.
Yeah, you could have watched a full 2 innings of baseball in 2.5 hours.
I wanted new furniture. No, it's not safe, Pat. She may be watching. Run. All right, coming up, does the evolving Rob Thompson situation maybe lean you in a different direction how other teams should handle their business? It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hey, if you're getting ready to move or you're organizing a garage or an attic or you're remodeling the bathroom, I've got to tell you, you're going to want a Bagster. You've heard Anthony and Mike over the years tell you about the Bagster. Well, I got to tell you, the Bagster has to be the most convenient and affordable way to help clean up your space. Plus, if you've got renovations going on, you have things being built in your yard, the Bagster's an amazing product. We're talking a 3-cubic yard dumpster in a bag. You pick it up at a Home Depot or a Lowe's or your local home improvement stores, and it's just $29.99. You open the Bagster up, take it out of the package, whatever your cleanup plans are, and this will take on the waste of your project. So when you're tearing down drywall, you decided to finally clean out that garage. You're doing spring cleaning in the spring, or you're trying to get everything set so your summertime is a little bit more streamlined. You will absolutely love it. There's no time limits on when you got to turn the thing in. It's completely on demand. So I want you to go to Bagster.com today. Find the store nearest you and get some more details. I'm telling you, when you've got a cleanup project, go get yourself a Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag.
It's the John Kincade Show, Summer of Fun on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
1877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title? No problem. With gas prices at all-time highs, now's the time to donate.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
With your donation, you'll receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher, so donate today.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
If you are a man over 40, listen up, because this could impact how much you're getting done during the day and at night. The harsh reality is, once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. Here's the good news. Nugenix, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC, has changed the game again for men over 40 with Nugenix Total T, their most powerful man-boosting formula ever, and guys all over America are raving about it. Jeremy P. says, this is the best product I found to raise T levels. I plan on using the product for the rest of my life. And how about Shane D? He says, I had no drive and was tanked out at the end of the day. After 3 months, my energy level is through the roof. I work out like most 19-year-olds. I am 47. Guys over 40, you need Nugenix Total T. And right now, you can get a complimentary bottle. Just text ENERGY to 321321. It's the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. But you can only get your complimentary bottle by texting ENERGY to 321321. That's ENERGY to 321321. Text ENERGY to 321-321.
And now a small business setback. Set to smooth jazz.
It's late. You're driving in the rain with only one thing on your mind. The deer about to total your HVAC van. But with Progressive's 30-plus customizable coverage options, you're covered. The rest is just saxophone.
When running your small business gets rough, Progressive Commercial is there to smooth it out. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Twinkly sound.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage and discounts not available for all vehicles or states. Policy terms and conditions apply.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If your building's heat system goes down, employees can always put on another sweater. But if the AC goes down, they can only take off so many articles of clothing. Let Pumpman Philly service your building's AC cooling pump before it gets ugly. They can troubleshoot, repair, rebuild, and maintain the AC cooling pumps and other water and wastewater pump systems in your building or facility. Call Pumpman Philly at 833-559-PUMP or visit pumpmanphilly.com. Pumpman Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow.
Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. They wrote the book on workers' compensation in Pennsylvania. Turn to the team you can trust. Visit paworkinjury.com. Located in Center City, Bristol, Malvern, Allentown, Reading, Sunbury, and Harrisburg. Our attorneys are ready to listen and get you the justice you deserve. When you or a loved one are hurt on the job, you deserve the best. paworkinjury.com. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers.
Hey there, casino fans. I'm here to let you know that the new BetRivers.com casino app is here. It's got lots and lots of exciting slots and table games to play, fast payouts, and a rewards program you'll love. Plus, with award-winning customer service, the excitement never stops. So get ready, casino lovers, to experience the BetRivers.com difference you can trust. It's a whole new game. Download it today.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Philadelphia. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Did you know that shapes have sounds? This is the sound of a square. Because it's Wendy's fresh, never frozen beef served up on those hot and juicy hamburgers. And this is the sound of a circle. Not the Arctic Circle, but a circle of frozen beef that's flash frozen somewhere else. And this is the sound of a triangle. Anyway, when you want hot and juicy hamburgers, go for the square at Wendy's. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers.
Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Enjoy savings on seafood at Whole Foods Market. Get 20% off previously frozen Chilean sea bass fillets through June 14th, plus an extra 10% off for Prime members while supplies last. See more on the Whole Foods Market app.
Don't be that guy. Everybody knows that guy. His grass is overgrown. It's yellowing. There's weeds coming up everywhere. Be the envy of your neighborhood with the help from my friends over at Lawn and Golf Supply Company in Phoenixville, because they're the experts when it comes to all of your outdoor power equipment needs. Forget those big box stores. Get dealer exclusives from all the top brands like Stinger, DeWalt, Turf War, Red Max, and more. I got a new Cub Cadet mower from them. I got to hit them up and see if they have the weed blowtorch. because I want to torch some weeds in my walkway. I'm getting sick of it. They got everything. They have a huge selection of outdoor power equipment in stock. Zero-turn, riding tractors, handheld power equipment. Whatever it is you need to dominate your yard this summer, you can get from my guys over at Lawn and Golf Supply Company. From residential to commercial, a lot of country clubs use Lawn and Golf. A lot of municipalities, they got everything. Lawn and Golf is the leader in outdoor power equipment. Their service department can fix any make and model of equipment and get you back up and running in no time. Right now, Fanatic listeners get free delivery on any new equipment purchase. Just mention the Fanatic and get free delivery with your purchase. Visit lawn-golf.com. Lawn and Golf Supply Company. Everything turf.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Thank God this is radio, or you'd have to be looking at my face.
I'm too sexy for my shirt.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Our 8 a.m. sponsor on the John Kincade Show is Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. I like Denny, one of our fine listeners, says, if
Denny.
I was Pat and I heard anyone rolling up on me and I heard some Jamaican music coming out of the car, I'd run. I'd run.
Yeah, Pat, that was a bold
strategy on your part.
All right, so if it's your time to go, it's your time to go. You know?
Bold strategy.
I've lived a life. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
cool.
a short.
Bring it. Bring all the smoke.
It's a short life. By the way, Haley's with us this morning. I didn't even know Haley was in, but I guess with Connor in here, Haley's in. I just assumed that everything was being, covered. Haley's with us, which is great. So if you want to talk to Haley, you can at 610-632-0975. Wearing the Birkenstocks with socks today.
Birkenstocks are back.
Now, Birkenstocks are back, but I heard that the Crocs, though, Jamie.
Crocs are great. I don't care.
Haley giving you the don't do it.
Well, here's the thing. I've already owned Crocs in the past. I'm just due for an upgrade. They're elite comfort. They're great around the house shoes.
Really?
Yeah. Slip them on. Or off. You don't need socks. You can beat them up. It doesn't matter. They're always comfortable. They're freaking comfortable.
Connor, do you wear Crocs?
No, I'm a slippers man.
And you like to have sex. So that's why you're wearing your Crocs.
Yes.
You're not wearing Crocs.
I have Croc flip-flops.
They wear slippers.
What are Croc flip-flops?
It's just Crocs made a pair of flip-flops.
So they're just flip-flops?
Yeah, but they're Crocs.
Connor, you wear slippers?
Yeah, I like slippers.
I do not have a pair of slippers. Pat, do you have a pair of slippers?
No.
I didn't think you would. Do you wear socks around the house?
No,
I hate socks.
I'm either barefoot or slippers.
You hate socks. I know you hate socks.
Hate socks.
I always wear socks.
I love socks.
Ugh.
Now,
gross.
socks would be what I would wear walking around.
Yeah, me too.
No.
Slippers?
Yeah, I have a pair of slippers.
Connor, you may be the youngest man in America with slippers.
My feet get cold. And sometimes I want the backs of my feet to be able to slip out, so socks don't cut it. Slippers.
Coach, I can imagine, has slippers.
I don't.
Really?
No, but I do. I go with the socks.
Yeah, we all
do.
do.
I go with the socks. I'm a big socks man.
Socks.
What are the odds in-house on Bob Cooney owning slippers? Because they got to be
I think he has a pair.
plus-
Bob would be the slipper. Would be most
Didn't
likely.
he get a pair recently, and he said he actually loves them?
I could see him having the UGG slippers. I could see.
I had
Bob,
a pair of those in the past.
I could see Bob absolutely rocking UGG
They're
slippers.
delightful. It's like you're walking on pillows. And no, it's great.
That's what I've heard. Not my thing.
But you like socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know where you're trying to get out of this.
Sicko. You like
Slippers are
socks.
socks that are easier to take off.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Convenient socks.
I can slip in and
Sorry,
out
guys.
of
No,
slippers.
slippers
Socks,
are
you have to
called
bend over
slippers.
and put them on.
Slippers are like shoes. I'm out.
Oh my gosh,
Socks are
slippers.
socks. Is it a slow sports day? Yes, it is.
Oh man. Well,
socks or slippers? That's our Twitter poll today.
Yeah,
Brought to you
socks
by-
or slippers. I would say Bob would be most likely to have slippers of our show.
I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah.
And he'd be the
We'll have
most
to ask
likely
him.
guy. Because Bob reads the newspaper in print.
Yeah, it's true. But he probably doesn't send bills
And Bob
in the
probably
mail.
sits there with his pipe. He has the pipe, and reads
And the old
newspaper.
investigator hat.
Bob does not miss a fireside chat.
Oh my gosh. Hey, does the evolution of Rob Thompson and the energy and sort of like the new life that he brought to the Phillies, which, by the way, 2 weeks from now we may be saying, man, that didn't last.
Yeah.
So there is the chance of that. But do you think maybe some people potentially around the Sixers are saying, yeah, Doc Rivers won a title. Joe Girardi won a title. They had success like a decade and some ago. And not really a lot of a success since. And look what happened when they brought in a new voice, a new energy to the Phillies. And honestly, it seems as like Rob Thompson has a new energy of a lack of energy type of thing.
Yeah. Yesterday wasn't a good example of it, but you saw the fun they were having again Friday and Saturday. And look, when you're winning, you're going to have more fun. That's just obvious. But there does seem to be a new, atmosphere around the team. And will it cool off? Yeah, probably. But it was a pretty remarkable first 8 or 9 days on the job. This is a week you don't want to give that momentum back. I mean, you have the Nats and the Marlins. And the Marlins have two really good pitchers going in this series. But Rogers, you got to beat up on in game 2. I think he's got a 5.5 ERA this year. You just don't want to give that momentum back of whatever they've been working with. Because if you lose the series to the Marlins, mentally, guys in that locker room are just going to go, geez.
We're right back to it.
Yeah, what is it about this team? And it's an interesting time that the Marlins series came on.
Well,
on the heels of 9-1 in your last 10. Now we'll find out if this team is scared by the demons of the past or have they turned a page.
Well, let's take it back to the Sixers, though. Do you think anybody around the Sixers looks at this, Pat, and goes, man, that was sort of a ballsy, bold move, and the Phillies are seeing the benefits of it, and maybe just because a guy won a title, with Doc Rivers, it was 14 years ago or 15 years ago, looks different.
I don't think they're thinking 1 second about it. I don't think it keeps them up at night. I don't even know if they watch the Phillies. I think if you even brought this up to them, they'd say it's two completely different sports. And the reality is, Doc Rivers is signed for 3 more years, 3 or 4. He's got a big contract. They're not dumping him. They're just not.
No, I'm just saying whether they are or not.
Yeah,
but do you think they're saying in their heads? Well, wait a minute. We're watching the Boston Celtics, by the way. In the NBA Finals with an old assistant that is a new look, new face, new different.
Last year was same thing with Phoenix with Monty Williams. I mean, yeah, and that's the frustrating part is if you're going to move on from Doc Rivers, that's fine, but it just seems like you have a lot of internal candidates that could do the job. I'm not ready to sell on Doc, but I'm sure there are people in the organization that are. But no, I don't think they look across the street and go, oh, look, it's having success over there, just because it is. It's a completely different sport. I feel like baseball for managers is more about a lot of feel, but also managing a lot of egos and personalities, whereas basketball is way more X's and O's than baseball.
Feel comfortable, making guys feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Is a big part of it. Bob has checked in. Bob wears Ugg slippers.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, nailed it.
And he loves them. And he was shocked at how much he loved them.
He is that guy.
Now, what the strange thing is, as obsessive as I am about this show and everything like that, I swear to you, I never, ever listen to you guys when I'm off.
Yeah, I think Donna got him for him last Christmas or something.
I do not care to. I mean, I love you guys, but
cool.
I don't.
I have vacation next week.
I
will not listen to a second. Trust me.
I distance myself.
Yeah, if you're off, I don't expect you to check in.
No, I don't want to. Bob's kind. He's Bob's loyal.
Bob's a psycho.
You think he's psycho?
Yeah.
He has a
Dude,
little
you're on
bit
vacation. Just check out.
A little bit of psycho with him.
Unless he has a meter, then he's the best, but he doesn't, so.
Hey, you may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose our friends at Bradford White, because Bradford White is here for the pro. So, Connor, you said something this morning. And as a Locked On Phillies podcast host, you're obviously immersed in this whole Phillies season very desperately. So bring it to the table here. I said, well, it's a shame, but now they can start something new. And Coach said tonight's the night the Phillies start their next streak. And Coach sort of what did Connor have to say? It was along the lines of, well,
no, Connor said game's canceled.
Yeah, not tonight.
Yeah,
not tonight.
Don't even show up.
Not tonight.
Say that.
Yeah, you did say
No,
not
I said
tonight.
It's going to be a tough one.
No, you said not tonight.
Wait,
You went-
Connor, what did you say?
You said,
I
not
said maybe
tonight.
not tonight.
You say not to John. Did he say not tonight?
And he did.
Well,
you go.
you're facing Alcantara, and yesterday
Alcantara.
Alcantara.
Yeah.
Do that on your podcast. Say his name
Alcantara.
right. No, it's not
Sandy
Alcantara.
Alcantara.
He's not.
Alcantara just flows.
Not Alcantara.
It does flow.
Yeah.
Anyway, but you're facing a really, really good pitcher. Who's having one of the better seasons in Major League
He's
Baseball.
probably the NL Cy Young leader right now.
Very well could be if the votes were going out today. And you just had terrible approaches up and down the lineup against a bullpen game from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Like,
You're doing
look
it.
At this.
You're doing it, though.
Well, and Aaron Nola against the Marlins. Just a lot of stuff about this game doesn't really lend to, well, the Phillies are going to have a great night. Now, they could absolutely prove me wrong. It's just not the most ideal matchup for them right now.
I think Coach and I were ready to call off the game.
Don't call off the game.
No, Coach, we were going to alert the Phillies, just start the series tomorrow night, and just take the L tonight.
Yeah, no, I was just about to hit tweet to send for my Twitter account. Yeah, it's canceled.
Yeah, just cancel
I
the
can't
game.
say it's a bad matchup for the team, and that, like, if you're looking for them to start a new streak, well, tonight might not be the night for that.
That's why I think it's an interesting time that this series comes, like right on the heels of this
It's the
success.
perfect time for this team
And
to
it's
show
like,
us who they
this
are.
is their big bad monster. I can't believe it's the Florida Marlins, but it is. Or the Miami Marlins,
As
whatever.
weird as it sounds, if they beat the Marlins
I'll have
in the
a
series,
lot
you'll
of
have a lot more
confidence.
confidence. And it's true.
Yeah, I swear
It
to you.
is.
Wait,
It's
I'm
weird.
I'm with them. Yeah, I agree.
That's how much the Marlins
Okay,
haunt me.
Now my mind's in a pretzel.
Oh,
You're
live,
telling
they
me
live rent-free in my head.
Rent-free in my head.
You're telling me that if they beat the Marlins, it'll be like, hey, playoffs, here we come, baby.
Kinda.
I mean, Jeff Conine is just right here, John. He's right here in my dome. He's been holding up there for 15 years.
Well,
Jeff,
no.
Jeff Conine, Mr. Marlin.
The Marlins are a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
They really are.
They're a giant hemorrhoid of a team.
They're just not. They're not fun.
I don't
You're
like
seeing
them.
their best arm. It's
two of their best arms.
But they don't. But how about pitching to their lineup and not letting them score? The Marlins are not a menacing
just
lineup.
Gave up 13 to the Diamondbacks. Like,
Wait, oh my gosh! You just
There's
saw
one
9
game.
wins in a row.
I understand it's one game.
You're doing the baseball thing. You're taking it like a football
I'm
season.
looking at tonight's matchup. It's not a great matchup for the Phillies with who they're facing pitching-wise, and Nola has not been great against Miami in his career. It's just not a great matchup. It doesn't mean cancel the game. It doesn't mean they can't beat them 2 out of 3. It's just if the Marlins are going to win a game in this series, they match up best against the Philadelphia Phillies.
Jesus Aguilar is going to go deep. Jazz Chisholm. I hate that guy. I feel like he's a Philly killer.
He's hot, too. Like, he's hot right now.
Yeah.
It's
He's
not
playing
good.
really good baseball.
That's what I mean about this team. Like, I just hate them. And they can't get past it. And it costs them seasons.
It did. The last 2.
Yeah, it's
cost
unbelievable.
It cost them postseason berths in the last 2 years.
Yeah. Your inability to beat a team that you're better than on paper.
You go and beat the Marlins, you would have had an opportunity to be able to be in the playoffs. So, I mean, hey, well, it leads us right to Pat's point of view.
This is Pat's point of view.
9
Here's
games.
Pat.
9 games.
Hey, guys.
Pat.
Hey,
It's
Pat.
me. Right here. And
If I only knew where you were.
I'm Pat. Just look down and you'll see me somewhere, okay? Yeah, these upcoming 9 games are huge because they're very winnable. Very, very winnable. You've got the Marlins. You've got the Nationals. There's 2-game stretch there against some other winnable team. Very, very easy stretch. What do you think they go? And I don't want to do wins and losses like Bob right
Well,
now.
if you going 9 or are we going?
Let's
are we
start
going
tonight.
8?
I got
There's
them
8 this week.
losing tonight, beating Rogers.
Wait a minute, there's 8 games this week. There's 3 against the Marlins, then there's 5 against the Nats. So there's 8. Are we doing just the 8 leading up to that? Those 8 games.
And then you got 2 against Texas and then a 4-game series with San Diego.
The 2 against Texas is what I was talking about. So you got
that's
3,
10.
4.
Okay, that's 10.
No, that's 2 against Texas. So there's
10.
Yeah, they've got
4 game
5
series
against the Nationals.
5 games in international.
Doubleheader coming up.
There's a doubleheader. It's a 5-game
8
series.
plus 2, Pat,
Yeah,
is
screwed you.
10.
It's 8 games this week.
10. We're doing 10.
Okay, we're doing 10.
10.
I would say that the
3. Okay, so 10. What do they go in 10? Because I think they need
6
to
and
go.
4.
7 are on the road. It's just these 3 versus the Marlins at home.
Couldn't care less about being on the road.
They're 6 and 4.
Like they're playing bad teams. I don't care about they're on the
I
road.
think 6 and 4 is about right.
I think they need to go 7 and 3.
They need to. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
they need
if
to go
they
7
don't,
and 3.
if they don't, What does that mean? If they go 6-4, season's over. They go 7-3.
No,
you feel good or what?
6-4 is fine.
Okay.
7-3 gives me a whole lot of confidence.
Better feeling about it.
Because they're playing bad teams that you should beat. You know, the Marlins are better than they have been in the past. That's fine. Nationals are horrible. Texas is bad. You should be able to handle those teams.
Texas, you have Wheeler and Gibson going, too, if it all holds up.
This is the stretch of the schedule where you go, like, now's the time where you can make up some ground, especially after you just rattled off 9 straight.
You should be able to.
This is going to tell us a lot about this team if that 9-game win streak was a farce or if this was, like, a legitimate, no, there's a difference here.
Who was it that was saying, like, every team is good for 60 wins and 60 losses?
Well, that's an old baseball
It's those other 42 games?
Right.
Yeah, these upcoming 10 games might be a fourth of that 42 games.
I think it's huge, like, as far as what goes on. To be 6-14 in the division right now is so pathetic. I mean, it's absolutely pathetic.
Yeah, it stinks. And I'm with Pat. I need 7 wins.
I don't think it's as pathetic if you look at
But if they get 6, you're going to, like, what?
I'll be disappointed.
It'll change your. If they go 6-4, does it change your opinion?
Organized marches on One Citizens Bank Way.
If they go 6-4, I'm never wearing a Philly shirt again.
Burning all my gear.
I'm becoming an Orioles fan. No, look, the division thing is a little clouded because they basically played one team in their division. They played the Mets. They had one stretch against the Braves, maybe
they're
2.
3-9 against the Mets too.
But that's the thing. The 3-9 mark against the Mets really clouds that.
And then they're 1-3 against Florida. Miami,
right,
they're 1-3 against the Marlins. And you're 2-2 with the Braves.
The bulk of their divisional games have been played against the best team in the division, the Mets, that have not missed a beat. So that's why I say it's clouded. But now is the time where you really need to take advantage of the fact that you're playing the 2 teams in the division that are worse than you.
Okay.
They need to win 7 of these games.
No, I'd love to see it.
Look, if they lose 6, I'm not
right. You're not going to think anything of it.
I'm fine with it. But my point is, 7 gives me a lot of confidence where I'm peacocking in here, just strutting. 6, I'm like, okay,
but fine. God forbid they go 5-5.
No,
you know what I mean? Like the difference of 2 games there is kind of wild. 7-3, we're going, playoffs, here we come. You go 5-5, you might go, man, you went 5-5 versus these teams.
I mean, this is really opening day 2.0.
Basically, it's reopening day.
It's reopening day.
Now, just a reminder that 2 of the last 3 world champions went in full seasons. The last 2 full seasons of baseball. It took the world champions of 2019, the Nationals, till they got to 40-40. That's when they finally got to 500. Phillies are at 30-30 this morning. It took the Braves last year till they were 53-53. Much longer. 46 more games it took the Braves to get to 500, and they won the World Series last year. So don't overreact to what goes on, but I think it is an important stretch.
It's not so much an overreaction.
Don't
overreact.
Just,
these teams stink coming up.
Yeah, it's like, show me what you are.
Yeah.
The Marlins are 2 games behind the Phillies.
No, the Marlins are the best that you're facing of the next 10.
They're still not good.
And you were already swept by Texas, right? Texas came in and swept them, right?
Yeah, they took care of business.
But it's going to tell you.
That was Girardi's fault, all of it.
It's really going to tell you if this is a different team.
Yeah, kind of.
If the Girardi stank is legit or if, they got a hot stretch after they fired him, and they're a mediocre baseball team. I'm gonna know a lot more about this team after this stretch of playing bad teams than necessarily I would have played in good teams.
And again, what I would just tell you about the bad teams, the Marlins are 2 games behind the Phillies. The Rangers are 2.5 behind the Phillies as far as record wise.
Yeah, but
now the Nationals are terrible. You better be able to take care of business. But I mean, the Rangers and the Marlins are
a dumpster fire. They're horrible.
It's
I know. I'm not looking at the standings though. I'm looking at the actual team
roster,
they have.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Phillies should be better. Comparing them to us as a failure of an organization,
right?
historically, isn't right.
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, the Rangers are rebuilding. The Nationals are rebuilding. The Marlins have been rebuilding since they won a World Series in 06?
The Phillies have underperformed to this point.
Yeah, they have.
So to hold them up as a Phillies comparison, I don't think is just because the Phillies should be doing much better.
It wouldn't surprise anybody if the Phillies came out and just put it on all of these teams.
By the way, Chan sends along a note to me.
What do you say, Chan?
And Chan says...
Chan-Ho Park?
On the, I don't know...
Chopper?
I used to know an Ashley Chan.
Chan. His name is Chan.
It's got to be Chan-Ho Park.
And Chan says that he goes a story on the Jeter front. Said, grew up in Fort Lauderdale. Now glad to be living in the Philly area, but I'm still loyal to the Marlins, and I will be taking my kid down this week, 2 of the games.
Nice.
And he says that twice they encountered Derek Jeter at spring training, and Derek Jeter would not sign for his kid.
Nah, that's lame.
Now, I hate those stories, though, because he could have signed for, you know what I mean?
I agree with you.
Now, Chan says, though, this was literally one-on-one in a parking lot, nobody else asking.
That sucks.
I'm telling you, I think
catch me later. And he said, catch me later both times. And Chan said, this second time,
You told me that the first time.
No, you told us that last year.
I'm telling you, I get the feeling that there is a lore around Derek Jeter that it is we need to protect this man at all costs.
He was by himself.
And in reality, it's like I don't think he's a bad dude.
I don't think I've never heard that he's a bad dude.
But like he's painted as this like messiah of baseball, can do no wrong.
Right.
And I just don't buy it.
Yeah.
Like I don't buy that.
You think he can never live up to it? You mean?
I think he's like a prototypical like pro athlete that has its faults, but the way that the media portrays this guy is
baseball Jesus.
Yeah, he's perfect. He can do, he's going on children's hospitals and signing for kids and the ultimate teammate, blah, 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 blah.
And hit on 3 nurses when he was there.
That's my point.
You guys know the Eminem song Stan. He's going to have to release a new one, Chan, about the Derek Jeter.
Yeah, and I mean, by the way, Chan-Ho Park is hands down one of my favorite sports locker room interviews of all time.
That was good, by the way.
Do you recall the Chan-Ho Park interview where he talks about his diarrhea?
Yes.
What? It is one of the funniest interviews I've ever seen.
Oh, diarrhea.
I had diarrhea. And the reporters are like laughing. He's like, what, diarrhea funny to you?
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Was he trying to be funny, or was he just being himself?
I think he was being himself, but he knew it was funny. And he knew it.
And then he went on a little bit of a roll.
And his teammates are in the background cracking up. It was great.
By the way, I saw a little bit of a change. And Connor, you may be able to speak to this better being down the ballpark more. The kids on the field, like Nick Castellanos' son being on the field after the game, I don't remember seeing that with Girardi. Am I wrong?
I never noticed it earlier.
The kids on the field the other day after the game.
I knew in the beginning of the year, Castellanos' kid would always meet him at like the on deck
and
they would pound.
He was on the field the other day, and then I noticed another player's kid was on the field. I can't remember who it was. I was just wondering, is that a change?
Yeah, they were in the clubhouse. I've seen some family members in the clubhouse when I've been down there. I don't remember seeing them on the field, though.
There are coaches, by the way, who are totally anti that, having family in the clubhouse. And then there are others that are like, yeah, it's cool. And there's some that like just put up the wall and go, no, they don't belong in here. I don't know why they belong in the locker room.
I think
family
if it's kids, I get it. If it's little kids, totally get that. Do I want wives being in the locker room? No.
No, it was all little kids.
But if it's little kids, that's awesome.
And if it's a player's kid, I guess they can.
That's awesome. I still can't get over it. And this haunted me all weekend. The fact that he had 2 conversations with Joe Girardi.
It's crazy.
That's nuts.
Bizarre.
That's really nuts.
And I don't know if you heard his comments, but he said he hasn't been comfortable here at all.
Well, it's because he took over a haunted house.
Yeah, see, that's what it is. Hey, Jamie was mildly offended yesterday by something he saw at the ballpark. And in the meantime, when he talks about it to us on our group text, I had already spoken about it for putting it in our show sheet for today. So we're going to have a little discussion next, and you can join into it too. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Window Nation is taking great care of you. And they realize that you've been paying ungodly heating and cooling bills for the last few years, so they want to save you some cash for the next 2 years. You're going to get 2 free windows for every 2 that you buy. You have 40 windows in your house, you're going to pay for 20. Plus, you're going to pay nothing for 2 full years. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. You're not going to pay till the summer of 2024 for the beautiful new windows that you're going to get from Window Nation. Do your window shopping online at windownation.com. You looking for vinyl? You looking for wood? You looking for fiberglass? They got them all. You need an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau to feel better about doing business with them? I think you're going to find it right there because these people do it and they do it well. There are over 1,500 custom window combinations that are available to you. And you will absolutely love their installers. Over 16 years of experience, over 20,000 windows installed On average, these people are the best in the business. And when you're talking about getting 2 windows free for every 2 that you buy, and you're paying nothing for 2 full years, there's no better time for you to get connected to Window Nation. So here's what I want you to do. Go to windownation.com today. Choose your windows, any style, any size, any color that you want. And then you're getting 2 free for every 2 you buy, and you're paying nothing for 2 full years. It's Window Nation. Call them at 866-90-NATION. That's 866-90-NATION.
It's the John Kincade Show, Summer of Fun on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Do you need a new roof, but you're cringing at the thought of dealing with it because you've heard nightmare stories about contractors who won't call back, or materials that are unavailable, or costs that are doubled because of supply chain issues? Take it from me. You have to call New Look Home Design. They will help you through the process and make shopping for a new roof easy. They always do roofing the same way. Same day on-site or virtual estimates, whatever's best for you. Transparent line-by-line pricing, so you know exactly what you'll be paying for, and a 3D rendering of what your new roof would look like, so there's no surprises. And most roofs, they can be installed in a week. Their team is 100% professional. There's no obligation to buy, but I am confident that after you deal with them, you'll want to give them your business. Now through June 30th, when you buy a new roof, you pay half later and the other half never. Save 50% on roofing materials and qualify for interest-free financing. So call them today at 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. Or online at newlookhomedesign.com. That's newlookhomedesign.com. And tell them Andrew sent you.
Please pay attention as actor Ben Barnes shares an important message about price hikes.
Millions of AT&T and Verizon customers are suffering from unexpected price hikes and economic adjustment charges. But there is a solution. Right now, when you switch your family to T-Mobile Magenta Max, you can get up to $1,000. And you'll get T-Mobile's price lock guarantee. They won't raise the rates of your rate plan, ever. T-Mobile will give you up to $1,000 when you switch your family to Magenta Max. And you'll get T-Mobile's price lock guarantee because you are entitled to more.
We should listen to Ben.
And you should listen to me, because I'm a British actor with a British accent.
If you've been or think you will be impacted by these price hikes, head to T-Mobile, where you may be eligible to receive up to $1,000.
Up to $1,000 back for 5 switch lines on Max via $200 virtual prepaid card per line. Allow 8 weeks. Price lock guarantees monthly rate plan price for current talk, text, and data on qualifying lines. Exclusions apply. See details at T-Mobile.com.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel vPro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
5X480. Dayton B100 V-Belt. One of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold. Deadline fast approaching. But a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hand me that nail gun.
Here you go. And here's the fries.
Lunch. Who's hungry?
You know, maybe instead of loading up a nail gun with French fries to feed the crew, we should just order lunch through Easy Cater. Food from all our favorite restaurants.
My bad.
On time and as ordered.
Delicious. Huh. Load up the hot dogs while I think about it.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
DQ presents. Picture this. Picture a Father's Day message that you can't fold up and put in an envelope. A DQ cake with Dad's name on it. Literally. Because a card is great, but this is a gift the whole family can enjoy. And that includes you. So serve up some cake made with world-famous vanilla soft serve and a fudge and crunch center that Dad and the fam are sure to love. No envelope required. Grab this Father's Day favorite cake to share with your favorite dad and your whole favorite family. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
It's one thing to build a truck. It's another to build a legacy. The Ford F-150. The only truck with an available class-exclusive Pro Power onboard generator. The only one with an available work surface in the front and the back. And the only one that is part of the F-Series lineup that has been the best-selling pickup for 45 straight years. Now, you can get special incentives when you build to order a new F-150. Inventory is arriving daily, so hurry in for best selection. Get to your local Ford store today.
Let me be real with you people. The casino games on my Caesars Casino app are real. The slots are real. The blackjack is real. It's just like you're in a casino for real, which is awesome. But if I'm going to be real, you can't feed other players to the Tigers when they win, and I miss that. So download the Caesars Casino app.
Download Caesars Casino app. Must be 21. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Montgomery County has over 50 of the most historic and challenging public courses and private clubs in the Northeast. To hear about some of our top picks on the John Kincade Show Golf Tour, the Bluebell Country Club, Ravens Claw Golf Club, and Lulu Country Club, just to name a few, visit 97.5thefanatic.com/golf tour to learn more. Plus, you can qualify to win great prizes, like a custom-fit PXG driver, thanks to our friends at PXG in King of Prussia, valued at over $500. It's the John Kincade Show Golf Tour. We're presented by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Whether you were a day one listener or have just joined the party, we're glad to have you here. It's the John Kincade Show. It's continuing now
on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's like an ice box in here. Who's messing with the thermostat? Stop it. John Kincade Show on the Fanatic. My gosh. Why do we have to keep it like an ice box in here?
No clue. It's
Don't
nice
understand.
and it's perfect in here. Very temperate in the producer studio.
Hey, let Invisible Fence Brand show you how your pets can stay out of a crate safely while you're not at home. Visit invisiblefence.com to learn more. Invisible Fence Brand, surround your pets with care. It is too damn cold in this room.
Yeah, there's two.
Seriously.
There's two settings on that thermostat: frigid cold and steamy hot.
Well, why do we have it at frigid cold?
Yeah, it should be hot.
No, it don't need hot. It's just frigid.
Oh, yeah. I want your boy sweating.
It is frigid.
Get a nice spits.
A little
Turn the
spits.
thermostat up to 86.
Yeah. Nice and sweaty.
Is that Mr. Mandelbaum? Isn't that him?
Making love to my wife, Donna.
There you go.
Let the boy watch.
That's what he's pounding down, John. Did you ever watch that? Kenny Powers?
I have watched Kenny Powers, but I've watched it
Ashley Schaefer?
I watched
BMW?
it in 20-minute intervals.
This wasn't on the. That was an outtake though, right?
Yeah.
20-minute intervals of that movie.
Dude, that is That is one of the funniest outtakes I think. That might be the funniest outtake I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's up there.
Is let the boy watch, getting sweaty, making love to my wife Donna.
Well, Jamie witnessed it in person yesterday, and he took some mild offense.
I don't know if offense is the right word.
Let me get it out. You did. You took offense. I have the text.
I just think it was. Don't put words in
Stop.
his mouth.
I have the text. I can just read the text.
Yeah,
for
read the
word.
text.
Jamie witnessed it in person. He took mild offense at Castellanos and Real Muto getting mildly booed yesterday when they failed to deliver in a big spot. By the way, both guys have been prone to not deliver more than deliver this year. I think people were frustrated. I
don't think a strikeout is boo-worthy.
No, it was, as you pointed out, you did not say it wasn't like the whole building went, boo, get out of here, you bums.
No, but
there was definitely some boos.
Yeah, it was noticeable.
Okay,
I don't think a strikeout is a boo situation. If you want to boo Real Muto for dropping the ball in the first inning, have at it. If you want to boo Bohm for making a boneheaded fielding decision, have at it. A guy striking out, I don't view that as boo-worthy.
Okay.
Like
guys failing to deliver in the clutch with runners in scoring position,
but that's
chance to win.
It's a huge part of the game, striking out. Like it's a regular occurrence. If you're booing strikeouts in big spots, you're going to be booing every night, and then that's just not. To me, that's not right. Like a strikeout isn't boo-worthy. You boo lack of hustle. You boo stupidity.
How about swinging at bad pitches? Why would that not be boo-worthy? If it's something that you can...
I don't think any of their pitches they swung at were egregious from the angle I was
think
at.
Nick Castellanos needs a Johnny Bench, one of those bat-away things behind him to bounce the ball right back to the pitcher. He's swinging a crap constantly.
But that's... You knew what you were
and he's
getting when
seeing
you
like
signed
3
him.
or 4 pitches on that bat.
He's one of the most aggressive hitters in all of Major League Baseball. So you knew what you were getting. I just don't think the boo is worthy for a strikeout.
Where do you fall, Pat?
I think it was more about the moment and the game itself than the players. I think a lot of fans wanted the streak to be pushed to 10. And they were frustrated in the moment, so a few of them booed the players. Yeah, look, neither guy has had, I think, the year that we expected. And Castellano talked about that after the game a little bit, but I think it had, I don't know if this team's on a 9-game win streak if they're booed in that moment. I mean, but it was a situation where the team's getting hammered.
And there's context to it, too. Like, they just won 9 in a row. You're really going to boo a strikeout?
Yeah, I see. I don't think there's anything. It's not personal.
I thought it was lame. I looked at my wife and I said, really? You're going to boo this after they just won 9 in a row?
Yeah, I kind of looked at it the same way.
It's a strikeout. Like, it's a common part of the game. There was 2 more boo-worthy moments in the first and second innings than that.
Yes, there was. Now, the thing is, though, is the commonality of Connor that these 2 guys have had a little bit of a 2022 history of not coming through.
Yeah, they've been struggling this year, both of them, underachieving for themselves, but they're not like batting 190. I believe they're batting both right around 250 at this point.
Castellanos is 251 with 31 RBIs. He's slugging 405, OPS 715.
So, do you want more?
Is he what the Phillies expected?
Probably slightly below.
Yeah, I think slightly below.
His WAR is a negative .4 right now. I know you guys love WAR.
And Real Muto, slightly below what's expected.
You look at the situation, you're coming off 9 straight wins. You've already won the series. It's a game that was kind of it was a tough one from the start.
The fans are supposed to be like, yeah, it doesn't matter. We won the last 9. Doesn't matter. We win today.
Kinda, yeah.
When you go to the game, you're like, well, we've won 9 in a row, but if we get our butts kicked today, it's okay.
Because you didn't pay to go. You didn't pay to go to those 9 in a row. You paid to go to that day.
Okay.
I don't agree with what you're like. I'm not. I'm not
go to the comedy club.
I'm not agreeing with this logic.
Okay.
I'm just telling you. I think how some fans look at it as, well, yeah, that 9-game win streak's great, and then they look at it like Jamie and his wife looked at it walking out of course, I'm here, and this is when they give up 13 and get hammered.
If you go to a comedy club and one comedian kills it, just you laugh, you loved it, and a couple of the opening acts are really lame. Are you able to, because there's a lot of, you see groaning at these comedy clubs, sometimes it's not harassment of the person, but there will be times, I've seen it in Vegas where they're waiting, and I always wonder if they're plants.
Well,
so, hey, you're not laughing, sir. You're not laughing. Well, you sort of suck.
Well, look at it another way. Look at it like the comedian that you paid to go see. No opening act. You paid to go see this comedian. And you've watched Netflix specials, and you've watched YouTube videos, and he kills every time. And reports are that on this tour he's been killing it. And then he gets up there and he's drunk and stumbling over his words, and he can't get through a set. You're booing the product or whatever. He had a bad set. He had a bad off day, and you're like, I paid to see this. Once baseball's different, I equating it to comedy and the situation, but I look at it like I think a lot of fans were angry in the moment because they had paid to go see that game. I look at it, the streak was going to continue with a bad team.
I look at it as I thought it was a weird thing is when I heard it, and I did hear it, and it was distinctive, that it was a good sign. People care again about the Phillies.
I thought people were misusing a boo. Like you can't.
I didn't know there was etiquette as far as when you're allowed to boo.
I think so. I mean, you can't boo all the time. You have to
Who's saying that? Nobody's saying to boo all the time.
Well, yeah, but you got to save your boos. You can't be the boy that cried wolf with your boos. Well, if you're going to boo, you got to make sure it's proper.
This is a city that booed the Eagles off the field at halftime the first game after they won a Super Bowl.
That happened in New England too.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like that. Passionate
was that
sports
inappropriate?
Cities, you're going to boo.
I thought so.
It's a case by case.
Yeah,
it's tough.
I thought because I remember talking about it. I was like, really, you're going to boo the team after they're just hanging the Super Bowl banner?
But you know what? There's going to be like the Harry Hardos that go to every game that have that mentality. We're never going to change their opinion.
Yeah, and I mean,
they pay, and they're the type of I paid my money so I can boo. You're right, you can.
You can.
You're going to look like an ass.
Like boo Suarez, boo Bohm, boo Real Muto. Strikeouts. It's just such a common part of the game.
I just didn't know. If anyone wants to share a thought on this, you can at 610-632-0975. I didn't know there was a...
To me, there's
because
boo etiquette, yeah.
I am not a booer. Now, I do not...
I mean, I have in the past.
How about this? I have booed a team. I don't think I've ever booed a player. I've booed a team. Like, I'll boo a team's leaving at halftime and it's a crappy effort. I'll join in a boo the performance. I don't remember ever booing an individual player. I'm sure I have at some point in my life, but I don't remember that. Like, to me, so I even have etiquette as far as boos, I guess. Like, you're saying boo. So I'm making fun of you about, I didn't know there were rules about boos, but I don't tend to boo players. I tend to boo a team for a poor effort or poor showing.
That's fair. But I
have my own rules, and I'm making fun of you having rules, and I'm going, well, wait a minute, I sort of have rules myself.
Yeah, like
I don't do that.
I mean, I don't know. A strikeout to me is just different. Like, it's not like the guy wanted to strike out. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, I know.
Any
but
player you've ever booed doesn't want to do that.
It's not a lack of hustle. It's not a lack of intelligence. It's baseball.
Okay.
I mean, the best hitters in the world succeed 3 out of 10 times. Like, striking out is so common to what they do. It's a weird thing to boo to me. Unless it's like, a horrible pitch and they tomahawk swing at it or they're swinging in the dirt. Like, then, yeah, okay, maybe. But just a normal strikeout with some runners on base, I think that's a little lame.
Now, Chris says on Twitter that baseball's full of dumb boos. The pickoff throw, and people boo.
Very stupid.
The correct out call against your team, people boo it. The correct reverse replay, people boo it.
I think baseball lends to the most boos.
The manager pulling a pitcher who's having a great game gets booed. I mean, there's a lot of there are a lot of boos.
Yeah, I just don't think strikeouts are one of them.
It depends on the moment, but for the most part, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I mean, we're
That's all.
expecting more.
I was just sitting there, coming off a 9.
I got to tell you, I'm expecting more. I expected more out of Real Muto and Castellanos this year.
Yeah, but you can expect
it's still
more
too
without
early.
booing single at bats from the guys.
Okay.
It just felt like it wasn't warranted in that case.
Okay.
Yeah, to me, I just felt it was out of place.
I think it's gotten very touchy-feely. Sometimes I have to look and go, okay, it is Philly. We're in Philly, right?
Well, that's part of it. Yeah.
We're in Philly, right?
But
now we're getting
all the longest win streak in a decade plus.
I understand.
You can't make
but
it
it
through a
doesn't
day
change your input on what you're watching yesterday or what you're watching the day you come to the park. And that was a pathetic effort yesterday. I don't think it's a big deal they lose a game. I don't do the roller coaster. I don't do the, oh my gosh, my opinion wildly changes on the Phillies. I don't think they're close to the team that won 9 in a row. And I don't think they're close to the team that was 21-29. Like I don't, or 29-30, whatever it was. I don't do the roller coaster of emotion on a baseball season. But to me, if you're at the ball game and that's the day you're there, and you get a crap effort like that,
But
I think it's okay to boo
people boo just
spot.
to boo sometimes.
Sure they do. And as Pat says, ignore them.
Well,
they're just.
It's I have a platform where I can say it's stupid.
It is stupid.
So I'm saying
a lot of times it's stupid, and I've been guilty of it, and I think we've all been guilty of it at times. Jamie's right. Like there should be like an etiquette. Like you should have common sense on when booing is okay, but we're talking about booing here.
Phillies at the announcement, Dan Baker should have said yesterday, a reminder, Phillies fans, there were 9 wins this week. You've seen in the win streak. That means you're not allowed to boo today.
No, it's not.
Because they've won 9 in a row. So be kind to the players.
I would have booed Real Muto in the first inning with every ounce of boo I had in me. But a strikeout? No.
Okay.
Like when you screw up, yeah.
I think
boo.
with Real Muto, I don't think. Here's to put it this way: I don't think Bryce Harper's getting booed. I don't even think. I don't think Schwarber's getting booed the way the streak he's been on. I don't think you're going to see a boo for those. You're going to see a boo for Castellanos right now, and for Real Muto.
We might be getting booed for this segment.
Could be. They could be booing us right now in their car.
Somebody is. Somebody
you never
out there.
know.
I see you, John, on 76. I see you.
All right, in the linchpin, Jamie wants to know who's leaping.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, I was, scouring the internet yesterday morning, and I came across a Bleeding Green Nation article that listed which Eagles will take the big leap this year. And they listed 4 guys, so I want to, throw those 4 out and then see if there's anybody else in the Eagles mix that could be prime for a bust-out type of season. The 4 players they named were Jalen Hurts, Quez Watkins, Marcus Epps, and Milton Williams. If I asked you of those 4, who do you believe is going to take the big jump this year? Do any of those 4 do it to you, or is there somebody they miss that you think will?
I think the biggest jump from that group would be Milton Williams. Because I think Milton Williams is going to get an opportunity, and I think he's the one that's starting from the most anonymous standpoint. so it will stand out more when he makes an impact.
Initially, I agreed with you. I don't know how much playing time he's going to get, and I think he will get a decent bit, but the fact they drafted a first-round pick at his position.
Yeah, still rotational.
I think the guy that makes the most sense, and I say this because I'm not a Hurts guy, but the guy that makes the most sense is probably Marcus Epps. We haven't seen enough of him, and as we talked about earlier, his teammates are talking him up, even though
he's going to have the most
take that with a grain of
opportunity.
salt, but he will have the most opportunity.
Epps gets the most chance
So
to show what he
that's
can
why
do.
I'll go Marcus Epps, even though I have my reservations about it.
Connor?
Yeah, it's not a cool, let's make an interesting argument. It's Jalen Hurts for me. I just think the focus is on him. I think he's had a really strong offseason from everything we're hearing and all of the tools he's got. He's primed to make it, and he knows, trust me, he won't show it because he's as stoic as anything, but he knows everything is hinging on this year for him, and I think he makes that jump.
Yeah, Quez I'm intrigued by as a third option, and he's technically the team's fourth option.
Couldn't he be the fourth option?
If you count Dallas Goedert and how they view him.
How about that you went out and got a wide receiver from Indianapolis?
I think he's going to beat Zach Pascal out.
Okay.
I think Quez will be the team's number 3 wide receiver.
Put some stink on it, please, Pascal.
Alcantara. I just think he's going to have a lot of opportunity. If the other team's defense is going to focus on A.J., Devontae Smith, and Dallas Goedert as the big 3, Quez could be, up against some cornerback 3s and 4s, and maybe he's, benefiting from the deep bombs because, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith draw so much attention. I'm tempted to say him. My answer would be Epps, but I like Quez in the role he's in on this team. He's kind of like your specialist.
He should be so much more than that by now.
He's a
pick.
Third year in the league as a 6th-round pick.
Yeah, but we don't know.
But he had 650 yards last year, and
I like him.
Two of the biggest plays in the league. It was basically a 99-yard play that they didn't score on. So I like him, but I would go with Epps of those 4. I just thought it was an interesting discussion of who's gonna bust out a little bit.
Quez does make a lot of sense. Looking at it, playing the slot, they don't have a lot of competition there other than Zach Pascal or whatever you want to call him, Zach Pascal.
Right.
There's not a lot of competition with him or with Greg Ward. Quez Watkins is better than that.
Okay.
But still at the same time, I go, well, Greg Ward's been there before. He's done it.
I don't think you're going to see a lot of Greg Ward this year.
I don't think so other than kick returning. But then the other question we have is, can Jalen Reagor steal that slot position?
No.
Or I tend to agree with you, but then again, they're going to give him an opportunity over Quez, I think.
I don't think so.
For the time. But I think in training camp, they'll give him an opportunity, and then towards the end, about 2 weeks into training camp, they'll be able to figure out if Reagor has it or he doesn't.
I think Reagor will be 5th, honestly.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think Rager's going to really.
I think they're going to say you're going to have to earn it back.
They may be emboldened to make a wise move there. To just say, you know what?
It might be better for both parties at this point. I was
divorce.
Yeah, I was there with Aguilar at one point where I was like, it's probably just better for both parties to go their separate ways. He's approaching that territory. But then Nelson turned it around and became a really good slot receiver that year. He's still an interesting guy to me, Aguilar. Because at times you would see him show elite talent, and then other times he couldn't catch the ball.
We will have plenty more as the Eagles 90 days away from their opener. That is good.
We was catching them, unlike Aguilar.
Yeah. The baby being dropped out of the building. I think that was that famous quote.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great. My buddy Ray Dunn has some nice notes on the Phillies. He's a big Phillies fan. He loves to dig up these numbers here. How about this? Bryce Harper is 2 home runs away from 100 with the Phillies. He's 3 home runs away from passing Juan Samuel. He's 4 home runs away from passing Jim Thome. He's 5 home runs away from passing Maikel Franco. And he's 6 home runs away from passing Granny Hammer, who, by the way, Granny Hammer, I think, is Bob did a feature on.
Yeah.
At one time in the Daily News.
Covered him in high school.
Bryce Harper, man. Some historic 98 home runs as a Philly. That seems impossible to me. I don't know if it's because of the COVID year in the middle of that. I can't believe he's at 98 home runs already.
Yeah, what? They played 55 games that one year, the COVID year?
I don't know what it was. Was it 55?
Something right around
60.
there.
I thought it was 60.
It was 60 games.
Yeah, I think it was a 60-game season. That's a really that is. He says an electric era. It's an electric.
So when he goes into the Hall, he'll be a Philly, don't you think?
Yes.
I mean, if he finishes his career, because
if he finishes his career here, he will be.
If he finishes his contract, because his contract's 13 years. So, yeah, you'd think he would go in as a Philly. He also, I think at this point in his life, he looks at himself as a Philadelphian.
Yeah, I don't think he has any ties to Washington anymore.
Not really.
Like
other than being drafted there.
I remember you do choose your hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to choose.
Yeah, I mean, he's been one of the best him and Zach Wheeler have been two of the best Philly signings, like, possibly ever.
They nailed that. Yeah, I mean, John Heyman, the baseball writer, John Heyman tweeted out this past week because they looked at Bryce Harper's last 162 games. And, his numbers are ridiculous. And John Heyman tweeted out, bargain contract.
It really is.
And when I think me and you, Jamie, have been on that for a while. That $25 million towards the end of it is going to be nothing.
Dropping
anyway.
a bucket.
But I remember when they signed him, thinking, "Oh my God, they're only paying him $25 million for that talent," and it really was term more than money. And a lot was made about the $330, but it's $330 over 13 years. Looking at it, I can't believe I'm sitting there going, now I'm sitting here going, that's a bargain.
Yeah, when you look at what Aaron Judge is going to sign for this offseason.
What Mike Trout signed for.
Yeah, it's just going to pale.
Going to get.
Yeah,
What if though Bryce Harper did a Greg Maddux, where Greg Maddux began his career, grew up in the organization as a Cub. Then when he got to free agency, he chose to go to Atlanta. Spent all of his career in Atlanta that really mattered in baseball. Like he became Greg Maddux in Atlanta, and he went into the Hall of Fame without wanting either logo on his hat, because of the fact that he didn't want to disgrace the organization that he came up with.
Well, he spent
and everything.
10 years in Chicago and 11 in Atlanta. I'm looking this up. I didn't actually know this off the top of my head, but
I would have guessed 8. So I was
in
a little
that
off
situation.
on that.
It's like, okay, I understand that 11, 10.
What did Bryce spend? 6 or 7?
20
in the organization.
9, he was drafted.
I believe it was 6 with the majors.
6 with it. I think it was 6.
And then he took him
maybe?
2 years to get to the pros.
No, but I mean, he was with that organization.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Because Maddox was 10 years with that organization.
Pick a team, coward.
Well, I sort of feel that way, too.
Yeah.
Where did you, Greg Maddux didn't have it.
It kind of tells your story.
And at the time, I was like, well, wait a minute, here is Greg. And I said it, so I don't have any problem as I said it, is the idea is
7 years.
you were brave.
Yeah, he's a brave to me.
You're brave.
Yeah,
just because you like it, you're a brave.
Yeah, I mean, Roy Halladay didn't pick. He had his perfect game and no-hitter here.
And
I know it's weird.
That shocked me. Because when I look at Roy Halladay,
he
should be a Blue
honestly,
Jay.
Roy Halladay was a cup of coffee. He should have been
That's
a Blue
what I'm
Jay.
saying, though. These guys,
but he should have been
a
a Blue
personal
Jay.
thing for them. It may not just be as easy as time or who you were better with or something. It could be connections with the organization. It's a weird personal choice.
Bryce Harper was 7 years with the Pats.
By the way, Pat's tweet he was talking about, this is Bryce Harper in the last calendar year. His stat lines are 319, 415, 656.
That's pretty good.
42 home runs, 115 runs, 114 RBIs, 14 stolen bases, and his 7.5 WAR leads Major League Baseball.
7 years with the Nats, 4 postseason berths with the Nats. I mean, this is 4th year in Philly. Honestly, it's the Greg Maddux situation. Over again. I mean, he's only in his 4th year in Philly. He was 7 years in the Nats, and he went to the postseason 4 times. He isn't in a cup of coffee here in October.
Yeah, but
he's got to change some of that.
Yeah, well, they're going to make it this year, so.
What's astounding to me is, and I always found this hilarious, is Jimmy Rollins, when he won his MVP, didn't make the All-Star game that year. And
Harper
looking at Harper won the MVP, didn't make the All-Star game.
Joke.
It's kind of funny.
The BetParks app, I'm going to tell you all about, because I got to tell you right now, when you're trying to see if a winning season is in the future, it's a lot more difficult when people expect you to be good. I'm deciding on a bet, and I want you to be a part of it. It's John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. That BetParks app, which I was just looking at as far as season bets, you can go and make season wagers over/under on win totals for teams. You can go to the BetParks app and check out special boosts right now and wagers for the PGA Tour. The BetParks app is awesome. It's casino and sportsbook in one great app. Your first bet is risk-free, up to $750. You can bet on more than just the score in baseball. You can bet on individual player performances. We're talking hits, home runs, strikeouts. You can bet playoff hockey. The Stanley Cup Finals are beginning. And yes, I am going to put $20 on the Lightning to win the Stanley Cup. The BetParx Casino and Sportsbook app, odds, bets, casino games, all colliding in one great spot. And if you're 21 or older in Pennsylvania or New Jersey, you can place that risk-free bet up to $750 and enter that Parks family. Do it today. Go to betparks.com. Use my promo code Kincade. If you have a gambling problem, I implore you to please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
For someone who's super, super hot, you're really cranky.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
June is National Men's Health Month. 97.5 The Fanatic and Iron Mountain Men's Health are committed to your well-being. Did you know sleep apnea occurs in about 25% of men compared to 10% of women? Having obstructive sleep apnea increases your risk of high blood pressure, strokes, and heart attacks. To help prevent sleep apnea, maintain a healthy weight, moderate alcohol consumption, and refrain from smoking. Stay tuned for more tips on how to live a long and healthy life, presented by Iron Mountain Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Avidan Appel. Would it surprise you to hear that for every hour of quality sleep lost, your testosterone level decreases by a significant amount? If you're waking up in the morning feeling unrefreshed, fatigued, or tired, your testosterone levels need to be checked and could be low due to sleep apnea. Visit us online today at ironmountainmenshealth.com to schedule your free consultation with me, Dr. Avidan Appel, founder of Iron Mountain Men's Health. Iron Mountain Men's Health, the leader in men's health.
Don't spend another summer sweating in your undies. Call your independent Delaware Valley trained comfort specialist now for rebates and special financing offers on a new high-efficiency air conditioning system with whole house air filtration. Not only will you enjoy cooler, cleaner, and healthier air throughout your home, you'll save yourself some money and embarrassment, too. To get started, visit Trane.com to find a Delaware Valley independent trained comfort specialist near you. It's hard to stop a train. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for details.
Health Partners Plans wants to help you see more clearly. That's why we offer free eyeglasses and contact lenses to our Medicaid members of all ages. We know that wearing prescription eyeglasses or contact lenses can help improve your visibility, but did you know it can also reduce strain on your eyes that may be leading to other health concerns? Health Partners Vision benefits cover eyeglasses or contact lenses in addition to annual eye exams. To learn more about HPP, please call 1-800-553-0784 or visit us online at hpplans.com. When it comes to your vision, be sure to give it a look.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours.
Spilled your milkshake? Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up spills quicker. And each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less than the leading Ordinary brand. So you can get back to your milkshake.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Behold, New Jersey, with the Caesars Casino app, you have dozens of your favorite slots right at your fingertips. Sign up and get your first deposit matched up to $2,000 with a bonus for slots or video poker, plus a $100 gas card using promo code Radio Casino. Must be 21. Offer valid in New Jersey only and for new users. Minimum wagering within 7 days required to unlock bonus. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Play like a Caesar with Caesars Casino. know.
Meet Allison, teammate at Truist Bank. Hi. She was born to care, and she always had your back. You could say that. Like that time back in the mid-'80s when she spotted Stacey Kaminsky with her new perm, and a car was coming, about to hit a puddle. So Allison jumps in front of the splash, just in time to protect Stacey's fresh curls.
Look, I had to do it. A wet perm just doesn't work.
Today, Allison's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. Learn more at truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
It's that time of year. Celebrate the grad. Say thanks to Dad. And enjoy the start of summer. And it's not a party without a pretzel party tray from Philly Pretzel Factory. Grads, dads, or grilling in the backyard, at home, or down the shore, don't forget the pretzel party tray. With delicious dipping sauces like honey mustard, cheddar cheese, and buttercream. There's something for everyone. Pre-order now from your nearest Philadelphia area location at phillypretzelfactory.com. The pretzel party tray from Philly Pretzel Factory, Philly's official snack of summer.
As a contractor installing windows, you deserve a simple choice. Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And they even have fewer callbacks for extra peace of mind. When it comes to windows, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows. The windows contractors trust the most. Request a quote at andersonwindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors.
I'm going to tell you this. Your neighbors sent me an email today, and they told me your house looks terrible from the street. Your windows look absolutely decrepit. And right now, you tell me you don't have the money to change it? Well, you do, because Window Nation is not asking for a dime. They will improve the value of your home. They will lower your cooling bills for this summer and next. They'll lower your cooling bills for the next 2 winters, too, before you pay them one dime. That's because Window Nation's got a great deal for you. You're going to get 2 new windows for every 2 that you buy. So if you need 20, you pay for 10. Plus, you're paying nothing for 2 full years. Their installers, experienced. Their windows, spectacular. You need vinyl, you need wood, you need fiberglass. You'll get it. And you get 2 free for every 2 that you buy, and you make no down payment, you pay no interest for 24 months. Window Nation has got you covered. You do your window shopping online at windownation.com. And then you get on in. You call them at 866-90-NATION. You're going to save money on all of your heating and cooling bills, and your home, the value of your home goes way up. Change those windows out. You've wanted to do it. Check out Window Nation. Go to windownation.com.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. The John Kincade Show.
I slept in the nude last night. Felt every little breeze.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Every time I hear that bite, Pat, what is that soundbite from?
No idea.
You don't know where it's from?
Which one?
No clue.
The soundbite that just ran.
I missed it. I didn't have my headset.
I slept in the nude last night, and I felt every little breeze. Every time I hear it, I think it's Mrs. Snell.
Who?
Darlene.
Who? Oh, no, it's not her.
No. I do. I know it's not her.
Like a little boy or something.
But it's like it has that Darlene Snell.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know
one.
what you mean.
Voice to it. Darlene, every single sentence ended like that.
Yeah, it did.
You got a problem with me?
You got a problem with me, Marty Bird?
You want me to, I would hate for us to have difficulties together.
God,
She was a great character. Great character.
Yeah, I like cheering against her.
I tend to root for the villains.
The relationship with Wyatt, though, creeped me out.
And you know what's funny
a little
is,
uncomfortable.
You know that was not, I saw if you watch the retrospective afterwards, the 30-minute retrospective they had afterwards or whatever it was, that was not meant to be. In the original, they had an original beginning and original end for the show. And the show ended the way that it was supposed to, and it would lead through. But the only thing they went off script on was creating the romance for Darlene and him.
Yeah, it was
because they found out that he was a more liked character than they expected, and that she was a more
hated character
than expected.
Oh, I couldn't stand him.
She was one of the most evil people on the show.
I think she was fantastic.
She was a really good actress.
Really
I
good.
liked Wyatt.
Have you ever seen her in anything?
No.
I've never seen her before. Wyatt was good.
I didn't like Wyatt. I don't like him though.
So, well, where do you know him from?
Wayward Pines was the first thing I saw him from.
Don't know that.
Didn't like him in that. It might be his face. I don't say that jokingly. He's just got one of those faces I don't like to look at.
Really? Okay.
I also don't think he's that good of an actor.
Really?
So, yeah, I got a lot of negative things to say about Wyatt.
You didn't like Wyatt?
Seems like a nice guy, though. Sure, he donates to a lot of GoFundMes.
I did not realize. My wife was loved that show. That the what do you call it?
Greg the Bunny.
No,
Darling Grace.
Pat, stop, stop. She was in the Americans.
Oh, Carrie Russell.
Ruth Langmore.
Ruth Langmore was in the
I
Americans.
think she was also in that, wasn't she? There was somebody in the Americans. Somebody was in the Americans. Go see which one of them was.
Carrie Russell was one of my favorites growing up. She was a Noxzema
John
girl.
Boy Walton. John Boy Walton. I hated him. And now you would not even know, Connor, who John Boy Walton.
Any of these people.
John Boy Walton was Mrs. Bird's father.
It was Wendy's
the
father.
creepy pastor.
Okay.
Wendy the pastor.
I don't even know if I got to that point.
Really? Oh yeah. He checked
you ducked
out.
Yeah, I got out after partway through season 2.
What did you watch?
What do you mean?
What did you watch over watching that?
Sports.
That's something that really interests me.
Yeah. Watch baseball.
Philadelphia Phillies, they're a local baseball club.
Yeah.
They take up a lot of my time.
You could have plenty of time. You've had plenty of time. You're taking walks in softball. Did you take any walks this weekend in softball?
No, we got rained out. Thunderstorm Sunday morning.
Too bad.
It was unfortunate because I would have walked all over the place.
So when you do a rain out, do they tell the public that was coming out to watch the game?
Yeah.
Do they alert them?
We had to refund a bunch of tickets. It was a whole thing.
Where was the game yesterday? What storied park?
It was at Thomas Jefferson Elementary School, right around the corner from Washington Township High School. It's a great field, in great shape.
You realize this? Cam Camille, who turned 10 this weekend. Congratulations, Cam.
Yep.
Cam's playing on actual field turf and all the expert stuff, and you're playing at an elementary school.
Yeah, that's because I'm a grinder. I'm a tough player.
No wonder guys are hitting dingers playing softball at the elementary school.
Well, there's no fence.
Wait a minute.
No, we don't have a fence.
By the way, Julia Gardner was in the Americans.
Yeah.
And I just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, she was in the Americans.
I didn't put that together.
Christina said she was spectacular in the Americans.
The Americans
too.
was awesome. Did you ever watch it?
No, I did not, but my wife loved it.
It was great.
I couldn't get into it.
Russian spies in North Jersey. What could you not get into?
I tried.
And they were Devils fans, I think.
I tried, man. I don't know what to tell you. I wanted to.
Hey, the 9 a.m. hour is brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. And for details, go to Bagster.com. The amount of money, by the way, is now $39.95 to get the downloaded Ozark tour for people to be able to go around to all the sites and have the little map, and it gives you a little bit about and show.
$40.
Here's the $40.
That's a ripoff.
That's a great catch grab by somebody.
Now you get you can have a cocktail though. You can have a hot cocktail at the restaurant on the river. So you can just pretend
you walk in and get a cocktail.
You could for not $39.
It's a ripoff.
It is a ripoff.
There's no way to slice it.
Have you ever done the holiday tour, the Hollywood tour?
No.
On one of the buses or anything like that they run those buses around and go, we're driving by, this is Michael Jackson's house.
I mean, I was in L.A. for all of a couple hours one time.
That's all you've been in L.A.?
Yeah,
what were you in L.A. for?
We were in Anaheim. We were at Disney World.
Okay.
Disneyland. And Ed Sheeran was playing in the Staples Center that night, so we quickly grabbed tickets, drove down, saw Ed, and went back to San Diego.
I wouldn't have minded seeing Ed Sheeran.
Really good. I saw his first performance in Philly back in 2012. He opened for Snow Patrol. I don't like Snow Patrol. I just went for him. And he was incredible.
Isn't that the kids' cartoon?
No.
That's Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
No, Snow Patrol.
Patrol.
Snow Patrol's a crappy band. But,
Chasing cars as well.
But he was great. And
Chase is on the case.
It was in the TLA, or no, it was in the Electric Factory, which has now been renamed. But he was incredible.
Really?
And he was the opener.
How many? He was the opener?
He was the opener, yeah. And then as soon as he was done, I left.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw 2 NFC East preview rankings this weekend online. where they were previewing groups of players, where the Eagles secondary was ranked almost even with Dallas. I was like, that's a little bit premature for me. But it also shows that this year the Eagles club is not going to be sneaking up on anyone.
No.
This time around. Getting to a winning season isn't going to be as easy when people expect you to be good. I think that's a little easy, a little premature.
Well, if you look at the sports books, it's not a huge gap between the Cowboys and the Eagles. The Cowboys did lose a bunch of talented guys. I mean, they lost Amari Cooper, who is low-key a very sneaky, really good wide receiver. So does CeeDee Lamb's life become more difficult? Michael Gallup's returning off an injury. We'll see if he's got what he's still got. Their books are a bit of a mess. They had to let La'el Collins go. They're still paying Ezekiel Elliott big money for a guy that's washed. They still have their defensive problems too. So I don't think it's that far off. I would still have the Cowboys as the favorite.
But what about their secondary?
It's suspect.
You don't think Dallas' secondary is every bit as you don't think Dallas' secondary is better than the Eagles?
No.
Wow, you think it's that close?
Well, what's his name?
Then why should we? Then there's no way we should lose this division.
I mean, Bradbury and Slay is probably a top 5 defensive back combination in this league. I haven't gone through it with a fine-tooth comb, but they're probably a top 5 cornerback duo. That should make Marcus Epps and Anthony Harris's life a lot easier. So you kind of cover up for those deficiencies through the cornerback play. And then if Avonte Maddox repeats again as the nickel cornerback he did last year, I think you have a really good secondary, even with the deficiencies at safety. Trayvon Diggs down in Dallas, look, he had the interceptions and all that last year.
But he was so easy to throw against.
He was also one of the most targeted cornerbacks in the league and let up a lot of big plays. So while on paper that name sells, in reality, he got cooked a lot.
Pat, where you at with this?
Yeah, the fact that he got cooked it sits with me. You had all those interceptions, but it's because you were targeted.
It's like somebody working on their glamour muscles and not doing leg day.
Hey, that's okay.
No.
You're not supposed to skip leg day. I think everyone knows that. And it's embarrassing if you do, Connor. But it's a little ridiculous. I think the fact that we don't know what Marcus Epps is makes it a little more of an argument to me. But still,
yeah, you seem skeptical.
Darius Slay and James Bradbury is better than what Dallas has, but
for sure.
But the safety position is what kind of concerns me.
I really do.
I just don't know where
I have questions about it. I still think they're going to be soft in the middle.
I just think the safeties' lives are so much easier than what they've been used to here. Having that level of cornerback play is special. Not a lot of teams have that. So if they do what they're supposed to do, Maddox, Bradbury, and Slay, I think Anthony Harris and Epps could benefit the most of anybody on the team.
It's a little. I don't know. To me, it's still a deficient area.
Yeah. I tend to agree with you. We might be talking ourselves into Bradbury.
Bradbury
should.
I would agree.
I don't know.
I would agree.
2 years.
He's been good. He's been good, but he's been bad.
He had one really good year, and he had one really mediocre year.
2 years ago, he was a top 3 cornerback in this league.
And then last year, what happened?
The wheels didn't fall off. I mean, that's just a dumpster fire of an organization. He was okay. He just wasn't as good as he was the year prior. I think he's going to be really good here.
I think he's going to be solid. I don't know about really good, but I do think that being paired with Darius Slay is going to help him out tremendously.
He's going to be taking other teams' wide receiver 2s where he used to take teams' wide receiver 1s.
Hey, protect your home with DryTech waterproofing solutions. Fanatic listeners get 15% off. All you have to do is mention that you heard it here in the Fanatic. For water in your basement, cracks in your foundation, or if you need mold remediation, trust the experts at DryTech. DryTechCorp.com. Glad to have DryTech part of the John Kincade Show family now.
We say DryTech.
We love the DryTech. In Pat's point of view, Keith Pompey got him thinking.
This is Pat's point of view. Here's Pat.
Hey guys, it's me. It's Pat.
Is this your point of view?
This is
and
my
it's
point of view.
Pat.
I thought of this while walking the dog. This is my point of view that I have.
Now the dog's name?
J-Roll.
J-Roll.
Yes, after the manager of the Futures game.
And then Cat Burrell
looked
at you and said, why don't you walk me?
because he crushes. Well, anyway. So Keith Pompey wrote an article about the Sixers passing on Jason Tatum, and he basically said, look, the Sixers are never going to live that down. You took Markelle Fultz for Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum's a superstar. Markelle Fultz is now on to his second team. He's having an okay career, but still, you're never going to pass. You're never going to live it down that you traded up for that guy and you could have just sat there.
Okay.
And it got me wondering, they probably won't, and every team has one of those situations. But for Philadelphia sports, think of the other three teams. We're talking Flyers, Phillies, Sixers. What is they'll never live that move down? And keep it within since the year 2000.
Try to keep it.
Yeah, I mean, don't bring up, trading Ryan Sandberg, trading Fergie Jenkins. You're not going to live that down, but that was a while ago. Keep it within the year 2000. And think of some moves that these teams have made. We're looking back on it, it didn't really make a lot of sense then, and it makes even less sense now. Or maybe you bought into it then, but looking back on it, it was a disaster. And Philadelphia, the problem with Philadelphia is we have so many of them. It seems like.
What's weird though is that in this exercise, Pat, as I tried to go about it, I had trouble finding the Eagles one.
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, easily.
No, but I mean,
that was a home run.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
I mean, that's the one.
And it was Justin Jefferson makes the most sense for this answer because of the fact that you reached to get Jalen Reagor.
Correct.
It wasn't like
you definitely went 15 spots early on Jalen Reagor or 20.
Right. If you had took Brandon Ayuk, I would have been like, okay, makes sense. You took a guy that wasn't projected to go anywhere near that position.
But the Eagles organization, I think, has the least of these type of moves. Do they not?
DK Metcalf.
I don't know. This is pain.
Here's the problem is DK Metcalf was a health issue, and DK Metcalf was passed over by tons of organizations because of that health issue.
So is Nakobe Dean. We're very happy about them taking him.
No, but he has no health issue.
He did at the time.
No, he doesn't.
People were afraid of that at the time.
No,
I know he doesn't.
He had
now,
DK Metcalf had a real health issue that was documented and believed. He did not. There's a difference between him and Nakobe Dean.
Think about the exercise, though. It's what move will they never live down? And taking J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and passing on DK Metcalf is one move that they will never live down. I mean, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside's a joke.
Well, I didn't want that move, absolutely.
I mean, that guy's known for, the best thing he's known for, really, is the picture of his mother shading the sun from him.
That's not a good look.
That's not a good look. You're a pro athlete, and mommy has to come out with an umbrella because, and look, I get it, but
she's being SPF
Put
smart.
some SPF 50 on, man. You'll be all right. But that's what he's known for.
I'm not bringing mommy to work.
So in a way, they will be known for that. Never living that down. What about Sixers or Flyers? Can you guys think of one?
The one I had in my mind was Jahlil Okafor. So I went and looked at that draft.
It wasn't good.
It was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, Kristaps going one pick after him, but you can't really blame them for not drafting Kristaps because he wouldn't work out for the team.
Yeah, I mean, the only guy you would regret is Devin Booker, but he went at 13, so he's not even in a top 5 discussion.
You were taking a 3.
Yeah, if you're keeping it to 2000.
That draft is so bad. So just real quick to refresh people, after Okafor it goes Porzingis, Hazonia, Willie Cauley-Stein, Emmanuel Mudiay, Stanley Johnson, Frank Kaminsky, Justice Winslow, Miles Turner, and Trey Lyles.
A lot of gross.
Yeah, wow.
You think the Flyers would have won a Stanley Cup if they didn't more? Well, you see, it's the 90s again.
But I mean, hindsight being 2020, you do the Nolan Patrick and McCarr one.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good one.
That's brutal.
I still go back to
but nobody was, again, you see, I have a hard time doing that because nobody would have called the night of the draft. Nobody said, man, Flyers.
Well,
should have done that.
Smart teams make smart picks.
Yeah, but
and sometimes they luck into them because guys are available and then they end up being better than they.
Why do we never luck into them?
We do. I just don't think.
Joel Embiid's the only one.
Yeah, no, I think we can look back.
Tyrese Maxey was a luck into.
Yeah.
Well, that's just because the NCAA tournament was canceled.
I think we have more.
Maybe,
I think we have more lucked into than you might think. I mean, I'll do that for we can do that for tomorrow. But the Flyers one's obvious. It's trading Sergei Bobrovsky.
Yeah.
And then giving a 15-year contract to a guy that was disliked, and it was known that he was disliked by his previous team because your owner was bloodthirsty for a cup. Bobrovsky goes on to win a Vezina.
Yeah, it's
the position
two,
that you
didn't he?
needed. I think he might have.
I think he won 2. The other Sixer one that's obvious, and he won a bet with the Arizona Diamondbacks this past weekend. I mean, the Mikal Bridges for Zaire Smith trade.
Oh, that's a great one, Jamie.
Trade is just, and look, I know there was a pick involved that you later used for Tobias,
but is that one you're never going to live down at?
Zaire Smith didn't even play in the league,
right? No, but I mean, you did still get Tobias.
Yeah, but you could have gotten Tobias for something else.
Well, and I think,
I don't think that pick was pivotal.
Mikal's better.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You did that whole trade because you wanted the unprotected pick. You wisely traded the pick, knowing that Miami wasn't going to be that bad forever. You got a player that you had to give a max contract to because he was a pending free agent. You picked him over Jimmy Butler. I mean, the whole thing was.
And Mikal's only a
botched.
$95 or $100 million player, and for the output return on investor, Mikal beats Tobias.
No question on return on investment.
Yeah,
I mean 1A, 1B my ass.
By the way, I would like to shout out. I'm going to shout out Marty.
We say Marty,
and I'm going to shout out Kristen and Tom.
What do you say, Kristen and Tom?
And I'm also going to shout out Carl.
What do you say, Carl? I love it, Carl.
Those are the three people that checked in, said they woke up this morning and they're going to work today in the Philadelphia area, and they woke up at the beach.
Oh, lucky you guys.
Took the time. Because I used to do that.
I would if I had the opportunities.
Because I hated the Sunday afternoon traffic.
Yeah.
So I would,
Sunday at the shore when everybody's leaving and you're staying is great.
It's the best, but even if you knew you had something to do on Monday, driving up first thing, I would rather drive up first thing in the morning on Monday. And even if I had to get up early.
Yeah, no traffic.
Than have to deal with that Sunday traffic.
Yeah, I was always a day trip guy. I never stayed down the shore, so I didn't really get the chance.
You were a shoebie.
Sure, yeah.
So you were a
shoebox lunches.
Go home, shoebies.
Yeah, shoebies are
Now you understand the premise of it.
Yeah, my dad always told me what it meant.
And shoebox lunches.
You pack the lunch for the day, take it down, and drive back home for dinner.
And
I thought it was people that wear shoes on the beach.
No. Shoebox lunches.
Shoebie is shoebox. You brought your stuff for the day in a shoebox with you.
I'll see myself out.
And then you would actually bring that, so.
By the way, to the original point of Pat's story and Keith Pompey bringing it up, that narrative that they passed over Tatum
it's not true.
Is not true to me.
No. The thing is, though, there was nothing, and I got this directly. There was nothing to block them from drafting.
No, there's not, except you sever relationships with agents and executives around the league, and it's like career suicide.
And the thing is, though, is that
because you're lying to agents and other if you get caught and exposed doing that, you're
well.
toast.
The thing is, I think you'd burn bridges with the Celtics.
And the Celtics, look, if Brian Colangelo doesn't telegraph who he's taking, the Celtics don't make that deal.
Could be.
I mean, one was a good GM and one was a horrible GM. Danny Ainge put Brian Colangelo over his knee and spanked him.
To me, the
bad boy.
To me, it was
that got a little kinky, Jim.
The misconception of the trade was the fact that I think it was more about the Sixers trading up for their guy.
Yes,
they wanted Markelle Fultz, and I do not believe, and I will never believe that if the Lakers were sitting there and they had Markelle Fultz, who remember was the consensus #1 overall pick. I mean, it wasn't like a debate. It wasn't Anthony Bennett. He was the #1 overall pick. If he's sitting there, or Lonzo Ball and his dad are sitting there, there's no doubt in my mind the Lakers are taking Markelle Fultz. So it was more about the Sixers getting up to #1 to take their guy. But I think the conception now, looking back on it, is, well, if the Sixers stayed at 3, they would have gotten Fultz. I don't think so. I think they would have gotten Lonzo Ball.
All right, we got a listener-suggested segment of the day coming up. And Connor Thomas, your talking points on the Marlins? Little incorrect.
Ooh. Roasty.
The Phillies, a home favorite tonight, and a little bit of a solid home favorite with Aaron Nola.
Bro, how do you live with yourself?
Not a good look.
It's the Locked On Phillies podcast.
How are you going to sleep tonight?
How are you going to do that?
Nice and easy.
Damn it, Connor.
And in your headphones.
Shoulder sleeper, Connor, back sleeper?
Face down, head under the pillow.
Yeah.
Face down,
psycho.
ass up.
That's psycho. That is psycho.
I know, it's crazy.
Oh, my gosh.
Under the pillow psycho stuff.
Yeah.
Under the pillow?
Yep, on my head. Face down.
Now the pillow is over the top of your head?
Yep.
Are you holding it in place?
Nope, it just sits there.
Okay, that's bizarre, man.
Psycho.
That is psycho.
Now we know why he's single.
Our listener-suggested segment of the day coming your way next. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Get the BetParx app. And as I told you, the Phillies, a home favorite tonight with Aaron Nola on the mound against the Marlins. Well, why don't you jump in on that one? Reject Connor's premise. Or maybe Connor's right. Whichever way you're leaning, get the BetParx app. If you're in Pennsylvania or New Jersey, you can download the app now, and you can get a risk-free bet of up to $750 when you use my promo code Kincade. The NBA Finals go to Game 5 tonight. Pivotal Game 5 in Golden State. Where are you leaning in that one? I'm definitely leaning with the Warriors. But I very much think it's going to be a tight game. So I'm torn. Where are you at? You can use the live in-game wagering, too. The line's constantly shifting. If you're in Pennsylvania or New Jersey, download the BetParx app and use my promo code Kincade. Get a risk-free bet up to $750. If you miss, it'll be refunded in site credit. You got to be 21 in state of Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's the John Kincade Show, Summer of Fun on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
When it comes to cybersecurity, the biggest threats don't always strike the biggest targets. Almost half of all cyber attacks target small businesses, so help protect yours with Comcast Business Security Edge. It's advanced security that continuously scans for threats and helps protect every connected device. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company, so you can be ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
There's never been a better time to get gig speed internet and advanced security from Comcast Business. And now, for a limited time only, get 3 months on us. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to learn more. And 6/22/2022. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 1 gigabit internet security edge, 1 voice line and Connection Pro customers only. 3-year contract required. 3 months on us after prepaid card redemption. Most innovative based on American Business 2021 Gold Stevie Award.
Yo, Philadelphia, Anthony Gargano here with my childhood friend, Bob Marino, now president, Huntington Valley Bank. Bob, tell me about Huntington Valley Bank.
We are a full-service, fast-growing community bank with a great lineup of competitive products and services.
Go on.
We've always done residential mortgages, but now we have built a best-in-class business banking group.
Meaning?
We are attracting business customers by offering the best business bankers and the best services to help businesses become number one in their fields.
Sounds like Huntington Valley Bank is the best bank for your business.
Right on. And great tagline, Ant. Here's another stat. We just celebrated our 150th anniversary.
Wow. So Huntington Valley Bank is a seasoned player with a history of working with a team of experienced bankers whose goals are to deliver top-notch customer service. You heard it right here, folks. That's Bob Marino, the GOAT, president, Huntington Valley Bank. The best bank for your business, celebrating 150 years as a top contender in local banking. Huntington Valley Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. They wrote the book on workers' compensation in Pennsylvania. Turn to the team you can trust. Visit PAWorkInjury.com. Located in Center City, Bristol, Malvern, Allentown, Reading, Sunbury, and Harrisburg. Our attorneys are ready to listen and get you the justice you deserve. When you or a loved one are hurt on the job, you deserve the best. PAWorkInjury.com. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers.
This week at Stars and Stripes Harley, buy any pre-owned Harley and get a $1,500 gift card. That's 15 pennies. Access to the country's largest Harley inventory. Stars and Stripes Harley has truckloads of Harleys delivering each week. Get a $1,500 gift card with the purchase of any pre-owned Harley at Stars and Stripes Harley. That's a Kroger and 5 pennies. Finance specialists on site to get you approved and 100% of credit applications considered. Get a $1,500 gift card when you purchase any pre-owned Harley at Stars and Stripes Harley, now through Sunday. Gift card can be used for the purchase of a new Harley motorcycle.
If the best part of your workday is spent listening to us on your drive to work and back, maybe it's time your workday was spent somewhere else. Many of the companies you hear advertising on The Fanatic are hiring talented, hardworking people just like you. Visit the Fanatic job board at 975thefanatic.com/nowhiring for links to career opportunities with our partners.
Globus Medical is hiring in the Limerick and Audubon area. Be a part of one of the fastest growing orthopedics companies. Key positions include CNC machinists, model makers, quality inspectors, engineers, and more. Apply today, globusmedical.com/careers. Globus Medical, life moves us. Beasley Media's Philadelphia Digital Division is looking for qualified candidates for our digital sales strategist, ad operations, and digital sales coordinator positions. Go to 97.5thefanatic.com/nowhiring. Send your resume and cover letter to digitalphilly@bbgi.com. Beasley Media Group LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
These are just a few of our advertisers now hiring. Check out the full list at 975thefanatic.com/nowhiring. We love working with these companies, and we're sure you will too.
Hey guys, the John Kincade Show is so psyched for this year's away game trip with the Birds. We're heading to Arizona in early October. Make this the year you take your first Birds road trip with us. With Philly Sports Trips, the only people we like to travel with. We're going to have a blast traveling again with hundreds of Birds fans, so join us. Go to phillysportstrips.com right now. Place a small deposit to reserve your space. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have live broadcasts, great parties, and more. Come with us with phillysportstrips.com.
Aw, you didn't have to go so all out for my birthday.
Yes, we did. Because birthdays are about showing your friends how much you care for them and how grateful you are for their... This is Jamie from Progressive. No, this is a great time. Progressive protects you 24/7. Oh, I'm sorry that happened. Jamie, can you hold on 1 second? I gotta take this call. But remember, birthdays are about togetherness.
Contact us 24/7 on the phone, online, or on the mobile app. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms.
Hey, it's Mike Missinelli here for Landis Block and Concrete. There is nothing like having a beautiful backyard. Think of many things you can do with it. You can sit outside on a nice little patio, have a nice glass of wine, have a few friends over to cook on your Landis Block outdoor kitchen. Turn your backyard into a personal paradise with Landis Block. They're the resource center for all outdoor living. All you need is imagination, space, and a budget. Check out the photo gallery at LandisBC.com. That's LandisBC.com for Landis Block, jaw-dropping outdoor paradises.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 97.5thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
There is nothing bougie about this show. Look, I'm the only guy in here from Delco.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
You realize that at Wawa, they've got you covered. Delivery, curbside, order ahead options in the Wawa app. Download the Wawa app today. I saved 15 cents on gas twice.
Oh, these
using
days
the
that's
Wawa
like $1,000.
Using the Wawa app.
I got to get on that.
Great stuff.
I have the app. I didn't.
You don't?
You don't need to save money.
No, that's not it at all.
You're so well off. I don't usually gas up at Wawa, but when I got the notice that they had the 15 cents off.
Oh, I got to keep my eye on that.
It's expired now, but I'm sure it'll be back.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be back. They'll get you taken care of. Pat, you were very startled at the door. You were coming out of the...
God, I opened the door and there's Olivia just standing there. She gave me that...
She's waiting for Dad.
Well, she gave me a look and I was like, oh, hey, Liv. And she said, I'm here to take your job.
Is that what she said?
Wow, okay, this is aggressive.
Believe me.
9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that would be a little aggressive.
And then she looked me up and down and said some words that I can't say because of FCC regulations. But yeah, she's
a little rough.
She's coming for blood.
She looked at Pat and said,
"You work for me, bitch."
She's coming for something. I'm telling you.
Skipping college entirely.
Should we be concerned that she's meeting with Joe Bell at 10 o'clock?
I mean, I am.
I'm a little concerned.
Absolutely, I'm concerned.
First of all, how the hell do you get on Joe Bell's calendar like that? I can't even get on Joe's calendar. Coach, you can't. Like, Joe's booked up for weeks when you try to get a meeting with him.
I try to avoid that office at all measures.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing more. Like, we get nervous around here when Coach Tech gives the cryptic call me text.
It's the worst.
There is absolutely nothing worse than either getting an email or having Joe say, why don't you stop by my office after the show and see me? Just for a few minutes.
Maybe it's because he has
And it doesn't take a few minutes to say you're fired. So that's what's terrifying about it.
Maybe it's because he's got those empty cardboard boxes right inside when you walk into, like where it just says he has names on them.
Yeah.
Just in case. They're if things go wrong, he can just tell you to grab a box on the way out. We have our listener suggested segment of the day.
Here is the listener suggested segment of the day.
Now, he signed it, Sean in Bridgeport. Bridgeport up
Bridgeport's
476?
No, to my knowledge, Bridgeport's more like northeastist, right?
Okay, I do not know Bridgeport. I'm sorry about that, Sean.
It's off 95, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sean in Bridgeport
Come on,
sends
Pat,
along
where's you with
this.
the northeast knowledge? Help me out here.
I'm sorry.
He said, has your family ever gotten into stupid arguments? Well,
all the time.
Ours sure as hell have.
All the time, yeah.
His argument on Saturday night.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bridgeport is right across from Norristown.
So I am right. It's up 476.
Yeah, dude, get off my back.
I'm sorry. What am I thinking of in the Northeast?
I don't know.
You're thinking of Bridesburg?
Bridesburg. Duh.
That's embarrassing.
I should
Calm
be
down,
embarrassed.
Eagleville. I don't want to hear it.
Sean in Bridgeport said they had 16 family members in on Saturday over, and a big argument broke out at dinner.
Ooh.
And he said it sounded like one of those most stupid arguments that I've ever heard, and it reminded me a lot of some of the stuff you guys do in your show.
Love dumb arguments.
So he said, when does summer begin? Do you believe summer begins on June 21st with the whatever it is, equinox or whatever? Do you believe it begins at Memorial Day? Or do you believe it begins when school is out? He said, I am absolutely embarrassed to say that we had adults arguing and yelling at each other where two people got pissed off during this discussion.
That's awesome. I love that.
No, that's stupid.
No, I love it.
That's
great.
I agree with you.
Yeah, it's
that
great.
people get pissed off?
I mean, this is a serious issue we're trying to get to the bottom of here.
All right, when does summer begin? For you.
I'm a Memorial Day guy, but I completely see the school argument.
That summer's not on till school lets out.
Yeah.
Okay, you have just made points with Sean's wife.
But I am a Memorial
That's where
Day
she
guy.
felt. Sean is a Memorial Day guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm with Sean, but I totally see his wife's point of view.
Okay, so you've just played it perfectly, unlike earlier with Egan, who now is on the Jamaican hit list.
Yeah. Ooh.
The very, very similar. So there we go. So, all right, when does it begin for you, Pat?
School.
See, there you go, school.
When school's out, that's when it begins.
Do you think moms look at it, like as school
Like,
lets
yes.
out?
100%.
And your wife's a teacher.
Yeah, she's looking at it
So for you
that way.
guys in your house,
It's
and it's this week, right?
Yeah, Wednesday's our last day. I don't think many of the kids are left. They're just doing end-of-year stuff.
Like, even when I was in school, Memorial Day to me was like the sign that you're at the finish line.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the sign of summer starting.
Okay, so in other
And
words,
it's really, I
but
feel like-
students kind of quit at Memorial Day.
I feel like it's really not until college the mindset of Memorial Day is the start of summer, because when you're in college, you are out. You're out. You're done class and you can party it up. And then when you're done college, it sticks with you. But the reality is, like, yeah, summer started kind of, but you're still going to work. It's not like you have a break.
Connor, where?
Memorial Day, unless I'm not in beach shape yet, and then I bump it back to June 21st.
Then you bump it back.
Yeah, then you can. Yeah, summer
So
hasn't
this
started
year,
yet.
this year, you still got a little time.
No, I'm good this year.
You're fine.
Yeah, we're all right.
You're fine. Not that you're all right. Are you ready?
Nah, I'm good.
That sounds like a ringing endorsement, even from you.
I was ready. It's good. Been busy, but yeah, no, we'll be all right.
The Locked On Phillies podcast is
that here, filling in stuff. Yeah, it's
keeping you from what is it? Forcing you to eat crap?
No, it's not just that. It's tough to get in the gym for an hour and a half every day.
Oh God, my heart bleeds for you.
My
It
gosh,
should. It's tough, man.
Coach,
It's my
when does
quality
it
of life.
begin? You're a parent. You have a kid in grade school.
Yeah, it's school. He's camp's done this week. I think his last day is Wednesday or Thursday. They have a half day Thursday, and all of our summer activities don't take place until after he's done.
So after he's done.
So
Okay.
Memorial Day is great for the unofficial start, but for me, it's last day of school.
Okay, so what I would say is our discussion told Aunt Nancy that she's wrong.
Aunt Nancy, I like it, Aunt Nancy.
Aunt Nancy said it's June 21st. Everyone knows it's June 21st, and it's always June 21st, and it never moves.
That's a Bob Cooney argument right there.
Yeah.
It never moves.
And Nancy would get along with Bob.
The summer begins every year the same date, June 21st.
No, Aunt Nancy's wrong.
Aunt Nancy sounds like she was badass, though. She was getting into, like, they're going to fight. They're going to throw down over Memorial Day.
I think
I'm
it's between
Memorial
the
Day.
two. I completely see the kids aspect because
There
your
you
life
go.
changes when they're out of school. Yes,
It is good. It is good
That's
when
a
summer
good,
comes.
stupid family debate. I like that.
I like the fact that it came to blows.
Well, we're gonna have a segment. We're gonna have a segment premiering this week, later on in the week. Stupid sheesh that our friends talk about. So conversations you've had on the golf course, conversations you've had over dinner with your family, conversations that the stupid sheesh that your friends talk about and might argue about. And we're all going to bring some to the table a little bit later on this week. I've used this in the past. We've had great success with it. But it also made me think that sometimes I go, like, my family's crazy. Or stuff that my wife and I will debate is crazy. And then I hear other people's and I go, okay, we're not on.
No, people have dumb debates all the time. Dumb debates are great. One we find ourselves having a lot is if somebody's A-list or not. like in Hollywood.
Okay, give me like a name.
Like Jessica Chastain you brought up earlier.
She's not A-list.
Pat?
She's A-list.
Connor?
Do you think if I
Because it varies on every person.
Okay, if I showed 100 people
Stop.
on the street in Philly,
B+ list.
I go up to 100 people on the street in Philly and I show a picture of Jessica Chastain. I'm telling you
35, get it right.
I'm telling you 35, get it right. That's not A-list. If I show Will Smith, if I show
That's almost 100.
If I
yeah.
show Tom Cruise, it's probably 80, 85, 90. You're not A-list. If you can't be that recognizable, you're not A-list.
She is.
You can't be, though.
Do the experiment, coward.
We should do that.
So, like, it's like one that come up is Val Kilmer. He's previously been A-list, then disappeared, fell off. Can he, like, do you fluctuate in your A-list?
I don't think Val Kilmer was ever A-list.
I think at his height he was.
His height he was. Yeah.
You guys were kids when he was at his height.
Yeah, but I knew he was one of the biggest movie stars around.
No, he wasn't. He really wasn't. He wasn't A-list. Coach, A-list Val Kilmer?
I played Jim Morrison, played Batman.
I don't know. Back in the day when Top Gun first came out, he was doing some of those spoof movies and everything.
Oh, yeah, he did do that.
The guy played Batman. How are you not A-list?
Because the Batman's, I mean, they've had some mediocre Batman.
Name one.
I would say the guy who played him first.
Michael Keaton?
Yes.
No.
Oh, a lot of people love Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton is a legend. He is great.
See, this is one of those dumb debates.
See, the A-list one always comes up in my family.
Val Kilmer at the time in his heyday, he could have been Batman. He could have worn the suit. He could have been Batman.
George Clooney was a bad Batman.
George Clooney's a horrible Batman.
He had the protruding nipple bat suit.
It was weird.
But he also played, as he says, and you can read the interview, he played Batman as sexuality a little off.
Well, a kinky Batman.
Nothing wrong with a kinky Batman.
Yeah,
I think the absolutely, if you are like, to me, Patrick Bateman, one of my favorite movie characters ever, and one of my daughters too, is
Christian Bale's A-list.
Christian Bale's and he's a Batman. Christian Bale could walk into a room in the Batman suit and be intimidated.
Val Kilmer was Batman.
Yeah, I'm saying, but that's the Val Kilmer in his head.
But most
right.
Batmen are A-listers. Michael Keaton was A-list.
Michael Keaton.
I think he's a stud.
I think a lot of times,
Mr. Mom,
we go to if they're recognized on the street, blah blah.
Wasn't
blah.
that A-list?
I agree with you to a certain extent, but I think a lot of times these guys aren't really recognized as much as you think. Like when Colin Farrell, who is absolutely A-list, was in town doing a movie, he stopped by the Please Touch Museum, and him and his child were walking through like no one knew who he was.
Now, if Colin Firth showed up, is he A-list? Because my wife would.
Yeah, I think Colin Firth A-list.
She'd like to go to the Please Touch Museum.
You're asking a movie guy though. Like,
I don't know if Colin Firth's true A-list.
See, now Colin Firth, she thinks is the best.
See how dumb this conversation
is? See, it is.
We do this all the
kind
time.
Of stuff. This is the kind of stuff we'll get into.
And can you go in? Can you go out of A-list?
A little bit.
I don't know.
Wait, I think you can.
Can we just go back to one thing real quick here?
Sure.
Michael Keaton. Did I hear that he wasn't a good Batman?
No.
He was a great
Batman. Okay.
It's probably the best Batman.
What?
Did you ever dance with the
Christian
devil
Bale
in the pale moonlight?
Christian Bale is tremendous. I
Coach,
think
Batman walks into when Batman walks into a room as Michael Keaton. The villains or guys are not going shuddering in their sight if he was legitimately in the bat suit. Christian Bale walks in. You're thinking somebody's going to get their backside kicked.
I don't know. Michael Keaton was pretty good.
He
Batman.
was so good at Batman, they're bringing him back.
They say Michael Keaton, he knows jiu-jitsu or something.
Michael Keaton's the man.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Michael Keaton's cool.
But he's not intimidating.
He was hilarious in the other guys.
Yeah, I think him more.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
See, I think him more. I think him more comedic actor.
He's pretty funny.
He's very funny. I think he's very
that's a sign of a good
I'm
actor.
not ripping his acting. I'm ripping the fact of I don't see him as a Batman.
Oh, he was a great
you played Batman. Kincade. Would you ever get in the bat suit?
No. I would not want to be Batman's supposed to walk into a room and people are intimidated by the guy in the suit. Michael Keaton walks into a room, nobody's intimidated.
That's why
you
people
know it.
As soon as you see the suit.
You know that.
First of all, that logic hogwash, because
Bruce Wayne
if
is
that was true,
a businessman.
Nobody would attack Batman. All Batman does is walk into a room and get attacked. You know why? Because people think they can take him.
Okay, Carlo shares a message here, and he gives, with Michael Keaton as Batman, they literally had to scale the people that he was fighting with and going up against because of his height. They had to scale it. Whereas with other people, where they when you're playing, they don't have to scale people with others.
They've been doing that with Tom Cruise's entire career.
Well, Tom Cruise is doing the Mission Impossible?
Yeah, where he gets his ass kicked in every Mission Impossible, but he's a badass in it.
He's a badass, but he doesn't tend to.
But they have to scale. They have to give him platform shoes.
They have to give people higher.
Tom Cruise is my height.
The villain, he's not that small.
Oh, Michael Keaton's 5'9".
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
George Clooney was 5'11".
Batman.
Val Kilmer was 6 foot.
And how tall is
Christian Bale?
6'2"? 6'1"?
So he keeps getting taller. Batman just keeps getting
6'1"?
Soon The Rock's going to be playing.
I'm going to guess 6'1".
Shaq's going to be playing Batman in a couple of years.
Christian Bale is 6 foot.
Okay, 6 foot. Hey, in the linchpin, Jamie doesn't like it when this family stirs the poo-poo.
This is the linchpin.
I wish I never knew who the Horford family was. I wish they would stop talking to the media. I wish the media would stop asking the Horfords their opinions on anything. I am so sick and tired of the Horford family. Now, it happened this weekend because NBC 10 locally put out a tweet about Horford that basically said, yeah, he stole money from the team, had his career worst years here. They took a shot, and it was kind of comical and petty, and I enjoyed it.
Very petty.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm here for the petty. And then Anna Horford had to respond to it, and then they did an interview up in Boston area where they talked about their brother being homesick for Boston. We always cheered for the Celtics, even when he was in OKC and Philly, because, as the brother put it, those fans weren't blank heads.
Really? Has he been to Boston? Because they're some of the worst fans ever.
Yeah, to stop. You guys literally are riding your brother's coattails to the point where you think you're important. Stop. Go away.
She's an Instagram model.
Go away. If I was Al, I would be so embarrassed by the way my family was acting. I'd be like, please shut up and stay out of the media.
I can tell you that he's not, though. I know for a fact that he's not. He emboldens them. Because you know what they do? They
have his back.
They speak
they're
for
his
him.
Buffer.
And
yes. They're his buffer. They take all the blows. I agree with you. I mean, they suck.
I like not knowing who NBA players' family members are. Just keep it that way. Why do I have to know who Anna Horford is and her other brother?
Well, you don't. And I bet you. Now, here's the thing that you do to yourself, though. You probably follow her.
No, I unfollowed her when she left.
Her?
I followed her when she was in town. I found her obnoxious and annoying.
And I can tell you this.
And I smashed that unfollow when she left.
Smash something.
With 100%.
Would you?
Anna Horford is not, her brother's not embarrassed by her. Her brother does not say, Anna, calm down.
Yeah, but she tweets about her sex life and
Al Horford likes people taking digs that he won't make.
But if my sister put a picture out in a bedroom of nothing but my jersey on, I'd be like, that is weird as hell.
No.
Please stop.
Her husband, her boyfriend has to wear his jersey.
She put out a picture of her wearing it.
Yeah, I know, but she
That's
makes
creepy.
him wear it to bed.
That's even creepier.
It's creepy, but I'm into it.
Well, that's because you're all bumped up.
Because she's hot. Yeah. Yeah.
I see Al as a lady. I don't see it.
I swear.
I'm not saying she's marriage material, but what up, girl? You want me to wear the jersey? All right, fine. You want me to dance around for you? You want to call me Al? That's fine. We can party. She's the whole contingent. Having to hear about Ben Simmons' brother, and now having to hear about this family and the hate for Philly. We get it. Have some accountability. Your brother wasn't very good here. Now, whether that was your brother's fault or, in my opinion, it was more of the coach's fault because he was the only coach in Al's entire career that had no idea how to use him. But he wasn't good.
Well, here's what I say to Anna Horford, to Al, and I knew Al for 8 years and watched him, start his career there. And I would ask this: if Al Horford was so homesick for Boston, he had many months where he could have lived there in the off season.
Yeah,
Al, how come you lived in Atlanta and L.A.?
Boom. Also,
if you were homesick for Boston,
nobody made you sign the contract, dude. You took a cash grab.
If you were homesick for Boston, then why were you spending your summers in Atlanta and L.A. and everything? And you weren't going and finding yourself a nice house in Brockton.
What hurt him too is the fact that offseason was such a big facelift and included ushering out Jimmy Butler, which a lot of fans were like, Jimmy and Philly, perfect marriage. You usher him out for Al Horford, and it made sense, I think, to some people, but it was such a big change that blew up in their face. He's not playing well. He can't find a position, which really was Brett Brown couldn't find a position. Like, I would have liked to see Al with Doc.
Oh, yeah.
But also at the same time, I understand why they needed to make the move to trade him to Oklahoma City.
I promise you, Doc would have gotten more out of
I 1,000% agree.
Doc absolutely would have gotten a hell of a lot more out of Al.
The guy played for like 8 coaches, and only one couldn't figure out how to use the guy. It's amazing.
And that's where I'll defend Al a little bit. But he's an enabler. He's an enabler of the people. I've heard people come with, I bet you he's so embarrassed about his family.
He should be embarrassed, is what I'm saying.
No, he should be.
Because that's creepy, man. When your sister's wearing your jersey to bed, whether it's hers or her boyfriend's.
Whoa. We don't kink shame.
But when you embolden them
when it comes to family members and their presence in a bedroom in some way.
We don't kink shame.
No, we need to shame that.
No, you got to shame that.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
when it's brother sister kink.
See, now we're opening a can of worms on when you can kink and when you can't kink.
Wait a minute. Then I said Anthony's coming. Uncle Anthony's coming in.
It's creepy.
I'm not saying it's not creepy. We just don't kink shame. I thought we didn't kink shame. I thought we had rules here.
Yes, there are rules.
When it comes to that kind of kink shaming, I think that's fair game.
Look at this, the Uncle Anthony coming in. Anthony, you have your assistant in today?
I have my assistant. Hello to Miss Kincade.
Yeah. Hi, Miss Kincade. Hi, honey.
She's my new PA.
She's going to be your new PA?
Yeah.
She's going to be your just on hang out with Uncle Cuz.
Yes.
And learn things.
Yeah, she might listen, now that I got the big 30-second seat, I need my own PA.
See, that's the way it works.
You know what I'm saying?
You laugh.
30-second seat.
I laugh, though, as the fact is that
you were there, right, Anthony?
You do not like, what I found out about you is I really do believe you don't like the acclaim. Like, people are, very excited. Every one of my friends that have seen it goes, did you see Cuz? That was awesome. Was see Cuz in that?
So
you're
nice.
not.
I get embarrassed.
There's a company-wide email that went out about it.
I know. That was so nice. I get embarrassed. That was so nice.
You should say that.
I got my PA, though.
You say that. So Liv is your
She's your daughter's awesome.
She is.
She's
way
so
cooler
smart.
than John.
She is much cooler.
She's so smart. She's amazing. She's an amazing kid.
Well, why you seem shocked that she's so smart. She's my offspring.
No, I know.
But she's
so. But she, again, she's going into Temple,
right?
And she's so mature. Like she's she's such an impressive kid.
It's her mother. It's her mother. She she is more like me, but she's so much smarter than I was. It's not even close.
Yeah, she's incredible.
She makes better life choices too than I made at that age.
Well, again, we were stupid.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we got into radio.
Still am.
That's what I say. It's still Hey, Pat, remember she's the one meeting with Joe today.
Yeah, it was good working with you guys.
You needed to put in a good word for
I
you?
enjoyed my time here. I think everything ends at some point, so.
They wanted to insert a female into the show.
I get it, okay?
Liv's available.
I didn't think it was going to last as long. I don't think a lot of people did either, so I'm happy with my time.
They found somebody who works cheaper.
I'll be dropping off your Uber Eats later.
I love the boo stuff. It was great.
Yeah, do you believe there is a boo etiquette?
Yeah, we used to remember we used to do that all the time?
Yeah.
So I would always do the rules, violations.
Right.
Right?
Yes, absolutely, sure.
Right. So off of and it's so interesting because I'm kind of torn about, it wouldn't cross my mind to boo when you win 9 in a row. You should be you're in a boo-free zone.
Like for a game or
for
two.
a couple games.
Yeah. What if that's the game you go to?
And you guys made a good point.
The one game you go to all year.
I feel you. You guys made a good point where you said, listen, I'm paying for it. I mean,
what if you paid $700 for Hamilton tickets? And you finally, that's the one show you go to, and on that day they're screwing up the lyrics, and you get the backup guy or whatever, and you want to boo.
The real Muto drop in the first inning. Boo the hell out of that, because that's a mistake.
The strikeout, though.
The strikeout, I go, that's a little harsh.
But I do agree, 9 in a row,
buys you some goodwill.
You're almost in the boo-free zone.
And I'm telling you this.
Just for 2 games.
I had to check the GPS and make sure I was still in Philly because sounds a little soft. on this. Well, they're getting booed.
No, some people you made me laugh when you did the voice.
Yes. It's like
yeah,
but some people boo as their identity.
Welcome.
Like, that's
we
all
want
they
to
are.
remind Phillies fans. We want to remind you today that the Phillies have won 9 in a row.
This is safe space.
This is Dan Baker, and the Phillies have won 9 in a row. So none of your dumbass booing today,
dude. I'm telling you, step across the street from Sea Line Ave, you're gonna get your ass beat.
Hey,
you're gonna see how soft Philly is.
My man Dan Baker would very much love it because I interned for Dan.
The Phillies.
Now booing the Phillies. Jamie Lynch in section 138.
That's pretty good.
I tell you, when you did that this morning, I was cracking up.
Throwing out the first pitch today from 97.5 The Fanatic. He's your favorite. He's Cuz. Here he is. Welcome, Anthony Gargano.
So there it is. So, all right, I got a lot of fun on Cuz Radio. You and Tunis.
If you need me, contact my PA. Please.
I'll contact Liv and get it through. It's good to see you, honey. Have fun today. Don't do anything to get your dad fired in your meeting. Hey, remember, support life-saving cancer research. Join us on our generous partner, Window Nation, and make a donation today to the American Association for Cancer Research. Go to 975thefanatic.com/AACR because cancer research saves lives. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Bob's back. The whole gang is reunited. The John Kincade Show says, make it a great day, everybody.
The John Kincade Show.
Talking sense into people isn't really my thing. In fact, I'm better at the opposite.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
You know, as a 2-time cancer survivor, I know that when it comes to funding cancer research, every dollar counts. And I'm thrilled to announce that the American Association for Cancer Research has agreed to partner with us once again this year as the official charity of the John Kincade Show. So if you've been touched by cancer directly or through someone you care about, join us in working to defeat these devastating diseases, because together we can help accelerate scientific discoveries that are going to benefit patients and families everywhere. Make a donation to the American Association for Cancer Research today, because donations from private citizens like you and me add up to big breakthroughs that are going to save lives. And I'm living proof. There's almost 17